Jay here for Stretford, Paddock. Welcome to the Aston Villa preview. Manchester United hosting the league leaders almost in a top-of-the-table clash at Old Trafford today. We've got the Watchalong, we've got Adam McKola, we've got Stephen Howson, we've got Joe Smith, and we've got myself. We'll be going through the game, watching the game, so stay with us. You're going to get all the pre-match build-up, you're going to get the predictions, you're going to get a bit of the preview. Then, of course, you'll have the Watchalong, you'll have Stephen Howson's half-time show and his full-time look back at it. You'll also have the fan cams, and, of course, Andy Tate's team talk. So you don't need to go away, you can stay with us. But first of all, we've been asking you guys to give us your predictions. We've asked our contributors, the guys you've seen on the channel time and time again. We've also asked you guys to send them in. So here's what people think the score is going to be as Manchester United host Aston Villa.
Hello, it's Ronaldo here on Stretford Paddock, back with another pre-match prediction for the Villa game. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to United. Keep the pressure on the Scousers, and hopefully 21 is coming. I think it's going to be a tight one. I think it'll be close. It'll be a competitive game. I think it'll be nail-biting. But I've got to believe in us that we'll scrape the win and keep the pressure on. So come on, the Reds.
All right, everyone. Just getting into the spirit of the occasion. Russian hat, snow outside. Last time I wore this hat watching the game in the snow, something special happened. My predictions for tomorrow: Man United 4, Aston Villa 1. Happy New Year to everyone at Stretford Paddock, those in front of the camera, those behind it, and you the subscribers. Happy 2021.
Alright, James for Stretford Paddock. United are playing Villa today in the Premier League. It's going to be a difficult game this for United. Villa have had a good start to the season. United beat Villa at the back end of last season. It was a dubious game. I think it was maybe a controversial penalty decision, unlike United so far in the past couple of seasons. But I think it's a really good opportunity this now. United got a really good result against Wolves in the last minute. I'm not sure they would have got that before last season or before. I think the United have got that winning mentality built into them now. I think the Leicester game was a setback, but I think this season United have really started to push on now. And maybe there is a possibility United can compete for the title. I don't really like saying it, 'cause I don't think United can win the title over 38 games. But if United win the game today, and go level on points with Liverpool, so it's a really big game.
Hard game. Aston Villa are performing above all expectations this season, scoring goals. They've got Jack Grealish, who's been fantastic creatively, and they've got one of the best defensive records in the league, with Emiliano Martinez having 8 clean sheets and them conceding the second least goals. But I think United have it in them. They have the momentum, they have it, and Aston Villa have got a lot of hard fixtures coming up. So I think United are going to win and score 2 goals, but I don't think they're not going to concede. So I'm going to say 2-1 and Bruno Fernandes getting on the score sheet. An easy choice.
This is the Manchester United versus Aston Villa preview. Now, as we're moving forward into what is halfway through the season, we are in a very, very strange position indeed, where that is, we're at the moment, mathematically speaking, in title contention. Sounds mad, I know. Listen, I'm not trying to get everyone's hopes up, as I said before. However, the proof is in the pudding. Aston Villa, traditionally, we've done pretty well against. Now, they're on a good run of form themselves. They've got some dangerous players, but so have we. Our performances as of late hasn't been the best, however, but we're getting results, which ultimately leads to trophies. Hopefully, with Eric Bailly at the back alongside Maguire, we can keep a clean sheet on this one. I'm predicting a 2-0 win for Manchester United.
All right, lads. Hope we had a good New Year. Hopefully, it's going to be a bit better today, because we're going to beat Villa 4-1. I'm putting it out there now. We're going to be top of the league. We're going to be however many points clear. There might be one. We're going to do them over. 4-1. Dream big. Big miss for Cavani, but I think we'll get through. I trust the other players just as much as I trust Ollie, so let's fucking do it. Come on, United.
Hey everyone, Angelina here with my prediction for the Aston Villa game. Although Aston Villa have been doing pretty well, I was surprised to see where they actually were in the table. I think we're still going to get a win. Again, I would really like a clean sheet, so I am going to go for a simple 1-0 victory, and the goal scorer will be Bruno Fernandes.
Villa, like I was saying, they actually, if United lose, I think the next couple of games, if Villa win their games in hand, and they could go above us in the table. It's a really tight league table so far this season, so they're not going to be a pushover side. Grealish, United are going to have to look out for him. You're going to have to keep him quiet. I'm not sure United really should have signed him in the summer. If they didn't get Sancho, they should have gone for Grealish, because I think he's a really good player. He did cause United havoc. I remember a couple of seasons back at Old Trafford. He scored a really good goal. United drew that game in the end. So I think it's going to be a difficult game, and I think United have to be at their best to beat Villa, but they have been so far this season. So I hope that they get a result today, and I'm going to say 2-1 United.
Paddock match day, not cheer. Here we are, folks. New year, new hopes, new dreams, Newport County. New Year's Day, and we find ourselves 2 points off the top. PE teacher, eh? Now, Villa are on our tails, and we all know about Jack Grealish, but Barkley and Douglas Luiz have improved them, and Trezeguet can exploit our problems at left back. Look, I can see this being tactically fascinating. If they can score 7 past Liverpool, this is going to be difficult to predict, but I'm going to say 2-1 and another victory for Vibes Ball. Happy New Year, United. Trust the notch there.
Hello. Happy New Year from Ross Murphy. Manchester United are playing Aston Villa at Villa Park. My score prediction, I'm hoping for a 2-1 Manchester United win. Last season, it was very comfortable with Greenwood and Pogba again on the score sheet. I think it'll be a totally different game than what it was, because Villa are a better side than what they were last season. But I'm confident we can get the 3 points and we can push on and keep putting the pressure on Liverpool. So come on, United.
So those were the predictions. People feeling pretty confident. Good to see Ross Murphy on there as well. I know he sent in a couple of predictions that slipped through the net. I don't know whose fault that was. I've just been told it wasn't Cam's fault, so don't blame him. Also, earlier on in the week, we were looking at potential United transfers. If United are going to challenge for the title, then perhaps we need to bring someone in January. Now, we have been linked with Norwich City's fullback, Max Aarons. He's a right back. Yes, we've got a right back in Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but maybe a bit of backup wouldn't hurt. Me and Joe were talking about Max Aarons on Stretford Paddock Live because Fabrizio Romano had said this is a deal that United were looking at. There's a story doing the rounds, and you can probably see it from the graphic. Now, United have been linked with Norwich City's Max Aarons. Now, if you cast your mind back, when we did our transfer predictions, who we wanted or who we thought should come, your boy over here.
You picked Max Aarons, didn't you?
I picked Max Aarons because, now, you might say, why did you pick him, Jay? He's a right back. We've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We don't need another right back. Well, it seems that maybe we do. There's talk of us putting in a £20 million bid, I think, for the Norwich player, as maybe an understudy or someone who can rival Aaron Wan-Bissaka for that right-back spot. We've seen it a little bit with Alex Telles and Luke Shaw, how you've got two, and you can even throw Brandon Williams into the mix, two players that slightly different but can play in the same position. And there's a thinking that maybe Max Aarons could be that slightly different, bit better at getting forward perhaps than Aaron Wan-Bissaka is. Maybe he'd be a good option against the team that sits back, gives it the old low block, as you like to say. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka can deal with the Raheem Sterlings of this world.
Yeah, Fabrizio Romano who was talking about this, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's come from like a decent source. This isn't just sort of like, you know,
the Daily Stone skipper.
The Daily Stone
something.
skipper saying, oh, you know, Max Aarons, because he was actually, if you remember when we went in for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, when it looked like that deal was stagnating a little bit, there was rumours doing the rounds, or stories doing the rounds that we were looking at Aarons as an alternative. Now, some people were saying that was just a bit of a smokescreen to make Crystal Palace think, well, actually, we better take this offer from United because they'll go elsewhere and we won't get 50 million quid. Yeah. But we'll have to wait and see. So on Thursday, we heard from the Manchester United manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for his pre-match press conference. He was speaking about Manchester United, of course, why wouldn't he? He's the Manchester United manager, and also Aston Villa. And a certain Jack Grealish came up in the press conference. Here's what Casey Evans and Stephen Howson had to say about Grealish and Ole's thoughts on him.
He was asked about Grealish, and he gives the sort of answer you could fully expect. I just don't see Grealish coming to United now, although I do see him leaving Aston Villa. Here's the quote, anyway.
Oh, yeah, there's a quote. Do you want to go with this? Or do you
I don't know too much about other teams' players, but of course he's a player we know we have to look for. The goal he scored last season was a brilliant goal, and we've faced him enough times to know it's going to be a difficult game.
Oh, that goal. I was there. I remember I was there. I sat with my mate at the halfway line, and I just looked over and I went, oh, right, we're pushing him out wide. That's good. Like, he just watched the cross into... Oh, it's gone top corner. Oh, okay. That's.
I remember I was pretty just silent watching it, going, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, my mate went. That's a good goal. I can't even argue with that because it literally was one of those ones where they did everything right except for they just gave him slight too much space at the end, and he went, "Nah, I'm just gonna put this top corner," and it was a really good goal. But I do see there is a way in for Grealish. I feel like United are kind of thinking about it. The more I'm seeing Rashford getting played on the right and kind of grow on the right, the more I'm seeing well, is there a space there for Grealish to come in and play on the left? Or is
I don't think he plays on left, though. I think he's got to be a number 10. I don't know how he gets in United with Bruno, unless they want to move Bruno around. I can't imagine
he's
that.
one of those players. I feel like when we've seen it before, we have attacking sided like
Fernandes. Try before we buy, like a 2-game discount. Yeah.
And I almost forgot, where are my manners? Happy New Year. I didn't even wish you all a Happy New Year. I hope you're having a good one, and I hope Manchester United can make it an even better one today. And what could make it an even better one is if you get involved in our members section and become a member at Stretford Paddock. Well, you'll be entered into our 12 Days of Paddock draw every day from Boxing Day onwards. I know you may have missed the first few ones, but we're giving away prizes culminating in a PlayStation 5. You'll be with a chance to win a PlayStation 5, which I'm told is pretty good. I'm a bit too old for that sort of thing, but I'm told it's what all the cool kids are playing. So check that out. Make sure you join our members if you can as well. You'll get some good content. We've just sort of podcast, some behind-the-scenes stuff, some Secret Santa stuff. There's all sorts of stuff on there. If you want to go and check that out on the 12 Days of Paddock, becoming a Paddock member, because we do appreciate all the support you guys give us. Also, we'll be hearing from Andy Tate. He's been doing his Tate's Team Talk. Here's what he had to say ahead of today's clash against Aston Villa.
Hi, Andy Tate, Stretford Paddock. 2020 is coming to a close, and now it's good riddance, and we move on to 2021 for hopeful for everything in life, including United, and a return to normality for everyone. But football-wise, this is a big game Friday. Manchester United v Aston Villa, 8 o'clock kick-off. We have a chance to go joint top of the Premier League, maybe just for a few hours while Liverpool play on a Saturday. And this is a big game and a must-win for United. So, Solskjaer's played it down. Howson's playing it down. Adam's getting giddy. Jay's getting giddy. Joel's getting giddy. So, I'm playing it cool. I will say a title race with 10 games to go and 4 points behind. I've seen it all before. I've been going to watch United for like 35 years. I've seen it all. So, I will keep it calm. I will keep it good. This game is a must-win. And Man United really need to be focused and up their game from their Wolves match. That game was so slow, so negative. And Man United wake up after 75 minutes. Out of 16 games this season, Man United have dominated one match. Now, I know people will moan we're winning games, but a sign of champions dominates. A sign of champions states their authority, and we've only done that in one match against Leeds this season, even though the defence was pretty shocking. So we got to start dominating games. We've got to start putting teams to bed, and this is what we got to do. This is all I've got to say. 2021, let's go positive. Let's be joint top of the league, and let's get some positivity back in normality for 2021. Hated, adored, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is staying at the wheel.
So there you have it. That was Andy Tate giving a motivational speech. Just the perfect way to get 2021 underway. We've got all the pre-match build-up here, including the team news. So now it's over to the lads.
Now then, everybody, welcome to Stretford Paddock. That's Ronaldo. My name's Stephen Howson. All right.
I'm great. How are you?
Are you sure you're great?
Nah, you just got to say you're great, though, innit, really?
Right, is it just that polite
it's
thing?
one of those. You just
you're
got
right, yeah, fine.
You got to say I'm
you can't
good or I'm
say,
great.
actually, mate, my
Yeah.
life's falling to pieces because
No,
there's
you
a
can't.
global pandemic, etc., etc.
Pandemic? You on board? He's on board.
Playing the game. We were just having a conversation talking about how utterly fucked off I am at the government for the handling of it. You see Australia and New Zealand, you say you can't really compare.
Can't compare.
Because they're, all right, very,
Islands.
quite remote islands. I mean, Britain is an island.
They're in
It's very easy to get to
summer
England.
season in Australia as well. So,
but I
that
do
factor.
think we could have handled it better. We've still not closed the borders once. And then we wonder why we've not been able to control this. They also allowed the schools back in. And if you look at when it all went crazy again, it does correlate to when the schools
Nothing
went
really
back in.
makes sense anymore, but if I'm being totally honest with you, I've stopped paying attention. Just live your lives, people.
Not only that,
your
Germany's
lives.
handled it better.
Yes.
Virtually everywhere has handled it better. I'm annoyed, mate, because I saw people like, right, here's what I'll say. This time last year, I didn't even know what Wuhan was.
But what
Wuhan could have been anything. It could have been a new mobile phone for all I know.
What can you expect? Look at the initials of our president, not even president, of our prime minister. It says it all, really.
So I'm annoyed that all these motherfuckers are getting to go to matches, go out on New Year's Eve, just all the rest of that sort of stuff, and I'm inside watching Netflix like a fucking Momo, and guess what? I've watched it all. I've completed it!
It's a hashtag blame BJ. You are sick of it though.
Yep.
Mostly because of the fact we can't get fans in either.
Yeah.
Can't go to a game at Old Trafford.
No. We can't even play. Which is shit.
So shit.
I started watching Last Dance again today. Just to get back in that old lockdown 1.0 sort of vibe.
That's actually a good question. Because we are going to go into lockdown.
I mean, it wasn't a question. But
Tier 5, not good statement.
Thank you.
So I'm not switched on.
Nice. I told you that.
But anyway.
Because
we are gonna get into Tier 5. We are gonna be locked down. We can see it coming from a mile off. Can anyone recommend me some decent series to watch? Because
have you ever watched Dexter?
No.
Dexter's alright, you know.
Dexter, what's it about?
It's about a serial killer. I know what I mean. It's about a serial killer who actually
Dexter's
works
about.
as a forensic blood analyst for the police. So you're like, oh. Now, spoiler alert here for you. He never actually uses what he does as a primary career, really, to get off with any of the murders that he does. And when it all sort of unravels at the end, you never get to see his colleagues be like, oh my God, the guy we worked with, that was a bit weird. He was a serial killer. None of that.
So is that the best series you've ever watched?
Best series I've ever watched? I wouldn't have said so. But
I don't understand why people don't recommend the best series I've ever watched.
I don't know what the best series I've ever watched is, but I'll just say, if you ain't seen Dexter, watch it.
I'll have a look. What's it on?
It might be on Amazon.
Amazon?
I think it might be on Amazon.
Prime.
It might be on Netflix as well.
There we go, Dexter.
Have you seen Prison Break?
I've seen Prison Break. So in the comments, let
Sack
me
it
know
off
what
after
series
about
for me to watch.
three seasons.
If I can see the comments.
Yeah. Advert for Dexter on TV right now.
Advert?
Check that out.
Advert. I think that's a trailer.
Oh, is this Cam? Oh, I got all excited then. I thought it was all
trailer,
coming
mate.
together nicely. No,
Well, I want to
man,
see what
I
they're
got
saying
well
in the
good.
comments. I want to know what people are.
So let's get some
telling
comments
me
on Cam for us.
About
see what's everyone's
series that I need to watch.
Yeah, let us know what series we need to be watching. It's Better Call Saul. I started that, got one episode. The Wire. I have seen a lot of people say The Wire. Do you recommend it?
Dark.
Band of Brothers is not really a series. It's just watch them 10 and that's you.
Sopranos.
Peaky Blinders getting a lot of shouts.
Because right now,
I ain't watching that.
Right now, what I'm going to say.
Hey, Sons of Anarchy was good. I'll give you that.
No, the best series I watched. Right, Line of Duty. Exactly. Someone said it.
Have you watched Sons of Anarchy?
No, I've not watched Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, it's good, you know. I think you'd like that. Entourage is good, but it's shit at the same time. It's well cheesy. Anyway, United are playing later.
Oh yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, we'll have the team news in about 12 minutes for you. It seems like Cavani. Is he banned as of now, or is he able to play this one and then banned after this one? Banned as of now.
Banned with immediate effect.
Bullshit.
For being racist, apparently. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a sensitive world we live in.
We've got Eric Bay, please, says Mar Dragon in the comments. Anyone you're particularly looking forward to seeing today?
All I'm looking forward to seeing is a United win, really. And one step closer to 21 is coming.
You're not allowed to say that until 25 games in.
Not really, because after this game, I reckon you'll get on board sooner rather than
25
later.
games?
25 games?
25 games.
Are you sticking by that? Just to be stubborn? Or is that
No,
just,
because that's over halfway point of the season. You're then starting coming into the very meaty side of it.
Have you read this in a book?
No.
Oh.
That's just, it's facts, isn't it?
Okay.
19's bang on halfway.
What happened to the old adage about you don't look at the tables until November? And I think we're a little bit past November now.
But
so
we're not though, are we? Because actually...
Oh, we started
normally,
later.
Yeah, we started later, so we're not there yet. This whole who's top at Christmas doesn't really... This is like who's top on the second week of December. Like, don't really count. You've got to... That's what I'm saying. 25 games. If United are top or within a point or two of top after 25 games...
So
I'm not even going to start saying 21's
are we
coming
not in a title race as of now?
We are in a very good position. And we'll see what happens after 25 games.
You just think the hope kills, isn't it?
No, it's not about the hope
Hope
kills.
kills.
It's about, let's just be realistic with this. Like, have we even got enough points to stay up yet?
I'm in agreement with Adam, though, where we ride this little buzz that we're on, saying we're going to win the title, we're going to win everything. And if we don't, we just say we was joking. That's what Adam said.
No, let's just look. 25 games in. Let's see how it goes. January is a massive month. If we came through January the way we came through December, which was what, 5 wins, 2 draws, something in that sort of ballpark. Yeah, you can probably start getting a little bit excited at that point.
Do you know what? I'm going to be a little bit deep now, actually.
And obviously, look, no one wants me to win to 21 as much as I do. I honestly, I'm debating leaving this channel if we win 21. Why would I come back?
Why wouldn't you?
Completed it, mate.
Completed it?
Yeah.
So, do I take over?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
You get to the top, mate.
Yes.
Bow out. That was Stretford Paddock. Thank you, good night.
What happened to expanding on it?
Look, Ronaldo,
22,
I'm going to get
23,
so utterly, completely
24.
twisted when we get to 21. I'm going to get cancelled anyway, so fuck it.
I couldn't lead anything, mate, but couldn't lead anything, Ross.
I can't wait for us to get... right, at some point, United are winning 21, right? It'll happen at some point. Hopefully, before I get even more grey than I am now. But at some point... So, Adam's hashtag is bang on correct. 21 is coming.
Oh, yeah.
It will come eventually.
In theory, he can't be wrong.
No, it will be 21 at some point.
He's not, like, specified when it's coming.
No, he ain't
He just said
May
hashtag
2021.
So, really... He's cheated.
It's valuable next year. It's valid for the year after. It's valid the year after that. It's valid for every year until you do it. So yeah, he's right. 21 is coming, but which year it comes in is still up for debate.
It's got to be 2021, really, isn't it?
It works on every level, doesn't it?
And it has to come the season after Scouse Pool winning the title.
Here's the graphic.
Yeah.
Solskjaer 2-0.
What's happened here?
Pass me that shirt off there, please.
What's happened here? I thought someone was running up on your shoulder or something.
No, I just remember there's a Solskjaer shirt hung up there. Pass it me, please. It's underneath. It's at the back. Is it Solskjaer or is it Clegg? Where's his? That's in it somewhere, isn't it? Right. Here's the graphic. Solskjaer. That goes to 21.
That's brilliant. It's brilliant stuff.
Brilliant shirt.
Brilliant shirt. Very good quality. Looks breathable.
Knob.
That was a good throw, that. You don't have seen that, but that was a great throw.
Harry says, which academy lad do you think will be promoted given first given the makeup of the current squad? Mengi.
You and your love for Mengi, especially when he called out his teammate. Saying this is, he's made the right stuff, and he's got the right minerals. We'll see him sooner rather than later.
Mate, he's from Clayton. I know what he's bringing to the team.
We just need him to learn off. Imagine him being Eric Bayer's understudy.
Fuck it out. No, you don't need that. You don't need that. Right. He's what, 18? Might even be 19 now, but he's 18, 19.
Yeah.
He's already moving like Roy Keane. Do you know the stones you need to be publicly calling out your teammates at 18, 19?
Pretty big ones. Pretty big stones.
Yeah, and some of the replies came for him too. Did he give a fuck? He didn't give a fuck. So it was like, you were shit in that game. He's owning it. That takes some swingers, that.
I wonder if, has he just said that on social media alone? Has he said it in person? Has he said it?
I'll find out.
You'll find out. Oh yeah, I forgot Steve's ITK, if you didn't know. He only mentions it all the time.
All the time. Could we ever see Mengi and Tuanzebe playing together? I'd hope someone would have the... Like, this is where, like, you would love to... Like, Fergie mentions in his book, he had a couple of, like, fans that he trusted the opinion of, and he would bring them in, old blokes, and he'd let them come and watch training, and he would ask their opinion. What do you think of him? What do you think of that? What's going on here and that? I mean, what a privilege that is to have been those guys. One of them was an 80-odd-year-old guy, and when United won the 19th title, he went around all the players after the training session and was like, you've made my life complete. We've knocked them off their perch and that night. He died that night.
Wowzers. That was kind of dark.
Yeah, it went a bit west at the end. But either way, what I'm saying is, like, can you imagine how cool it would be to be that? Because I know they play 11v11 in training.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what combinations Ollie's throwing in training, just to see what it would do. Right, let's go with Mengi and Tuanzebe. Let's go with Mengi and Baye. Let's go Mengi and Rojo. Let's see what happens with that.
How many games has there been with the centre-back pairing of Eric Baye and Rojo?
Jose used it a couple of times. Quite a few. I'd say at least half a dozen. At least half a dozen.
Imagine being a striker and seeing that on a team sheet.
But it was effective at the time as well. And both of them would go in, like, ankle height, no messing.
All the stories about Rojo in training, just you can imagine it. All the United players, on the teammates thing, they said who's the hard man. They all say Rojo without fail. And they say he just runs around, because his English isn't great. Apparently he runs around the training pitch grunting at people. and flying into challenges.
Joe Heard was like that,
yeah.
PK. PK couldn't speak English properly when he was here.
So he just grunted.
Yeah. And just point and laugh.
Can imagine.
There was something happened on a team coach somewhere, and he robbed someone's shoe and threw it out the window, and didn't know what he was kicking off of him, and he was just laughing at him.
Because you don't know what they're saying, innit?
Apparently, he was off his fucking rocker.
English swear words are universal, though.
Yeah. That's the first three things you're going to learn, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't they stitch someone up? I'm pretty sure they stitched someone up. I want to say like Barthez or someone like that. Fuck you, Mr. Ferguson, or something like that was one of the things that they taught him. They said it meant thank you. Fuck you, Mr. Ferguson.
I think common sense, even though it's not your language, you realise that's not thank you. And I think you get taught thank you in foreign schools in like year 3 or sort of. Hello.
Yeah, Ross saying, remember when Rowan Bay was a partnership? Yeah, it was good for a time. I mean, obviously it didn't really work. Santa Knox saying, yeah, I think it was Barthez. Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. It was someone that they basically told him a swear word.
Yeah.
Don't think it was Forlan, because I think Forlan famously speaks in 10 languages or something like that, so it wasn't him. Ant says, if Baye stays fit for the rest of the season, do we have a chance for the league, considering Maguire looks comfortable with him? It was Kanchelskis, there you go. Adam Patterson and Juho at the same time saying it was Kanchelskis. There you go, and Dan Fenech saying it was Kanchelskis in his book. There we go.
That's fucking hilarious.
Can you imagine just sitting there going, he said it, oh my God, he said it.
Kanchelskis, decent player in a minute.
Hell of a player. Hell of a player.
I didn't see much of him being the young lad.
If I had to describe him, I'd say he was Sancho-like. Extremely direct, very fast.
I think most of what I've seen from Kanchelskis was his highlights. Like Premier League years and them things. And he looked very decent.
Oh, he was good, Kanchelskis. He was very good, Kanchelskis.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good. That's what people liked about that 94 side, I think. You had Ryan Giggs was in his pure flying winger phase.
Yeah.
He was 20 at that time. You had blistering pace on the left. You had blistering pace on the right with Kanchelskis. It was basically a 4-2-3-1 because Cantona was fully in that Bruno number 10 role. Probably Mark Hughes ahead of him. And then you would often play Ince and Keane or Ince and Robbo or Robbo and Keane together with like a pair of box-to-box midfielders sort of behind them. And it was great.
Yeah. Can I imagine? Sounds very, very, very decent.
Cam's broke the door.
That was a 4-4-2 more.
It was a 4-2-3-1, really. It was a 4-2-3-1 in reality. Giggs and Kanchelskis were not wide midfielders. They were wingers.
Proper.
Yeah, they wouldn't look out of that team would not look out of place playing 4-2-3-1 today. Yeah, Paul Parker bombing on, final third fullback. You had Dennis Irwin, final third fullback. It wouldn't have looked out of place today. One of the most underrated abilities in that team as well, Peter Schmeichel's ability to hand it over the halfway line and start counter-attacks.
You had a great throw in it.
Over the halfway line.
That's actually a very, 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 very good trait for a keeper to have if you want to be a counter-attacking team, especially. Because I know it irritates you when keepers kind of hold on to the ball and they delay and they delay and they delay. I can gamble, but you can agree with it if you've been under the cosh and you've been under a little bit of pressure and then
it's not usually the case with us. But no, with Schmeichel, Here's the thing, right? If you do a kick over the halfway line, generally it's putting a bit of height on it.
Yeah.
Means it's going to hang for a couple of seconds. Then it's going to come down. Then you're going to deal with it. But when you flat handball throw it, it's well quicker. But not everyone's got the chest to be able to launch it that far.
And your favourite man in the United team
is the picture in it.
Is the picture.
Right, it's back four. Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Baye and Maguire. Cheers, Cam.
Cheers, Cam, for that. Thanks.
Pogba, Fred and Bruno.
McTominay.
Marshall, Rashford. Oh, and McTominay. Is that a diamond? Or are we going to see Pogba maybe played off the side a little bit?
Do you think that's the starting 11, especially in the forward areas, that's been affected by Cavani's suspension? Or do you think he might have been on the bench anyway?
I don't know. I'm not sure the diamond was the one to use against these. Because the fullbacks is where they're weak for me. You can get in behind the fullbacks a little bit.
Yeah.
And you do that with width. You don't do that going narrow. So I'm hoping that these are going to drift wide here to really deal with that. But at least it'll be strong through the middle. At least it probably allows us to put someone like Fred or McTominay directly onto Grealish. Yeah. It allows us then to still go man for man with McGinn and that in midfield. Let's see. Let's see how it goes.
And Van der Beek on the bench again. It's almost not a talking point anymore. If he was to start though, who would you put him in for?
He could literally play all four of them roles in midfield.
Do you think that's the problem?
Maybe, yeah. That he's not nailed at one and nothing down, so he's...
Yeah.
You kind of like... You could play any of them,
but
right. You don't necessarily do it
good
as
and well
good
being
as him.
versatile and being a utility player, but you start to worry a little bit when you haven't got one nailed on position.
Cam, Wayne Rooney's trending. Do you want to click on that and see why?
Well...
No idea why. Oh, fastest United players to win 6th Player of the Month. Bruno Fernandes has done it in 9 months.
Wayne Rooney was next with 21 months.
Yeah. Saw something like Steven Gerrard only won 6 in 500 games for Liverpool in the Premier League. Levels to this game, son.
Overrated.
And Bruno probably will finish with a Premier League winners medal at some point too.
And I doubt it'll slip.
Unlucky, son. Yeah, so that's that. Shall we have a look at the Villa team, please?
Yep.
Martinez, Cash, Concert, Mings, Target, McGinn, Douglas Luiz, Traore, Grealish, El Ghazi, Watkins. No shocks whatsoever with
no
that one.
No shocks whatsoever.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I think I had Howson.
You said stop Grealish, you stop Villa, don't you?
Yeah, so I think he's made 49 chances, and I think the next highest chance creation with them is... I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, but it's 16, whoever it is.
The issue is as well, with... If you do like put sole focus on Grealish, they have got quality in the
Traore's good, El Ghazi's good, Watkins
is
all of them are good players. I think it's Watkins actually is their next highest chance creation with 16.
Yeah.
But 49 chances he's created.
When Villa turn up,
mate, if they win their games in hand, they're right on us, like literally on us.
Pretty scary opposition when they're on song.
So, can't take this lightly in the slightest.
This is going to be a tough game, this.
Yeah, hell of a game. But
would have been a little bit. But anyway, you know why I'm a little bit less fearful going into this game?
Don't say it.
Because I know what's coming.
Fuck's sake.
And it's 21.
Fred and McTominay both play. No, we have a pretty good record when they play. We're hard to beat.
Yeah, quite solid McTominay and Fred of late when they play together. We've got a decent enough bench, obviously, Van der Beek.
Give us the full bench again, Cam. Let's have a look at that. So it was Henderson, Tellez, Tuanzebe, James, Jesse's on the bench. That's the first time he's been on the bench for a minute. Feels like it is if he's not.
It's always whenever someone's suspended or injured.
Mata, Matic, Van der Beek and Greenwood.
That's a very strong bench. Strong enough.
What are you guys saying in the comments? Happy with that? Disappointed with that? Any particular thoughts on that? Can we see the comments?
I'm staring at it trying to work out what formation we're going to play.
It's got to be a diamond, hasn't it?
It's got to be a diamond, surely. So you're talking about width and the lack of it.
Yes.
Pogba will more than likely be on the left of the diamond.
If it is
where he does like to play.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's not.
It might allow him to be a little bit more progressive in terms of his positioning. He can go forward a little bit more. And he does tend to work well in that left inside area.
Could you play Fred, McTominay as 6s, Bruno back in his 10, Pogba left wing?
Pogba left wing?
Yep. I said it.
Have you seen this man run?
I asked you a question, I didn't say it was my idea.
You can't have a 6'4" guy that's kind of languid style of Pogba on the left wing. Especially when he sprints and he's like got them 5 metre strides that are not that quick. No, I don't think I'd like to see it. I think what you will see is Martial drift off to the left. Rashford likes to do that as well. That's a problem though, because you've got too many players that like to operate in the exact same area. So sometimes that's when we become a little bit predictable. And that's when we fall into trouble, especially when teams sit back. So hopefully Rashford stays out on the right a little bit more. And Luke Shaw hopefully actually overlaps and does a little bit of running today. And Wan-Bissaka, it's a jury out on his forward play though, and he's overlapping.
I thought it looked good, didn't I?
Because it's important in a diamond that your fullbacks are...
It's vital. And we've got
get
two
up there and
that
provide
won't.
the width, and then we've got two that often don't. The issue with Luke Shaw is he does do it, but it's just, you can tell that he can do it better, or he can do it more.
My issue with him is how many times he stops on the ball and then plays a static
It's
pass.
not like he always plays terrible, or he's always shit. He just seems to play within himself. That's my problem with him. I don't think I've ever seen Luke Shaw sprint full out, run full out. He never looks like he's trying his hardest. It's just, it looks like a proper job to him, innit? That's the problem.
3 points all that matters. That's the top and bottom of it, innit?
3 points and then 1 step closer to 21.
3 points. That is all that matters. Because if you keep winning, it's literally within our hands that if we keep winning, and that includes obviously beating Liverpool, you are champions. But it's not that straightforward, sadly. And there's obviously going to be points we drop points. My fear is this squad deep enough to handle Europa League on a Thursday and then the Sunday?
That's probably what could end up fucking us. Thursday night football and the Premier League title charge, they don't seem to go hand in hand, do they? It's difficult. It's a proper strain on the squad. As you said, it's often quite thin.
I don't understand why it's a massive issue.
It seems to be though. It always seems to affect Premier League form for teams.
Well, clearly the teams that are in Europa League are not generally teams that are challenging for the title.
Do you think it's the travel though? It's the travelling.
No, I don't think it's the travel.
It's just
because you go as far in the Champions League. You know, we all like to think it's all Eastern Europe, but you know, we still play in like Belgium and Spain and stuff like that in the Champions League. I wonder how much of an impact the shift in everyone's schedule, Wednesday, Saturday, in theory is the same as Thursday, Sunday. But there's clearly something in everyone's routines which changes, and I don't know what it is, but it definitely changes.
And I think being a professional footballer,
routine
is
and is that
important.
Extra day? So we're playing Leicester, we're playing Villa, we're playing Thursday night in the arse end of nowhere. Is them having that extra day to prepare for us more beneficial to the opposition? And that's why you actually look worse coming off Europa League games. And then it might be 10% of travel, 15% of it of routine, 20% of it because the opposition get the extra thingy. And those intangibles might be enough to actually turn a 1-0 win to a draw.
It's difficult to quantify though. It can be a plethora of reasons. I don't know. It just seems to work that way. Thursday night football, you play on the Sunday, and it seems to affect form a little bit. And obviously it's a strain on the squad. Because if you haven't got the ability to field 2 teams, then you are going to have a number of players playing Thursday, Sunday, and then you might not feel like it should affect you that much in terms of your body and fatigue, and just as a human kind of nature thing, just being drained. So I don't know, it's like being psychologically drained, so I don't know. It's
of a global pandemic where you was locked up for 3 months. You came into the end of a season where you absolutely crashed. You had a truncated pre-season. And then you might have had COVID yourself in that time. All of these factors are going to hit a wall at some point. You mean because it doesn't exist?
Yeah,
Okay,
it does exist. I didn't say it didn't exist. There's more that meets the eye, man.
Could be a 4-2-2. It could be. I mean, there's not much difference in that and a diamond in the grand scheme of things. I'm seeing so many comments like this. Luke Shaw's been one of our most consistent players. Do you mean just ordinary? Because, right, do me a favour. Actually, tonight, do you know what? Just do me a favour, because I think a lot of people see what he does on the ball and go, oh, he didn't give it away. Because he's got an extremely high pass percentage because he doesn't play risky passes. And he also, right, watch the game tonight and you tell me if I'm wrong, right? I want you to look for a couple of specific things. One, Luke Shaw stopping and then passing the ball, right? If you don't see that, tweet me, and if you do, say, okay, yeah, I saw that tonight. Now, when that happens, he slows the momentum of everyone around him. But he goes, well, I completed a pass. Sound. Then what I want you to do is I want to look, when the opposition on the attack go, what Luke Shaw's doing. And I want you to see where he is, and I want you to go, is that the right position? Now, invariably, it's not. So I want you to go and look where Maguire is. And you'll see Maguire looking like he's just seen a toddler on a train track and go, fucking hell, and run into the gap that Luke Shaw's left. If I'm wrong, happily tweet me. But if I'm right, just say, do you know what? I actually saw what you saw.
I still feel ill about the Champions League exit. That game where he's playing left centre half. We played third at the back against Leipzig, and he's run out to the edge, like to the CDM position to press someone. For what reason, I have no idea. The ball goes over to
my agenda.
The ball goes over to the left wing. Instead of sprinting back into the box into position, he ambles back, almost as if they've not got the ball in the final third in the danger they're about to cross it. He doesn't get back into the box in time. Alex Telles has to cover over for where Shaw's missing, so he goes a bit more narrow. He goes over Telles' head to where he would have been if Shaw was there.
Correct.
And then they score, and then that's game done.
This is my issue, is that people will go, he didn't get dribbled past. Here's what happened. He was in the wrong spot. Someone moved over and covered, which created a gap in the centre of the pitch. They then targeted that. Bay came in last minute to cover that, and it's Bay that gets dribbled past or misses a tackle and it goes in. And everyone goes, fucking hell, what's Bay doing there? Yeah. Actually, what you should be saying is, where did that chain completely fuck up? And invariably, it'll be with our little left back. Now, like I said, if you don't agree with me, just do me a favour, please, and just watch the game with your own eyes, especially without the commentary, because I think the commentary can send it one way or another. We was watching the game the other night, weren't we? And I was literally arguing with people on Twitter and then looking up and watching him do daft shit. Because I remember you just starting bursting out laughing at some of the shit because I was like, what is he doing?
You know what it is? They're going to say it's an agenda, but what it actually causes you to do is to watch him more focused than the majority of fans will actually watch. And then when you actually watch him, he does do strange things. But I'm not completely on your level of thinking he's terrible every game, and because he does decent, he's steady majority of the time. He's not awful, but you can tell there's more in there from Luke Shaw. Like, there's more of a player than he's shown. And that's what disappoints me the most.
And the argument of he's better than Telles,
yeah,
I disagree. You can think that's fine, but I disagree. Yeah. And like, as for he's been our best defender, I honestly don't know where to start with that. It's just such a mad idea because Joe, it's probably Maguire. And even though Maguire's not been perfect, it's probably Maguire. And even though he's got faults which have been exploited, it's probably Maguire. And even though I don't think he leads the line anywhere near the standard of what a United £80 million centre-half should, it's probably Maguire.
But anyway, I think we've got to move on from Shaw because Steve can go on for hours and hours and hours and we haven't got that time for
We've got a super chat from Trevster92. I guess the other 91 names were taken. He says, great team. We should control midfield and let the front three attackers of Rashford, Marshall and Bruno do the damage. 3-0 win tonight. I'd love a 3-0 comfortable win. You feeling that?
Nope. I went for 2-1 prediction. I think it's going to be tight. It might be a nail bite this game.
Darius says, Ashley Young is gone, so Steve has a new whipping boy. And I was right about Young. He's fucking shit. From the Newcastle forward, it's definitely been Maguire. He was poor in that game. Could be 4-3-3 with Bruno playing false 9. He'll always play in the 10.
Yeah, that's a good choice, actually. What are your score predictions?
Yeah, go on. Give us your voice. Vegard says your voice is like butter.
What kind? That's important, by the way. What kind
Have you heard this about veganuary? What's all that about? Don't force that on me.
Don't speak to me about that.
I'm going to just buy wings every day through January for that. If I can find a wing place open. Nowhere's open no more.
Do you know why?
Do you understand it? Yeah.
Because of BJ.
I do know why.
Because of BJ, man.
Fucking BJ.
Fuck BJ. Nobody
5-0 says Daniel Riley. Imagine.
Nobody likes
That
BJ.
would be a statement and a half, that. Villa have been flying. Come and absolutely smack them up 5-0. I can't necessarily see that.
No, I can't see 5-0.
Teller's aimlessly crossing. No, I'd put on that. I would agree on that. I thought the other day, was it 7 unanswered crosses? 7 incomplete crosses? He's putting in some half-decent areas, but against the back three that had just completely drowned out Cavani. Better. I'll say it for everybody. It's on the guy crossing its responsibility. It's not on the guy in the box, it's the guy crossing it. That's Tellers,
Well,
that's when it's this guy.
Luca here says, does Howson reply?
No.
He just replied.
Harry says, I can't believe it's not butter. Tom says, ask Joe McGrath for wing places. I can give or take wings, me. Don't pull it out.
Whip it out.
Saw that enough in Singapore. Pogba's going to score. That'd shut some people up, wouldn't it? Everton are down by 1. Is David Moyes doing it again?
David Moyes.
They're having a hell of a season, them guys.
Everton are having a weird season. They're like fucking world beaters one week or for 2 weeks. Shit the next. It's better they are Everton. It's not surprising.
Marshall going to step up tonight. It'd be nice if he did. Hello from Cape Town. Oh, yeah, let's have a shout out. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. I know I said it earlier on Howson's Brew, but if you didn't see that.
I'm doing a poo before the game. Come on, United. Thanks for that. You might be a little bit nervous.
Okay. We've got Malta in the comments. Massive United fan base in Malta. We've got Taiwan, Saudi Arabia, Wicklow in Ireland, Portsmouth, Atlanta, Vancouver.
Vancouver? Is that in Canada?
Victoria, British Columbia and Victoria in Canada. That is like paradise from what I've seen.
Happy New Year from Dubai.
Got Jamaica. For the size of Jamaica, we have a lot of Jamaican fans. Norway, Bangladesh, Cincinnati.
You know nothing about Jamaica and size actually works out. Think about how significant they are.
What?
What do you mean?
You mean the cultural impact of a tiny little island?
Don't.
Yeah, it's fucking smashed it.
The cultural impact of a tiny island. That's
exactly what he's on about. It is. Fucking killed it. And I asked about Leon Bailey.
Did I actually say that correctly? Or is Cam just...
No, he's a fucking idiot.
He's a bit of a weirdo, isn't it? Oh, he's from the island.
I asked what the crack was with Leon Bailey. And he is a United fan. That might be a reason why we get
Jamaica would majority be United fans.
Reckon?
Yeah, I would think so. Wouldn't support a shit team like Chelsea.
Right, are we ready, everybody next door? No? Okay, I just saw hands coming up and I thought that was saying, let's go. Beard tips, don't shave it. Then you get a beard. San Francisco, Brit living abroad. Whereabouts are you watching in San Francisco? Because I went to a guy called, Danny Coyles? I watched a United game at a little bar called Danny Coyles in there.
Capos TV, Jamaican in the house, Capos TV. My dad's born in Manchester in Jamaica.
Wait, what? There's a Manchester in Jamaica?
Yeah, there is actually, yeah.
Oh, have they got a football team?
I don't think so. They've got a Jamaican Premier League, but I'm not sure Manchester has a team.
Oh, come on, man. We've got to do a shirt swap with them, haven't we?
Surely.
Who is the greatest player to play for United from Ireland? See, that is a hell of a question because we've had a couple of half-decent ones, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
A couple of half-decent ones. We've got Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. Is there a Manchester United in Manchester, New Hampshire? Because that'd be good, wouldn't it? Because there was a Manchester United in Swaziland, apparently. Couldn't ever get the shirt. United get exposed on the wings. It could happen. It could happen. Got Macedonia in the house.
Macedonia.
New Zealand, living fresh and free over in New Zealand, not giving a fuck about the pandemic. Manchester, Texas. Is that a real place?
Yeah,
Are people just writing?
Nah, there is Manchester from everywhere.
So we got people that are tuned in from Manchester, in Jamaica, in New Hampshire, and in Texas. That is actually wild.
Cultural impact from a tiny island sounds like Ireland as well.
Yeah, and Ireland, yeah.
Ireland, yeah.
The
very,
Republic
very
of
impactful.
Era. Era's had serious impact.
Jamaica, man.
The wallpaper in the background is terrible. It's not wallpaper. It's not real brick, but it's not wallpaper.
What is it then?
What?
What is it then?
I don't know.
I think it's wallpaper.
It's not wallpaper. It's plastic.
Plastic.
Do I think a diamond will work without wide players? Yes, but I'm sceptical. I live in South Texas.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Which one are you from, though?
It's the exact same place.
Manchester, Bosnia. Is that another team?
Bhutan. Never heard of that.
Are you ready to roll, lads? No, I don't. We ran out of shit 15 minutes ago. Everyone's waiting for you lot now.
We've got a man screaming. Oh, all right. I'm not going to repeat that anyway.
We lost all our comments. What are you doing? We ain't finished
Oh,
yet.
we're not finished? Hey, listen. Yo,
right, anyway, I'll quickly run
happens?
through the team
Everything
again
goes
for
wrong
you.
with Cam behind camera.
Yeah, I'll quickly run through the team again for you so you can actually see. Cam, you just move that out of the way.
What
please,
goes
so I
wrong?
can get
Just
it.
blame Cam.
So I can see. Let me see the screen. Not that screen, no, I don't want to see that screen, do I? Can you get the OBS up? Jesus, right. Right, obviously, so we got Big Dave is in net. We've got Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Baye, which I think a lot of people are pleased about. Alongside Maguire, we've got the Fredge, the McTominay, the Bruno, and the Pogs in midfield. And we got Rashford and Tony Marshall. And a hell of a bench is what we've got. Now, the bench could be important in this.
Yeah, Daniel James.
I was thinking about other players, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. That's a strong bench. The bench has players on it that would enable us to change the formation if it doesn't quite work.
Correct.
And that is ideal. Because obviously we've gone for a diamond today. I'm not sure whether I would have gone for that personally, but I'm going to have to see how it works out.
Lacking Cavani means that I understand he always wants to have a forward on the bench. And with Cavani not being available on the starting or the bench, that means that someone has to be on the bench, and that's Greenwood. So, and I know you've got Dan James on there as well, but you know what I mean. So I think he was almost forced. But why not Igalo?
Where is Igalo actually?
We've still got him for a month.
He's having an absolute holiday, isn't it?
I'm wounded he's going, mate. I am absolutely wounded he's going. Devastated he's going. This is the perfect time. This is what, just fill a bench. You might not come on, but fill a bench. Sound. I was thinking before, as a Gallo played in front of United fans.
Yeah.
Did he? Did he play any home games in February?
Against City. Against City in the derby when he came. I remember, yeah, he came on and held everything up. Remember?
Can't remember.
He was a beast. He was a beast that day.
So asking a question. Right, I believe all the reprobates next door are ready for your entertainment now. So I'll hand it over to Joe, to Jay, and to Adam. Enjoy. See you at half time.
Yes, everyone. This is the watch along for Manchester United against Aston Villa. A huge game for Man United today.
Massive.
Adam, which one? Jay, Adam, you two. There you go.
Jadam.
Welcome to the show, everyone at home. Welcome, you two. How are we doing today? We're doing well?
Yeah, feeling good, man.
We're
Feeling
excited
positive,
for what is a massive game. 10-0, Jay, and we go top.
This is it, and it's doable, isn't it? Hey, do you remember?
In a way.
Do you remember when the Scousers thought they were to beat Crystal Palace 8-0? Do you remember? Chris Ball, you were talking about it the other day. And then he got 3 goals up, didn't he? Like, it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
I thought it was happening because I was just scared of them
and
winning
then
it.
obviously they drew 3-0. But no, either way, a win tonight, it's still on, isn't it?
Yeah. And weirdly as well, Adam, by winning tonight, if we do, we stop Villa from going 1 point off top.
1 point behind us, isn't it? And
Well, it'll be on the same points as if they win their games in hand. Or if they beat us, they'll go above us.
yeah,
If they
Villa
win
are a
their games
very
in
good
hand, which is
team.
mad.
I think obviously people will be looking at the fixtures this week and probably would have thought that Wolves was the more difficult fixtures of the two. But I think after the summer transfer window that Villa had, the signings have made, And obviously the injuries that Wolves have in their ranks at the moment, I think this is the most difficult game of the week for United. We drew last season in this game thanks to a Grealish goal, which was out of this world. But when you look at Villa now coming to Old Trafford, they've got more in their ranks that can cause us problems. Last year it was kind of like, if you stop Grealish, you stop Villa. We didn't stop Grealish. But this year, you can stop Grealish. I don't know, Ollie Watkins, Ross Barkley. I've not seen their starting 11, so we'll bring that up in a bit. But any of those players could step up as well. And they've got a little bit of balance. And I think Dean Smith deserves a lot of plaudits for what he's done with that Villa team this season. And even just thinking of, they beat Liverpool 7-2. I don't think many people have made much of that, but that was an incredible...
It could have been 13-2 as well. For anyone who watched that, they had about 5 other chances that they missed, Villa. They were just pouring through them every 2 or 3 minutes for the last 10 minutes.
It can happen when you've got people like Ollie Watkins, when you've got the likes of Ross Barkley. Al Ghazi's added goals to his games recently. Traore looks like a good signing from Lyon. He come highly rated and didn't start off too well, but he's found his feet. And then in the midfield, they've got like...
You're a big
a
fan
version of us
right?
in McGinn and Douglas is kind of like McTominay and Fred, like, you know what I mean? And if not, some may argue it's better than McTominay and Fred.
Would you argue that?
I'd take Douglas right now.
I've not heard anyone argue that.
I've got a dog in the fight.
I'd take Douglas right now.
What about McGinn?
Like McGinn, I think Fred and everyone will look at McGinn and think I think people will look at them and think McTominay and McGinn. You compare those two, but I actually think McGinn's more comparable to Fred.
Right. Okay.
Fred might just edge it for me. McTominay or Douglas, I'd take Douglas. I think if we had Douglas, we don't need to play Fred and McTominay.
He could do it on his own.
Yeah.
Here's Aston Villa's lineup. Then Martinez, Cash, Konsa, Mings, Target, McGinn, Douglas Luiz, as you're talking about there, those two in the midfield. Traore, Grealish, El Ghazi, and Watkins. Pretty much, when I say pretty much, that's their strongest side, isn't it? That's as good as it gets for them. No Ross Barkley, the only sort of obvious absentee there.
Like Mac is saying, now they've got some good players there. You almost forget. You think, they ended up near the top. There's a reason for it. They've not just fluked it. Do you know what I mean? They've got quality there, and they didn't have that type of quality last season at Old Trafford. Arguably, admittedly, we didn't have the same team that we have tonight, but he certainly causes problems. And I wasn't a massive fan of Jack Grealish before the game at Old Trafford last season. I thought he was all right. I didn't know a lot about him, but I thought he was a bit inconsistent, maybe a little bit overhyped, I felt. But I couldn't have been more impressed with him because he got booted all over the pitch, and just kept getting up, kept wanting the ball, kept causing problems, got his goal, and it made me think that he'd be suited to come to United. Hopefully one day he will do as well, because I think he'd be a great talent for us.
I was convinced way before that.
I know you were, mate. You were banging that drum in 2005.
Yeah, when he was still at school. You heard rumours on the street.
Seeing this lad in the kindergarten, trust me.
Yeah, he's the one.
He's the truth, man.
Look at the calves on that 8-year-old. He'll go places, that guy. That's what you were saying.
Someone clipped that up. It's a bit weird.
That was what you were saying.
Don't blame it on me. It came out of your mouth, bro.
This is taking a turn for the worse. I shouldn't have gone down this rabbit hole. But what is it, Maka? You've been going about him. Why do you love him so much?
No, he ain't.
Come on. That's a bold statement. That's a bold statement. So go on.
Bruno Fernandes right now, and Sadio Mane, Salah, and Kane. Who's better than none of them? No, apart from them, no one's better than Grealish.
Come on, though. They are, though.
Based off what, bro?
Like what we've
Jack
seen
Grealish
from
kept
their
Aston
careers.
Villa up last season on his own, single-handedly, and now you've got players around him, and look where Aston Villa are going in the table. I think that speaks for itself. Everyone likes to talk about, players at big clubs and all that, and you can do it if you want, but Jack Grealish, he's unbelievable talent. He creates more chances than anybody, including our very own Bruno Fernandes. He attracts more fouls than anybody. He scores goals. He gets assists. And just watching him play football, I think he is a player that, if Sir Alex Ferguson was at the club, he's already signed him. Because he's that kind of maverick. He's that kind of mercurial talent that will just come through now. United might not sign him because we've got Bruno Fernandes and you've got Rashford who plays on the left, and you've got players that will play in those positions. But if I was Man United manager, he'd already be
do you know what?
Don't get me wrong, sorry, just quickly.
No, go on.
I think Jack Grealish is a fantastic player.
Yeah, I'm not
worthy of playing at Man United. One of the better players in the league, but to say he's top 3 or 5, I think.
I don't know about that. To be honest with you.
Right now, in the league this season, which 4 or 5
this season isn't what you
but that's
said
what
at
I
the
said.
start.
That's what I said. He's top 5 right now.
It's going to be
top
the game's not even kicked
Premier
off
League
yet.
players
It's going to be a long
right
afternoon.
now
evening.
top 5 dead or not dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
Top 5.
What?
It just rhymed.
In
Like
the
saying
history,
it.
top 5 dead or alive.
Top 5
Hey.
in the Premier League right now. Jackie Grealish is there, bro.
Jackie Grealish.
I think
He's
if you're
busy.
saying right now, then maybe you
But
you
that's
could
what I
make that
said
go.
from the start.
You said he's top
Regardless
top 3 or
of
5
that,
players in the league.
Regardless,
Anyway.
right? You're saying like you don't know where, but he's one of those players in it that he'd fit in. You'd fit in.
Would he
He's
though?
made for United.
Would he though?
He's made
can't
for
he play
United.
like
We say
anywhere?
that,
He's made
but
for United.
We said get Marshall, get Lukaku, get Rashford. We'll fit him in. Were you trying to play
We
two of
ne-
them on the left wing? Lukaku don't really work for you. Like there are players who we think they'll fit him in. Di Maria or with Sanchez or whatever. I'm not saying
To be fair,
all
right, I
these
get
things,
where you're
but
coming from,
It's
but
easy to say we'll
it
fit
was a
him in.
different time, different era.
Yeah.
Di Maria, we played him off the striker. We just didn't. That was Van Gaal. Like, let's play Rooney in midfield and Di Maria up front. Let's see if that works.
Yeah.
And leave Herrera on the bench. It was just madness. Someone like Jack Grealish, I've not seen anywhere near as much as he has. But for me, he looks like someone who can play almost anywhere. And he's that talented and that, you can sort of change it around a bit. So I think you'd fit him in. My only concern is if you did bring in someone like Jack Grealish, and it'd be an amazing problem to have, is would that mean you need one holding midfielder rather than two? And if you do, we'd probably need to bring someone else in as a holding midfielder because I don't think we've got that in a minute. Hence the reason why tonight you've seen Fred and McTominay starting together.
I do think when Pogba eventually leaves Manchester United, because we've already brought in a Donny van der Beek, your replacement for Pogba, in my opinion, should be a holding midfielder that can do the job on its own and allow you to play 2-8s if you want. Because I think against Wolves, I know it was for a short period in that game, but against Wolves, we went to that. We kind of played Pogba and Bruno as the 8s for the last 15, 20 minutes, and I thought we played our better football at that point. And I'd like to see us do that more, but because we haven't got that natural holding midfielder outside of Nemanja Matic, who was very good against Wolves, I thought, but we can't play him every week. You kind of have to play the two.
I think that's one of the best he's been since. Well, no, not one of the best.
Matic.
The best he's been since last season, Matic.
Best he's been since he signed a deal.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
was brilliant.
Definitely
He
since
was,
his new
actually,
deal.
him and Bailly were brilliant.
I thought Matic was a contender, if not the man. I can't remember called him man of the match. I think he might have.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like you say, him and Bailly played very well. And the only sad thing about that is, full well, you can't get that from Matic week in, week out.
Can we talk about Eric Bailly?
Of course you can.
Absolutely. Go
How
ahead.
good was he the other day?
Brilliant. That one bit that really illustrated it is, and I often say this about Maguire, and I'll defend Maguire. I don't like to think blindly, but I think he has got more criticism than he deserved over the last few months.
Yeah, I get where you're
But
coming
one
from.
thing, there was a point when, I think it was Adama Traore, I can't remember who it was, maybe it wasn't Traore, but anyway, Wolves were counter-attacking, and Maguire was one-on-one with his man. And Bailly was like, you ain't keeping up with him here. So he ran over to him, covered Maguire, and then the ball got passed behind Bailly. He ran back over to the left-hand side and covered the other man and cleared the ball up.
There was one of those.
He covered everything.
That's men now.
Is that
so
the bit
quick.
where Maguire kind of, where Maguire does that thing where he wins the ball, but he kind of gets all clunky and can't turn and just holds whoever's
he needs
there.
a bit of oil in
and
his
then
joint.
Bailly just ran around him, and I love that.
It was brilliant.
I love that.
And
It's like when you shield the ball on FIFA in the corner, and your teammate nicks in front of.
He's another one, isn't he? Like, if we could have Bailly week in, week out, you'd probably be happy. It's just we don't.
That's why I
we
haven't
don't.
really been speaking about him though, because there's this. Well, he'll be injured next week, so
it's-
why get carried away?
it's
Why
that-
get excited?
It's true, though, isn't it? We've had it every season, haven't we, since he came? So
And the sad thing is, every club, every team has players in there like that where you think, actually, he's one of our best players. Or actually, if he could keep it together, he'd be the guy. Or
Who
this
was it
person
for
would be the guy.
Arsenal again? Is it Diaby?
They've had loads there.
Really-
Diaby.
he was meant.
He was really good,
Yeah.
wasn't he? And he was just
Abu
constantly
Dhabi, yeah.
injured.
remember when he
constantly
scored
injured.
for them and for us at Old Trafford?
Yeah, fantastic.
That
Don't
game.
mind that. But yeah, every team has
Wenger
it.
got sent to the
Eric
stands.
Bailly is one of those where you go,
Yeah.
if he was fit every week, he'd be incredible. But as we say so many times, and Ronaldo said it perfectly, I can't remember the exact phrase he used.
The
but
best ability is availability.
Exactly. The best ability
Ronaldo
is
said it
availability.
perfectly.
But
Ronaldo.
I can't remember it.
He was that shocked with it.
Our
Yeah,
Ronaldo.
he was that shocked with
He
your
was-
first bit of that sentence. You forgot what the actual
Our
quote
Ronaldo
was.
or Cristiano
No,
Ronaldo?
no,
Ronaldo
Ronaldo.
Nazario.
You know how a broken clock's right twice a day.
He was quoting someone else, but yeah, one of the best abilities is availability.
He was quoting
They
quoted
quoted someone
on his
else
own.
incorrectly. They said something else completely, and he came out
To
with
be
that.
fair, no.
But it's
Is
a
that-
huge
oh,
point.
look, finally, decent punditry.
Andy Cole.
Oh, I love Andy Cole, mate.
It's very rare you see
Andy,
him.
That's what I mean. That's why it's
Andy
great.
Two great strikers there, Darren Bent. He was, funnily enough, Darren Bent, I used to always want him to sign for United.
Because
Do
he
you know
played
that?
for Villa.
When he was at Charlton. When he was at Charlton and Ipswich, he was fucking class, mate.
Look
He
at that,
scored
Andy
goals
Cole
fun.
there.
And I used to say to people,
5 Premier League
if
titles.
Darren Bent was Spanish, you would want him.
You say
kinda
that about
true.
everyone, though.
It was kind of true, though.
You
Darren
said-
I
Bent
don't know.
was-
I'll be honest with you. I wasn't like he was all right. I wasn't someone that I wanted. You know.
Because what used to frustrate me was You'd have a striker in Italy like pop up for one season and score loads of goals, and everyone be like £70 million now.
Like Casaraghi, whatever.
Yeah, but then like Darren Bent would be doing it every year in the Premier League, and nobody would be saying snap. Jermaine Defoe.
I was literally just saying that.
Yeah, there you go.
Jermaine Defoe was the
I would put
same.
Jermaine Defoe
Maybe that's
United.
not his best record.
He had that exact same thing where, what do you say? He's got 150 league goals, and you're like, how did he get them? And no, he went.
Do
to
you
Tottenham,
think
was
though
a sub.
that like?
I don't know if he's
Ledley
actually got
King. Someone
150.
mentioned injuries about.
Yeah, that's a great shout. Those players were like good enough, though. The right top level. I thought they were very, very good. I don't think they were like.
I agree. Yeah.
Who's that?
Like the likes of Darren Bent and Jermaine Defoe. I thought they were very, very good. Very good.
Imagine,
I just don't,
though.
at the time where United were at then.
Imagine though,
I don't think
Fergie
they
takes
were
a
quite-
Defoe from West Ham.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like 2003.
like,
Like
imagine
then.
that.
Yeah. I
Like-
just didn't think they were like.
Instead of Louis Saha. Or
Yeah.
Who
did we sign in?
Well, it would have been 2003. Yeah, around that.
He would have joined with Rooney. Rooney would have been there shortly after. Imagine that. Rooney, Defoe, Ronaldo.
Van Nistelrooy.
Would have been instead of Tevez. Hey,
Oh God.
might have worked out long term.
Do you remember when Tevez scored 5 league goals and everyone sang Fergie, sign him up?
Do you remember when he scored? Was it against West Ham? Was it that thing? Not West Ham. Who was it? I can't remember when he went to the
Scored for City.
Fergie. No, for United.
The chairman of Marshall FC should sort of calm down on the old 5 league goals criticisms.
I'm just bringing it up as a
because you
point.
might have to eat a bit of humble pie then this
What?
season.
I've already said.
We're
starting already.
Martial's second Premier League goal is coming on May the 1st against Liverpool to seal the title.
Second.
So, and he'll be worth it.
And it
I'll
was
tell you what,
He'll be worth it.
if that's true, I'll take that right now, mate.
Bruv, it'll be his 10th goal of the season.
If we have to wait.
Because he'll score a couple in the Europa League and that.
Right,
It
okay.
don't matter, bruv.
All right. If
Everyone has
if
a
he
bad
scores
season,
a
as
title,
long
if
as
he
you
scores
goal.
a title-winning goal, then. Do you remember when after his first goal, everyone changed his Wikipedia page to like after his first goal against Scousers, he's the greatest player ever to play football and all that.
That might be.
Yeah, I thought it was more.
People saying, and I would say quite rightly in the comments, Darren Bowe.
Darren
Bowe?
Bowe?
That's Jermaine Defoe and Darren
Darren
Bent
Bowe.
at the same time.
Do you know what I mean?
Jermaine Defoe greater than Darren Bent. He was, let's be honest. Darren
I think
Bent was good,
Jermaine
but
Defoe had
he's
better
not
PR
Jermaine Defoe,
than
is
Darren
he?
Bent.
Yeah,
And a
I
better
like
goal
Darren.
scoring record. And he was
better footballing ability.
He was helped, Jermaine Defoe, by the fact that he was a better player than
I
Darren
always
Bent.
think that Harry Redknapp saying Sandra could have scored that actually damaged Darren Bent's
Reputation.
status. Yeah, his reputation, his
And
brand.
probably mental health.
Yeah, he's not a very nice
Maybe
thing
I'm
to say.
remembering things wrong, but I
know what I
thought
mean?
Darren Bent was the business.
Darren Bent was a good player, but he wasn't.
He was no Andy Cole.
Jermaine Defoe.
That's what I'm saying. Eh?
Yeah.
Neither
Didn't he
of
get
them were.
Ipswich into Europe?
Hey, just by himself.
Some archaic.
Yeah.
Did he score twice
Look at
against
his goal
Fulham?
record, bruv.
Right,
on
go
now.
on.
Why were you even? Oh yeah, Darren Bent.
20 and 50.
For those who aren't in England, who are in England who aren't watching Sky Sports, Darren Bent is one of the pundits on the
Yes.
Man United game
All right,
tonight.
look.
That's why we're talking about him.
31 goals in 68 Premier League games for Charlton fucking Athletic, bro.
Right.
Then he had a little bit of a dip at Spurs where he scored 18 in 60, which is still good. Sunderland, 32 in 58. For Sunderland.
But that's the point, isn't it? With the Spurs ones where he should have been like,
Yeah.
boom. That's
You gotta
what
step
that's
up
what
when you go to
scuppered
the
him
big
there.
club.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
People always act like it's easier to score goals for big teams, and that isn't true.
No.
Like obviously, big teams often score more goals than smaller teams, but there are so many players who, when they're with a small team, have an impressive goal scoring record, and then they make that move and they don't get those same amount of goals. So like you said, he should have stepped it up when he went to Tottenham rather than getting worse. He's a good player.
yeah. Oh no, yeah.
You didn't carry on with the rest of his stats there. You read some very choice seasons. Go on, read the rest of it.
That was his team.
Well, I think we've covered.
He only
Darren
played for
Bent.
3 teams.
Ipswich, Charlton, Spurs, all that. We stopped at Villa.
All that.
Yeah, that's it.
And I should hate him really because I remember I seen him once and was at the German market and I went, "Yo Ben, this was like before I was
Ben.
in YouTube.
Yo,
So
Ben, nice
if
one.
I saw a
yeah.
footballer, I was getting a picture with him,
All right, let's be Bezzies.
and I was like, "Yo Darren,
Yo, Ben.
Darren."
How old are you at the time?
It's probably about 16.
Yeah,
probably
he'd
in
have been
college,
like,
and he
right.
just
you
fully
know,
just blanked me.
Yeah. There was a nice Tommy Docherty tribute there on Sky Sports as
yeah.
well.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yep.
Sad news about Tommy Docherty passing on, and you see from the reaction on Twitter, the those that watch the United team under Docherty, it was one before my time, believe it or
Yeah,
not. but
same.
I've
Obviously.
heard nothing but good things about it. And
Yeah.
He got us promoted from the second division.
did
didn't
mate won the FA Cup against the Scousers, stopping them winning the treble.
Yeah, and like
Right?
you
Have a
said,
bit of that.
he was one of the managers that
Was that the Norman
people at the
Whiteside one?
time.
No,
was
that was
earlier?
later on.
Who scored
Norman
in that
Whiteside.
final?
The 77, I think, was it Macari and McElroy? Going in and out that name.
Sammy McElroy.
I think so. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's before my time.
My uncle still has me convinced Sammy McElroy is my uncle.
He probably is.
Might be, you know. My family's from Belfast too.
Let's look into that.
I remember when I met Sammy McKola and I wanted to go.
Did you tell him?
No, I wanted to go. Look at bro. A brown fella walking up there. He's like, yeah, you're my uncle. He'd be like, what? But it could be like, we could do a video. We should get Sammy McElroy and me to do a video.
You could be from the same McElroy family.
Yeah, because he's from the same city, same everything.
Same surname,
and my
same
uncle's
city.
my uncle's like, yeah,
you could do like a detective
your uncle
show
used to
together.
play for Man United, telling me like that. So I used to tell everyone.
McElroy.
But as I got older, I've grown more convinced that
grown
that it's maybe not true.
Oh.
But it is true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna believe the truth or the legend.
My uncle is the
believe
last of the Busby babes. So
There you go. There. See.
Congratulations.
Eddie Road. We've gone down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Thanks.
United's last 5 home games.
There's only paid tributes to Tommy Dockett. We've ended up talking about McElroy's uncle.
No, that's because of the final, isn't it? McElroy and Macari.
Oh, look at them results.
Yeah,
Rest in
United's last
peace
5 home games.
to Tommy
We
Dock.
started and you were particularly upset and distraught, I would say, with United's home form earlier in the season.
Yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow.
You look at the last 5 there, obviously the 3-1 loss to Paris stands out, but even in that game, we created plenty of chances, could have won the game, even though 3-1, we didn't win it.
Yeah,
fair
I
enough.
get where you're coming from.
The form and the performances generally have been much better at Old Trafford in recent weeks. Do you think that, I know we lost away the other week, so it kind of lost a bit of that constant record. We drew to Leicester.
Yeah.
Finally, we're sort of putting it together away and at home. And now going into this game, for instance, against Villa, you don't think, shit, we've got terrible home form, we're probably going to drop points here.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it was sort of frustrating for me. Not just the losses, the nature of them. Like the Palace one against the Palace side that are about 17th at the minute. The Spurs one, I don't need to go into that one. And this is genuinely, and I'm not exaggerating for effect, the worst Arsenal side I've ever seen in Premier League. It's worse than like Bruce Rioch's.
Exaggerate. They are the worst Arsenal
They're
side
terrible.
in the Premier League.
And all right,
It's
you can
a
look at
fact.
the game and say, it wasn't like they dominated us or whatever, but we still lost at home to a crap Arsenal team. And it's just not good enough. You can't keep making excuses for it. And it needed addressing. And I think we have done. I think you look at the emphatic win over Leeds. And even the Wolves win, it's the sort of game where that could easily have been a 0-0 and Wolves were dogged and having a pun, but pops up with a win in the end. And you think there is that belief now.
Pardon the pun.
I know, it's terrible.
Just a wolf pun. United's home form then. We
talking about
before.
blowing houses down.
Well, no, because before. Yeah, exactly.
I want to say something before you move on, talking about football, serious stuff and that.
A bit late, but yeah.
We all know on this channel Charlie is a red, right? You know
Yeah, of
Charlie.
course.
You don't
Yeah.
know who Charlie is because Charlie was here before you.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Joe. Johnny come
noob.
lately.
You're noob.
Joe come lately.
Noob.
Hey, newbie new.
Joe come lately,
Yeah.
anything. So go on then, carry on.
Joe come in his own mouth.
Right,
lately.
enough. Why did I encourage this behaviour? That took a massively dark turn.
What is being said?
Okay, anyway, back to
Please
what we were talking
continue.
about. Charlie is a red. If you remember him from the first ever time we spoke to him was outside the Etihad after we lost 1-0 against City, and he did a mad fan cam which went viral because he was really young and he was really smart.
Very good.
When
very
at that era we had
articulate.
Arsenal fans being morons and all that, and then you had Charlie as a red being an angel. Well, now he's grown up, hasn't he?
Don't
We know
tell me
Charlie
this,
is a red.
Macca.
He's getting
Don't.
older. He is now making tunes, bruv.
Stop it.
He is now spitting them bars, bruv.
Spitting
I'm not joking.
bars.
His dad dropped me a message, said, "Yo, check this out." Charlie's been going through it at the moment, recently.
Yeah.
And he's made some tunes. So I've told him, I've just DM'd him and said, jump in the comments and post your link there so people can check your tune out.
Is he the nanny guy, Charlie? That was Charlie.
No, that was William.
Ah, sorry.
Says, Nanny, you can come
That
and
was
sit with me and my
Colin.
dad. Nah, Charlie's out-tacticked them.
Yes.
He made that word.
think I
And then
spoke
Men
to
in
Charlie,
Blazers
I-
and all these Americans started snapping him up.
I
And I was
spoke to
there
him
like,
once when I covered a few on fan cams at the Etihad.
where's my phone
think.
call?
Yeah.
No Men in Blazers want to phone me. No phone calls for me. The one that's making all these people. Like, nah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, just
Disrespectful.
But yeah, back to
Well,
the
that's
game.
good. We can get that link in the comments. Then.
Yeah, so go check out Charlie's
I don't know if he'll be able to put the link in because
Charlie is a red on Twitter.
but you'll have to. You can send the link.
And he is.
to Cam or to you, and you can send it to Cam, and we can put it in. Yeah, look at United's last 5 home games. We've talked about that. Bring the team back up a sec if we can, and we'll go through the team. One thing that I haven't been the biggest fan of this season is the diamond. And again, I've made the point before that most of the reasons and most of the times we've actually played the diamond, it's because of a restricted personnel rather than because I think Ole loves it. Like we saw it when Martial was suspended. We would see a split strikers of Rashford and Dan James. We saw a few times. We've seen it in the past as well against Arsenal, where we play these split strikers in this diamond formation. But it's because people aren't available. Cavani was injured, I think, at that time, which is why we played that. Do you like the diamond? And again, it seems Cavani's unavailable. Obviously he's suspended at the moment. Do you think that's why we're playing the diamond? Do you think Ole actually likes it, or do you think he sort of resorts to it when we don't quite have the balance in the squad that he wants to play with the wingers and the striker?
Part of me thinks he does like it, because I think if he wanted to, he could play like 3 up top. He could play Greenwood on the right, or even Dan James is giving him games. I don't think it's like I haven't got the option. So I think he must like it. But it's been, you can't really say, the diamond definitely works or it doesn't work, because we've had so many different results with it, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've had, there wasn't Leipzig the diamond, the win.
For large parts of it, yeah.
The win.
Yeah,
and then we've had
Arsenal,
exactly. So you look at it go from one extreme to the other. So it's not like there's a blueprint where you go, this formation is suited for this team and it works all the time, or it's a disaster. So I think he must fancy it. And I think the one good thing about it is it's sort of, part of the problem is when you have the 3 up top, on the right hand side of that 3, you feel like you're just putting square pegs in round holes. I know Mason can play there, and he played well last season there, but it's probably not his best suited position. Dan James probably isn't at the levels we want. So it's like you're forcing the issue a little bit when you've got 3 up top. Marcus on the left and Martial in the middle is fine, but that right hand side seems to be the problem. But when you go into this formation and you have Marcus and Martial up top, then it's not as much of an issue as it your front 3 is not, or your front line isn't. Like there's one problem.
A big bonus about this formation is at times is because Martial and Rashford will occupy the defence, and we've got a midfield 3. Bruno can find himself free and in a lot of space at times. Obviously, there's times where Martial and Rashford will split. Bruno will push up onto the centre halves, but it's good for if Bruno's in that hole and he can attract. Is it Konza and Mings playing today? Who are both very talented defenders. But if he can attract one or both of them to him, he'll leave a lot of space in behind. And we know the way he likes to pop the balls around the corner and all that.
Some people as well saying that it might not be a diamond, it might be a 4-2-3-1 with Pogba on the left-hand side, because he does tend to drift. But it would surprise me if it was.
Well, he was on, where's Marcus on the
right?
right?
I guess then he's on the right-hand side, but it'd be strange for me to push Rashford out onto the right wing for Pogba. Because I know Pogba can play on the left and he drifts to the left, but he's not a left winger.
No,
he's not a left forward like Rashford is when he plays on that side. I'm not saying it won't happen.
No, I get where you're coming from completely. Yeah, it does seem a little bit odd.
We've never really seen Pogba play left wing.
It's like you're putting both Pogba and Rashford in positions that aren't their preferred.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas in this position, Rashford isn't doesn't love playing as a central striker, but can do it, and that is Pogba's preferred position.
Yeah.
So why switch 2 people?
There's nothing wrong with Rashford on the right,
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but I think he prefers the left, and I think he's better on the left.
Preference and
no, but he's better on the left.
Yeah, he's more natural on the left.
Yeah,
I still think he brings you the same threats from the right.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, and that's why I think Martial on the left, Rashford on the right, Cavani
you said
the middle
that, you've been saying this for a little while.
Can be used in certain. Obviously, you want
to
keep one of those back sometimes on the bench and all that stuff.
But at least then, at least then though, Martial is quite happy on that position.
And there's an argument to be made that Martial is as good on the left as he is up front.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think there's an argument that Pogba is better as a left winger than he is playing.
What's good
as
about that
8.
position is you're not really a winger in a 4-2. You are wide in a 4-2-3-1. You're not actually a winger that has to get back and go forward and get back in the traditional sense. And that may suit Pogba in that if we play a 4-2-3-1 and you've got, say, Fred or McTominay protecting Shaw, Pogba has more freedom in that. So then he can link up with Bruno, who will drift wide and go through and then go into the middle. And you can potentially see that. And who plays? Is it Matty Cash that plays on the right for them or top? He can help pin that full back as well.
Was it Goodison Park when he played there on the left, Pogba?
When he came on,
when he had a bit of a stormer. A couple of years ago, Marshall scored that. World. It was on the left.
He's best in a 4-3-3 on the left.
Yeah.
And you get closer to that position when you play a 4-2-3-1.
I remember him having a really good game at Goodison Park as a sort of always on the left. Right.
I think he drifts to the left, but he doesn't go past his man and attack the box like Rashford does.
I get.
Martial does off the left.
I get where you're coming from.
He's not squaring up his man, knocking it past him.
It was a similar thing in the semi-final, wasn't it? Against Spurs in the semi-final, he was on the left of the midfield, and he did a good job there as well. But he wasn't like a left winger.
But he can do those kind of things. If you think about the penalty that he won against Spurs, Like that was. I know
So
that
when people say
That was on the right,
we
wasn't
don't
it?
miss Pogba, and he came on and it was like,
Remember, and then you
within
watch
2 minutes, he's like, we miss Pogba.
Yeah, and you
he
watch
needs to
the
start every game.
documentary as well, the All or Nothing, and Jose was like, if Paul Pogba comes on,
No, he goes. Paul Pogba is going to be coming.
Paul
back.
Pogba's going to come on, and you're going to foul him, and it's going to be a penalty or something. It's literally like, and then they did it. Ex boss, I'll just call you boss.
You know, things
with
like
the
that. Hang on,
super
one
chat,
sec.
one
Go on.
sec.
Yeah, sorry.
£10. Thank you very much, mate. Happy New Year. Thanks for the great content throughout 2020. Look forward to more. Have a drink on me. Cheers very much, mate. There will be plenty more.
You
And
see,
we'll
with
keep
things
them
like
coming as
that,
well.
do you think Mourinho has spoke that into existence by
Maybe.
putting it into his players' heads, or he's
Very-
just
very-
such a great manager that he knows that's going
literally
to
can
happen?
read it.
Because
I think
of
there's a bit of both
very
there.
existential
Because
question,
I
this.
bet when Eric Dyer's behind Paul Pogba and he's thinking, fuck, I'm going to foul it. And then he thinks,
Yeah.
well, you know what? Jose already
He said this.
Like, he can't be that mad at me. He said it was going to
Yeah.
fucking happen.
If anything, I've made
go
him
for
look
it.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when Sergio gave that penalty away the other day. It was like, well, Jose said it would happen.
You
And
knew it was going to happen, mate. It's your fault, if anything.
Like his players making mistakes make him look better.
Yeah,
because he predicted those mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. 10 minutes till kick-off then, Jay.
Yes.
We'll go around the table. Give me your score predictions. Let me know how you think this game is going to pan out.
I can't remember what I said in the preview. I think I was
Again,
just sort of
we've
said
seen the team
4.
now.
Yeah,
You
I've
get to
seen
make
the
another
team. And I think it is going to be a close game, like we've all discussed. Villa have got quality. It's a strong United team. You know, you can argue whether it's our strongest. Probably not our very strongest, but not far off it.
It doesn't get much stronger, does it?
No, there's my fine margins. So I think it'll be close, but I'll go with a 2-0 to United. I know it's a big ask for this team to keep a clean sheet, but you never know, especially with Eric Bailly playing.
2-0. Get your comments in. Your predictions in the comments as well, and I'll read a few of them out. Adam, what are you thinking?
I was going to go 2-0, but I'll go 3-1. Just be a bit different.
A few goals. We could do with a few goals.
I got a feeling we might concede.
Yeah.
Because we're confident. We'll look to open up a little bit. But then, like I think Eric Bailly's been a massive improvement alongside Maguire, and that's not because Lindelof was particularly playing bad, but I feel Lindelof and Maguire are very similar in the way they try to defend, the way they come out from the. And Bailly is completely different to both of them, so he provides
every man on the
every
planet.
ever seen.
It's just there's no one like him on the earth.
I love him, though, man.
Yeah, I love him as well.
But yeah, 3-1.
I think Eric Bailly is a better defender when you're playing against teams that are trying to counter-attack you. I think his pace, is not just his aggression, but his decision-making. Like, he's so decisive. Sometimes that leads him to be well out of position. Sometimes it doesn't. But when you're being attacked and counter-attacked and you've got a high line on the halfway line, he's perfect for that.
Yeah.
Eric Bailly, the positions I wouldn't necessarily... I would maybe favour Lindelof over him, is in the bigger games when we're going to be sitting back and you need someone who is positionally a little bit more sound, who is... I don't know, I just think sometimes Bailly can stray and can drift.
Also, as well, when Ollie does play free at the back, you wouldn't put Bailly in that free, I don't
No.
think, because he doesn't like it.
No.
He's had dramas there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Whereas Lindelof and even Shaw
Yeah.
and Maguire can sort of handle that. But I think, we've all discussed it, and I think every United fan who's watched Eric Bailly says the same thing. If he could stay fit, he'd be a first-team player, but he just can't. And, I don't even have that much expectation or hope that he'll stay fit, because I've seen it now for, 3 or 4 seasons.
He's not 21.
It just doesn't happen. And I wish it would, because you go back to that game when Marcus Rashford scored 2 goals against the Scousers, and Eric Bailly scored that own goal, but he was still man of the match.
Yeah,
for me.
brilliant.
He was fantastic.
That's the one at near post where he just put it straight past him.
It's like he scored an own goal, but yet was still man of the match. It was like the most Eric Bailly performance you can get. He was just fantastic. And I remember thinking, if this guy could stay fit, we'd have a title challenging us. Because this is, at the time,
If he could have stayed fit,
you know what I mean? But he just doesn't.
Jose Mourinho would probably still be in a job. Because that was what sent him mental, wasn't it? Not getting a centre-half.
And if you had him, then he'd be good. Like you say, he'd be good enough, man. Because he is immense when he's fit. He's just. It just doesn't happen for him. His touch of the Rafael de Silva's about him. Just doesn't get that run you want him
to. John Officer says 2-1 last minute winner from Mason. That'd be nice. A lot of 2-1s United. Daniel, Mahia, Archie, Matt W. all saying 2-1. Someone before said 20-0, which would be nice because that would put us top of the league, and then with 10 extra goals to spare.
Nice, yeah. 20-0.
Yeah, exactly. Mardragon says different than everyone. Eric is king. Yeah.
Mardragon's one of the winners, isn't it?
Yeah, he won. I think it was a poster the other day.
The Hope posters.
Yeah, he won the Hope poster.
We've
still got I think it's 5 or 6 gifts still to go on the 12 Days of Paddock members only giveaway. The link to become a member is in the description if you want to join and become a member. We also put a members only podcast out today. So for all of you who are members, if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you check that out. The 12 days of Paddock, basically, we are giving away 12 gifts for the 12 days of Christmas. We're giving away Paddock shirts, we're giving away copies of FIFA, copies of Football Manager. And on the final day, the 6th of January, the day of the derby, we'll be giving away a Sony PlayStation 5 to one of our members. So if you want to join, become a member, be in with a chance of winning, and also get all the extra content that we put out for members, click the button, join as a member, and you will be automatically entered. We've got a couple of super chats as well. Adam Gasher with a $20 super chat says, little gif. Thanks for being you. You're welcome. Thank you very much for your super chat. And Peter Kelly with a £2 super chat. We will be at least 5 clear by the end of January.
That's sort of
21 is coming indeed.
We found the first originations of 21
is it you?
It was me.
When?
400 weeks ago.
When was that?
According to my Instagram. Because that's how it tells
about
you.
4 years. 400 8 years. 8 years, sorry.
Fucking hell.
Mate. 8 years?
You know, 100 weeks a year.
Because you know why?
How can it
guess
be 8
what it was
years
on?
ago?
No, guess what it was
50
on?
weeks in a
it was
year.
7 and a bit years ago.
So we were saying 21
Yeah.
in 2012.
The video that
so
basically, if you let me speak,
we don't need to let you speak.
We're
arguing about
arguing.
maths.
Yeah.
I'm arguing about maths. You're arguing about footy.
I'm just going to tell you.
Right, go on then.
The video, remember when we did that video where we all said thank you to Fergie?
Yes.
I was in a suit in that video because I just come from work.
No, because you went and got
saying
dressed in a
thank you to
suit
Fergie.
because you thought you were fucking
And we were saying thank you to Fergie.
Mac is just getting changed into his suit.
What? A yellow tie somewhere. And so on that, I posted a screenshot of that video because every video I made would go on my Instagram back then because it was new to us and that. Yeah. And I posted a caption in there saying #21 is coming. So that was the thank you Fergie video. And it was...
That couldn't have been any quicker. That was literally when we just won 20. That's like, mate, we hadn't even lifted the trophy yet. We still waiting for the parade. That you can't have got. No one could get before then.
That's how bad we were.
20 barely existed.
That's unless someone tweeted like the moment Van Persie scored or whatever
I've
it was.
already been this panicked this week.
That can't happen.
So we all know, we'd be getting carried away in that. And everyone's been shouting at me for saying 21 is coming and stuff.
Well, no one can shout at you now.
I've
surely.
already started
Although
planning
it is
22.
It is strange that Villa have got just as good a chance of winning the league as we have.
When we win 21, then we're going to start singing Taylor Swift 22 at all the games.
I don't know about you,
but I'm feeling 22.
Yeah, man.
It's coming, bro.
Let's get
it's
stuck
happening.
into
Me
that.
and Jane are the tuners, Fucking hell.
Love
it's
a
a
bit
great
of
start.
yeah.
At least 2 of the 75,000 know the song.
Exactly. And we'll start in the Stretford end and what? You got a problem? Bit of Taylor Swift? No, you're the dickhead.
Jay in the tiara.
A lot of people say
nothing they'd rather see than someone off a fan channel singing Taylor Swift. That would be like their greatest thing.
With a GoPro on his head.
Well, a GoPro looking out and one that's big looking back at you as well.
Sorry, my mates have got me back. Mates? Lads?
Mates?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm on
you
my
know
own.
you've got mates when you just call them mates.
Yeah.
People in the comments saying 22 is coming, 23 is coming, lads.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Come on, Joe. Embrace the optimism.
Voff with a super chat says, tried to get my nan to start saying mint. She just got a message. She bought mints for the next time I
Her
visit.
teeth fell out.
She bought mints for the next time he visits. Scott Carberry, he says, hey lads, hope you're all having a great new year so far. Up the Reds, let's do this, predicting a 2-0 win. I ain't said my prediction yet.
Go on,
I think
sorry,
we're
we
going
didn't
to see
ask you,
another
which
clean
was a
sheet
bit
tonight.
rude, mate.
Another clean sheet today. We've looked a little bit better defensively. I think it's going to be tough, but hopefully slightly better than the Wolves game. 2-0. 2-0.
Someone called Tony Forrester said, I don't know about thee, but I'm feeling 23.
Yes! Go on, my son. He smashed it with that.
Just every year. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 24.
Mate,
someone said we missed Ryan Weston's super chat. So can we find Ryan Weston?
Yeah.
Please?
I'll get it.
If it's gone off the screen, then can Cam find it?
I've got it. Ryan Weston, he said, thanks for getting me through the year, lads. How long are you sober for, Jay? I'm 2 years on Sunday. Shout out from Dublin 3-1. Congratulations.
Well
on being
done, Ryan.
2 years sober, Ryan. Fantastic.
That, mate.
Yeah, you can be sober and watch us.
Yeah, I'm 6.5 years, mate. June 2014. So well done, man. Each day at a time. Well done.
Yeah, very well done. Teams are coming out on the screen there. We've seen Jack Grealish. A lot of shots of Jack Grealish. And Adam
is manna from heaven.
Adam doesn't necessarily help this, but it is almost as though, much like Wayne Rooney, basically only exists as the whole front of Derby. No, there's no other Derby players, no other Derby managers, anything.
No.
Do Villa even have any other players other than Jack Grealish, as far as Sky Sports are concerned?
Well, as far as Sky Sports are concerned, probably not, but he knows a lot about him.
He said
Stop
single-handedly
saying that.
kept
I
them up.
watch Premier League football.
Right,
bro.
well, it's not.
They're a Premier League team.
Well, what are you getting offended for?
Stop alluding to the fact. Oh yeah, he's from Birmingham, so he must know
Mate,
about Aston
if I wanted
Villa.
to say you were from Birmingham, I'd say it. I
Sounds
didn't
like
say
someone's
that.
getting
Right?
defensive.
And
doesn't
He
it?
knows all about City. He does. He lives right around the corner.
He
from
knows
them,
all
by the
about
way.
them lot. And you know what I'm talking about with that comment,
Right, moving on.
right?
Moving on. Let's get the
You know
squad.
what I mean?
Let's get the team up on the screen
Fucking
one last time
hell.
before kick-off. For God's sake.
Jack Grealish supports United anyway.
He can't be
Jack
any
Grealish
worse
does
than he was
support
last time. He scared me the other day. I'm telling you now.
Oh, bro,
Mate.
I need to apologise to everybody at home. You know,
I was actually
I hate myself
a
when
bit
I'm on
worried.
Watchalong. So I know you hate watching me when I'm on Watchalong.
No, they
I don't
don't.
want to be here.
Passion.
I don't want to be moaning and screaming and shouting and calling people like Bruno twats and then a minute later loving them again. I don't want to be doing
You
that.
said I'd hate to play with Bruno as a dickhead once. I remember saying
That's just so.
I don't mean none of these things.
How angry can you be?
I don't mean none of these things. Without Bruno, I wouldn't even be happy anymore. We got a T-shirt that says similar
That's
things
true,
to that.
that's true.
Like, I don't mean these things, man. I'm a wanker. I'm a cunt.
Oh, mate,
if you
you're a
sit anywhere
football
near
fan,
me
come on.
in the Stretford end, you know I'm like that. Dean quoted one of the videos saying, I haven't missed being sat next to that.
Mate, if he's saying that, we've got
Like,
issues,
shit
mate. If
now.
he's saying that, he's the
I remember against City the other month. I was like, fuck's sake, McTominay.
Yeah, I think that sums you up, doesn't it? Ross Smith for the super chat. Happy New Year, lads. Even Cam, let's hope this year is better than the last one and maybe add a trophy or two up the paddock. Thank you very much, Ross.
Top lad, Ross.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, we saw the team on the screen there. We've seen them out on the pitch now. Bruno Fernandes, people were talking before the last game about he needs a rest. Rashford needs a rest. They
we were saying it during the game. Shows what we know.
Yeah, they combined in the 93rd minute to get the winner in that game. Is there a way, Adam, where we can somehow give these two a rest? Because it seems as though when it's a difficult game, it's only ever them two that pull us out of it this season.
And I got a feeling like Ollie will say to them, like, yeah, so lads, I'm thinking about resting you. And they go, you fucking what?
And
Ollie's like, yeah.
Shut up.
I was just testing you, lad, seeing if you're ready. Like, I can imagine things like going like that.
I was
messing, mate.
I was messing.
But you would like to say in one of the competitions, now one of them is a semi-final against City, so it's unlikely to happen. And having just lost Cavani, it makes it more difficult to rest Rashford, because if you've got Cavani fit, I don't mind going with a front three of Cavani, Marshall, Greenwood against City. Do you know what I mean? Like you can do that, but now Cavani's out, you almost it's very difficult for them to do that. So I would say against Watford.
Yeah,
I would say against Watford, you do one or both of them. Just as we speak, Sir Alex Ferguson and everyone within Old Trafford are doing a minute's silence for Tommy Docherty, I believe, unless something else has happened.
No, that's
as well.
right, yeah.
So I'd assume it's for Tommy Doc. So rest in peace, Tommy Doc. Shout out and condolences to all of his family as well. Died at 92, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And me and Steve were talking about. We both met him. I interviewed him a few years ago. Very witty man, very funny guy. Even in his elder age, didn't hold back and was. I remember I spoke to him about agents. He didn't like football agents, and he said if a player dies, the agent wants 10% of the ashes. That's what that was his thoughts on.
What a quote!
I know.
Brilliant. Did he say that to you?
Yeah. When I was interviewing about it,
Can someone get an image done of that?
Yeah, mate. So very funny guy and played football. We talk about the United way. Ask anyone who watched Tommy Docherty's team. You talk about non-stop attacking football constantly. So yeah,
like my dad talked about him, and it's some of the most exciting, enjoyable football to watch that he's ever seen as a United fan.
And you think your dad obviously saw the Fergie teams, and to say that shows you how entertaining they were.
Yeah, amazing. Got a couple more super chats.
But you hear, we'll go to them. You hear people like Webby, like obviously I can only go off older United fans that I've grown around and stuff, and obviously my dad and my uncle Christopher would occasionally mention him, and you think, oh, who's that? And then obviously, like people like Webby, you always see him referring to them in like tweets and stuff, like,
Doc.
oh yeah, Mr. Doc's days, and like, and you're thinking, oh god, it's just old heads being old heads, but you know what I mean? But like when you have something that, I know nostalgia plays tricks on you, but you know you have that, and that would be like us with Fergie, like, when Fergie was here, like, you know,
it's everyone from that era as well, isn't it? You never see United fans going, actually, you know what? His football weren't that great. You're talking rubbish. It's like every United fan that watched the Docherty team were like, it was amazing.
I had this picture of him on my wall of him with the top of the FA Cup. Because I just had posters even though I didn't know much about him, I had a Tommy Dock
Just whatever
poster.
United stuff you can get your hands on. It's like, I love it.
Rip shit out of a magazine and stick it up.
It's you see it in the mirror. You just get it out and tack it on the wall.
Unfortunately, I've got the Sun newspaper from the day we won the treble, and I've got the MEN. Because obviously I was at the parade, so grabbed the MEN, had the Sun.
The MEN in '99 was okay.
No, it was very.
In the last 10 years,
when I went to games,
degraded into
I would pick up at MEN.
Fast.
Like it was weird. Like and even was it? Who was that?
Pogba with the
pink
stickiest
pages
chest in Manchester.
Football pinks.
Yeah, the pink that used to give you the results. Yeah, we're in here.
Bruno, buzz it across, good save. Pogba.
Why didn't he shoot?
Too tight an angle. Didn't want to do it on his left foot. He's offside there, surely.
Nah.
I think he was offside.
Nah, there was no offside. Everyone was on the line, bro.
Dig with the super chat.
Foul?
No, love you guys. Kick. Happy New Year. Cheers, mate.
Thanks.
Happy
Thanks
New
for
Year
your
to you
support.
as well. Nostalgic Neil says, really hope to see you all in Manchester one day. Yeah, hopefully. When there's fans and when there's normality.
This is the only bad thing about all this.
We'll be seeing all of you. Yeah.
We're not there.
No. Yeah.
I can see why Pogba
Bruno's
didn't shoot now.
there, I think. Yeah, he was very tight angle on his left foot, wasn't
And it was
it?
like 6-7 players.
Yeah. But it's good to see him back a bit. He's still
It was like
not
20 seconds
first name on
before
the
that.
team
He
sheet
just
by any
held
means
the
is
ball over his
Pogba.
chest like
Paul Pogba.
Like for 15 seconds, like he was in Shaolin soccer or something.
Like very like Zlatan used to love that, didn't he?
No, I mean,
do you think he ever is going to be now, Paul Pogba?
I don't know. I mean,
choice in the lineup because he's almost certainly leaving in summer.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily that's the reason behind it. I think the way that Ollie plays, like you're saying about the two, when he plays Fred, he plays McTominay, which takes away an option in midfield, and Bruno is undroppable.
Well, what I meant by that is the fact that he is leaving in 6 months and he isn't getting in the first team every week by form by playing, not because he's been punished.
Yeah.
Like, will that ever have chance to turn that around now? Because he seemed almost undroppable, and whenever he was fit, he was
But as a
United's best
manager,
player.
though, and I'm a huge fan of Paul Pogba, and I want to see him still contribute because I believe he can, and he can prove to be the difference in some games. But Ollie's in this weird position as well, where if I keep picking a team that includes Paul Pogba, and we become accustomed to having him in this team or in this position, and he's leaving, what is the point? Like, well, it's almost like having, when a manager has a player on loan, and it's like, I can use him, but unless I'm really fucked, what have I got to gain? Like,
the players I've got.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a short-term solution, isn't it? It's a short-term fix, getting a team built around
But
Paul
when
Pogba.
someone's as talented as Paul Pogba, and you think about, all right, the amount of games we're going to have, the fixture congestion, 3-4 different competitions, and he'll
And it could
play
be the
a
difference
part.
between a semi-final or a final
There's
and winning.
And
the
his
trophy,
relationship with players like Bruno and that seems good.
No, he does. He seems a popular guy, doesn't he? He's not. No matter what has gone on with his agent and maybe himself with some of the comments, or whatever, there's never any doubt that he's a popular character at United amongst his teammates.
Akshmeet Singh with the super chat says it's 1:30 a.m. here in India. Sorry, I'm half asleep. United better be scoring in the first half. Well, I think we can all hope for that, but I'm not too confident that we will because we generally seem to make the most, to make a meal of it at Old Trafford, don't we?
Rashford basically buckaroo him again.
I wonder what was going on there. I couldn't work out what it was.
Rashford really ride on the right at the minute.
Yeah, it looks like it that he is on the right side.
Battling with McGinn there.
Bruno.
Go on, Bruno.
Could be in here.
Bruno back to Rashford. Kept the ball though. Brought it upfield.
Front post.
Rashford with a great cross there.
Wasn't he? Was just behind Marshall.
I thought it was going slightly deeper.
Go on, Shaw.
Well done.
Well done. He's done well.
Played Shaw. Played Lee.
Pogba is looking like he's playing on the left at the minute. Crossed to the back post, and that's out for a goal kick. It
does look like Rashford's on the right as well.
It does. Slightly surprised by that, but we'll see. Paul Pogba on the left, Rashford on the right, Marshall down the middle so far. But yeah, we already saw Jack Grealish there pinging balls out to the left-hand side, didn't we?
Yeah, we know what's going to happen today. We know what we've got to do. We've got to make sure we keep on him.
Slightly worrying, isn't it? But we are better than Villa, aren't we? I know they've got Grealish.
We say this almost every week. You know, you look at the 11s,
yeah,
and it's like how many of them players would get into our team?
One or two.
Yeah, it's not like it's a similar thing when we had the discussion, didn't we? I think it was about Leeds. And you're like, how many Leeds players would you actually take in the United side? Probably 1 or 2 again.
If not none.
Yeah. Whereas here, like, obviously Grealish, but in my side, there's not many where I'm going, oh, you know what, I'd love Tyrone Mings or whatever at United.
No. But then again, we saw what they did to Liverpool. That was by
foul?
there, looking
No
like
foul.
he was.
So it looked like it was Ollie Watkins backing into him and he's gone down. But Bay's been around.
Getting stuck in a bit there, wasn't he?
That's all I can say. He's just been about.
So you need to say.
He gets about.
We know what you mean.
Are the lads watching us upstairs? Can Ronnie sort some drinks out or something? Someone, somewhere.
I don't really know what that means.
Cal can sort it out.
Either go to the shop, make a brew, grab a tea, grab a drink, grab something, please. Water, council pop, anything.
Mr. Skaman.
Go on, Callum, lad. Love you,
Rashford.
thank you.
Top man.
Bruno pushing out on the right hand side.
I'm
line
all right,
ball
I
into
think.
the box.
Just anything,
Deflected
bruv.
to the goalkeeper.
Just
there.
a soft drink.
Oh,
you want to go to the shop then, yeah?
Even if just, you want to go shop?
This is a fun chat, isn't it? Just sort out some drinks and then.
Put Joe on the camera.
Hi, I'm Joe. Adam's just walking off behind me because he's so desperate for a drink, he can't allow anyone else to get a drink for him. Jay, what do you make of that? Adam McKola has asked for some drinks and he has to get up and do it himself. Quite remarkable, really, isn't it?
Do you know what? I don't know.
I'm all right, thank you. I've got water. I had a bit of a heavy one last night.
Did ya?
Yeah.
New Year's Eve and all that. Partying hard.
Drinking ginger wine by the end.
Ginger wine?
Ginger wine?
Yeah.
Odd.
It's very cheap and it's from Aldi and it's
Right, that's good.
spicy.
That was a poor ball there, but
Yeah,
he's
but
got
Marshall's
away with
made the
it.
most of it.
Oh,
Good tackle.
He just didn't even
His
look up there
touch
and
took
McTominay,
him-
did he? He just hit it into the middle.
Yeah.
And
Marshall's
Marshall,
touch took
to be
it
fair
back
to
into
him,
the defender, didn't it? It
did
didn't
all right
take it away
first
from
and
him.
then did the hard bit.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty, open game so far.
Yeah,
It
there's
doesn't
been a
look
bit.
like
We've
Villa
got the
haven't
ball in
shut
their
up
box a
shop,
few times.
and neither have we. Well,
Yeah.
both teams are up for it.
Yeah, they do. We've got a super chat from Castle. Happy New Year. I hope this makes up for using ad block this last year. Keep up the good work. Cheers from Norway. Thanks, Castle. Yeah, it makes up for it, mate. Thank you very much. That's very funny. Very funny indeed. Nick Simmons says, goal kick. I think he's doing his best radio pundit
Is that
voice
Alan
there.
Partridge?
Yeah. Or Alan Green, as it used to
Alan
be.
Green's the one that was big, Five Live back a day.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
90s.
yeah.
But remember, someone used to do the first 22 and a half minutes, then he'd do the second 22 and a half minutes of each half.
That's
Alan
mad,
Green,
innit?
and his voice is so good, man.
It is.
I've never, he could walk, he could be sat over there, I wouldn't know it's him.
Yeah.
But like,
If you
I
heard
think
him
that's
order
the
a lasagna,
voice.
you'd know it.
If
Yeah.
he spoke to me, I'd
Yeah.
probably.
Oh dear. Interesting. That.
If Alan Green spoke to me,
It just reminds
It's
me
over.
of
The past.
happiness, happy days.
winning
Because if you were
trophies.
at the game, bro, very rarely was the games on TV back then. I listened to a lot of football on radio. A lot
Yeah.
of football.
Yeah.
Away games. And sometimes, if there was more than one game on, your game might not be on the radio. So obviously, we're fortunate at
Yeah,
Sport
you-
United, where it's most likely going to be covered. But
There's plenty of games I've watched
Yeah.
on teletext.
yeah.
Plenty of games.
I had this is
Great pass, McTominay out to Wan-Bissaka on the right side. Just no one really
Yeah, give it back
waiting
inside.
for it. Back to Bruno.
this is what the thing annoys me. When people compare United teams, and like journalists do it, and I think unless you you can't have watched all those games unless you were going to them. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't have been at every game during the night.
That's a good point. Unless you are a United fan and a season
Yeah,
ticket
yeah.
holder, or you were going to every game.
That's
If you're like a 35-year-old
well, this is
journalist
exactly
now
the argument I had
who
with
isn't a
someone on
United
Twitter.
fan, you didn't see most United games.
A 30-year-old journalist who was talking about 99. I was like, you would have been 9 then.
Yeah.
Like there were games that weren't on the telly. That weren't. The internet wasn't really a massive thing there for watching games. So.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah,
a thing
I think
for
it's
watching
all.
games,
Yeah. So unless
Hey,
you were going home and
Marshall.
away at 9 years old, what are you on about?
Bruno deflected.
Oh, no,
Goalie
it's a goal.
takes that one.
Is that nothing?
Villa have got one of the best defenses in the league. We talk about Grealish. We talk about
Yes,
how he
away-
sort of gets
away
things
from home, I
going,
think,
going
yeah,
forward. Well, I think they've got the second best defense in the league of
All right,
anyone, only
all
behind
right.
Liverpool.
Wow.
Certainly as of the other day, I know they didn't. They got a clean sheet the other day against Newcastle, which I'm sure they'll be very happy with. We talk about Grealish a lot, and all the focus, like I said, if you're watching Sky Sports, you would basically think Grealish was their only player. That's a
Hey,
good
up,
pass.
Marshall could be in
edge of the
here.
box.
Oh!
Saved.
Got it out of his feet on the
That
edge of
was
the box.
vintage Marshall that we've
Yeah.
been looking for,
It was.
bruv.
Got
Are
it.
you worried that he still hasn't had a haircut?
Hasn't he?
No.
Shit, man.
Adam's got a theory that when players turn up with a
Shifted it just on the edge of the box onto his right foot.
pretty comfortable for the goal.
Yeah, he probably just didn't get it into the corner as much as he would have wanted, but it was a decent effort.
Worth the effort. Yeah, it's quite central by the time the goal saves it, but still, good effort.
He's played in the first 10 minutes. There's been 2-3 short passes to him, which he's made more of than he should have. And I like that sign because it shows that he's alive, he's looking for the things, he's not just waiting for the ball on his heels, which when Marshall gets frustrated, he can tend to do sometimes.
Yeah, he can.
Corner that.
But Villa's defence was what I'm trying to get to. Is
mate.
actually their best attribute. They are much better defensively than they are going forward.
You think about
Does
it.
that worry you? Because we struggled against Wolves, against Arsenal, against Chelsea. A lot of teams this season, we've struggled to break them down. Certainly at home.
Yeah, I mean, again, though, I'd expect us to be able to score against Villa, being honest.
And today they look to be sitting back.
Yeah, exactly. We've had a couple of, half a chance and then a chance then as well. I mean, you could probably argue they're both 2 half chances, but we're up for it. And like you say, if Martial carries on the way he's going, I fancy him for a goal.
Yeah, corner to United. Luke Shaw taking it onto the penalty spot. Maguire wins the header.
Decent corner.
Does all right, gets his header on target there, but straight to the goalkeeper.
Another corner, another ball into the box where Harry Maguire wins the header. Every time.
Is that Luke Shaw on the corner, though, did you say?
Yeah, he's been taking them recently.
Decent on the corners, old Luke Shaw.
I'd love to see the percentage on that,
He's got an 83% headed
or like
accuracy.
our attacking set pieces which land on his head.
Oh yeah, all of them. No one else ever wins them, do they?
Because you kind of expect it defensively, innit?
Yeah.
But going forward, he's always on it. He should get more goals.
Like there, I don't think he did much wrong there. He got it on target.
No.
But yeah, generally, I agree. Egbert says, loving the show, and I didn't know that Joe, aka Jesus, knows so much about football. Thanks, mate. I'll take that as a compliment. Cheers. Thank you. Excuse me?
Unless you're talking about FC Galileo in their matches like 89 BC, then.
Well, Jesus went around in 89 BC. Was he? Was he? Because BC before Christ, mate. So.
We had this discussion.
You fucked my joke by thinking about it too hard. See, you could have just left.
You were trying to insult me.
You could have just left.
So I popped back a little bit by clarifying that you'd made a
and
mistake,
and
therefore you get offended.
You don't have Kevin Bridges doing stand up and someone. Yeah, but actually, mate, house rice isn't a real thing.
If Kevin Bridges was here, we'd know about him.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Grealish into the box. Who's that arriving? Great
save.
De Gea.
Comfortable
save.
There, yeah, it was a comfortable save.
It was.
Fuming if that went in.
I know. He almost gets blindsided.
McKinn at the far post, was it?
Yeah, it was. Grealish does well here. 1-on-1 with who is that? Fred. Yeah, it's Fred on the left hand side. Luke Shaw.
Someone on the overlap who
nowhere to be seen. See, that's
the thing there. What is Luke Shaw doing there? What's he doing there?
Fred's on Grealish. Luke Shaw tracks back, and then Grealish stops and plays it to the overlap. Luke Shaw should have carried on and tracked the overlap. He didn't track anyone there.
It's those things that annoy me with Luke Shaw.
Because there's someone running alongside Luke Shaw and he doesn't track him.
That's the sort of thing you'd expect from a 19-year-old fullback who's learning his trade. Luke Shaw's been here now, 6 years? Come on.
Fuck off.
Who?
Eh?
I'm just
Any need for that?
Scared. That's what I'm scared. He's like, it's gone straight over.
Straight up in the air.
It's not
it's a corner.
Hit Bay or Wan-Bissaka.
What are you thinking? What do you think to Ollie Watkins?
I mean, I read somewhere he gets more chances than anyone, does he?
He's missed. He's missed
Jack
the third
Grealish
most chances.
Yeah.
He's missed the third
a lot of them
most
go to
chances
this
of any player in the league. He's missed 9 big
How many
chances
goals he got?
this
About
season.
8, is it?
I think it's 6 in the
All
league.
right, so yeah,
Maybe 8, but yeah.
But if you're getting that many chances, then you're going to be a threat, aren't you? And he's obviously, he can get goals. So.
A hat-trick against Liverpool.
Well, in that case, I love the guy. my favourite. Sign him up. Forget Grealish. Get Watkins. It's my new favourite player.
I think the difference. Ollie Watkins, he does miss a lot of chances, but he's changed their team in that he's a good centre forward with his centre forward play, holding the ball up, committing defenders,
Go on, Fred.
All that kind of thing. He does well, which allows Jack.
Rashford unlucky.
Marcus Rashford.
6
unlucky.
goals, 2 assists in 15 games, Watkins. So decent return, but like you said, it's his style of play and the way that he can keep the ball.
Allows
change things for them.
This is the thing with that game, the Scouts. Because we got beat that day, I just didn't even watch it, and I didn't even get any of the benefits of seeing.
We lost
it
against
battered.
Arsenal that day.
No, I think it was a Spurs game. It was a 6-1, wasn't it? So I was like,
same day.
That's what I mean. So I didn't even I was done with it. I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought I'm not watching this, and then went and got battered.
I watched the last 20 minutes, and again,
I drove home listening to that because I was on the kick-off, weren't I?
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't you say that.
Am I
in this office.
allowed to say Do I have to say other football shows?
No, you can't. No, because then it gets worse. Then it gets twisted.
You're not allowed to address any of those people on there by name.
Yes.
You're allowed to call him the factual northeasterner. That's all you're allowed to call him. That's it. Fred Sazi, welcome to the first team. There's 4,500 of you watching, and we've got less than 1,000 likes.
Well,
like
that
the video.
needs
Let's
sorting
get up
out,
to
doesn't it,
2,000
gang?
likes. Let's get
That's a great ball, Marcus.
Wan-Bissaka pulls it back. Pogba's left it for Fred.
Why Pogba left it for Fred is beyond me.
Not to be an arsehole, but when you knew that was Fred, you knew it
Pogba
wasn't
should have
going
just
in.
had a dig then.
Yeah.
Unless
This
like,
was great.
Bruno called.
What's this play here between Marcus and Aaron Wan-Bissaka?
That was very good.
He just waits. Plays
Paul Labille.
Pogba's in a
Have a
much
dig,
better
son.
position
Fred shouldn't
there.
have called for that if he's called for
Yeah,
that.
to be fair.
Because
He's probably got
I
the shout,
feel
probably
like
got the shout.
Pogba thought he was right behind him, and he's not. Like the ball still.
It rolled for about 10 yards before
Yeah,
Fred
like-
got it. Pogba's in a way better position
Yeah,
there.
Pogba should have
And you
held that.
fancied him from now. wouldn't you,
Yeah, Pogba can
Got a
actually
dig on him.
shoot.
He's probably telling him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
probably
you
thinking,
should probably
"Fuck's
saying,
sake."
bro, you should have.
What you shouting for?
I thought
When
you
you're
were
like miles
Bruno.
away.
I thought you were
Bruno, and I thought you were near me.
Shouting me. Why are you shouting?
I thought you were Paul Scholes.
Because they both
Do you reckon
got
Fred did that?
Portuguese.
Do
Both
you reckon
said-
Fred
yeah.
went, Bruno's? So, because he didn't, Pog was like, okay, go on then. Wait a minute, you're not Bruno. You lied to me, Fred.
Everyone in the squad does that in training.
Yeah,
Bruno-
Bruno's, yeah, go on then. Oh,
Also,
what?
because he's got that Portuguese accent
Yeah,
as well.
that's what I mean.
With him speaking-
Conned him there, man.
Unbelievable.
You lied to me.
Mark Morrison, returning his mark.
You said that.
It's a great
You said
song.
those words.
I know, he's done well. Good
So you have to
reference,
sing
good
it.
90s reference.
You can't just say it. You have to sing it.
Sorry.
Free kick to Villa. Grealish chucks it up to the. De Gea comfortably takes
Get off
that
him,
one.
Watkins.
Handball that was. You see that when he kind of touched the ball, even though it was in De Gea's hand. Should you get booked for that?
Yeah, get him. Get him off.
Smalling got booked,
It's
didn't
a
he?
red
Remember when
card.
Smalling did it against City and got.
Do you remember when
got his
Cristiano
yellow?
Ronaldo thought he heard the whistle and caught the ball?
Oh, mate, no. Don't.
And then Howard Webb sent him
No.
off. Bro. I swear we still won that game. That's how good
We did. That's how good we were. Ronaldo gets sent off and we win against City away.
No, wasn't that Newcastle?
Nah. We caught the ball against City.
Was it City?
Yeah. 100%, mate. Yeah.
I always, for some reason, I imagined that was Newcastle.
No,
but
I'm
I
sure,
remember
I'm
that.
sure
like,
it was City.
the corner coming in, him going up, and then he's about
just
to turn,
caught
he
it.
goes- He catches it,
Yeah.
and you think
And then shakes, then points.
Yeah.
And the ref just goes, come here, son.
that and Van Persie's when he played for Arsenal at Barcelona.
Don't,
you know where he?
Oh, I saw a thread on that on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, but that Fred was a load of. That was
Half of it was a load of
Yeah.
rubbish, but there were a
What
couple.
the hell,
Yeah, that
Pogba?
foul on Messi in the box was a penalty.
Yeah.
By
Now
by
it's given.
DRB
Yeah.
was a penalty. The rest of them were like, so.
There was one where it was
you see
like
that
Van
foul
Persie
Pogba
ran
did?
across someone and then stopped himself.
Yeah.
And he was like, Van Persie should have been sent off anyway for that.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, he shouldn't have been.
No.
But that was the game. Was that when Benter went through as well last minute and could have scored? They would have knocked out Barca.
We would have beat them so
We would have won
easily.
the Champions League. Seriously.
We would have.
That reminds me of.
One thing that would never happen is Arsenal beating Manchester United in a Champions League final. That couldn't happen. That just is impossible. So we would have beat them.
Yeah, Fergie wouldn't let that happen.
No, he wouldn't let it happen.
He would have
Not
done some
under Fergie.
mental shit like Fletcher Park and
Yeah.
Carrick midfield and
Centre
just
backs.
dicked them.
Ever
Yeah,
and
do you
Carrick
remember when he did
centre-backs.
that? Then we had the Silva brothers as wingers.
As fullback, as centre mids.
Yeah, and it worked.
Yeah.
We beat him in the FA
4-0.
Cup. Yeah, it was mad.
That's
mate.
when, and then Nani started
Oh,
juggling
mate, I
the
was in
ball.
that game. That was so quality.
And I remember like
Anderson in that game.
Arsene
was
Wenger coming out saying, "Oh, that's a disgrace." Oh,
Watkins in the back post. Just gone out there.
let's go have a look. Put the camera on, Joe.
What are you doing?
I'm going to embed.
They can be brought to you.
Well, put the camera on, Joe, then.
Bring them in here so
Listen
we don't
to
have
him.
to fuck off every 2 minutes like a...
I don't want the snacks. I want my drink.
Yeah, get a drink.
Because snacks just make you more dry mouth. People that eat snacks when they're thirsty are just sick in the head.
Do you like snacks?
Yeah, but I like drink. He bought a Yazoo.
Anyway, let's not talk to people off camera. about
Milkshakes
snacks
make
that
you
are
more
awful
thirsty.
also
I'm
off
telling the
camera.
people at home,
We'll say
milkshakes
that.
make you more thirsty. Why would someone bring me
Another
a milkshake?
corner here for Villa. Jackie Grealish, as Maka calls him.
He's upset because someone else has bought a Yazoo. It's not even for you.
Jesus wept. No.
Well headed by McTominay there, edge of the box.
Come on, lads. Bay organising there at the back. Good to see. Scott McTominay.
Did well there.
Freddie.
Oh, no!
Thank you.
Cheers, lads.
Thanks, sir.
Villa having a bit of possession here, aren't they? Looking good. Good block there by Maguire. Who was that running through? Traore.
Can't seem to get hold of the ball or do a decent pass out of defence.
Ball played in up to Traore, blocked out by Maguire, and then didn't quite land at McTominay's feet, and Villa have got it back. They're pressing quite hard now. McGinn, edge of the box. Gone past in there. McTominay's done well. Come on, counter attack now. Pogba. Where are we going? Marshall on the left, inside our box.
Help
Slowing
him out.
down a bit. Just waiting for people to arrive. Pogba back inside.
Good hold up play that.
Passed it out
That's
to Bruno.
it's just a
Not
bit
quite
short,
a great
man.
pass, is it? Yeah.
No.
And now Villa are counter-attacking. Grealish chips it up to Watkins, and
Bailey.
Eric Bailly just covers it nicely, puts it out for a throw-in.
Cloak's the same as Milkshake, but that'll do.
When I watch Eric Bailly like this, it just makes me sad.
Yeah.
You're watching
Is
him
that a
play
Pepsi
well,
Max
doesn't it?
cherry on your lap? Are you just
Sorry.
pleased to see
Yeah,
me,
I
Jay?
don't know why I was
Just
holding
the
it
little
out.
lid popping up over the table.
I do. I just think, oh man, we have this guy more often.
The sound of a can opening is one of the most enjoyable sounds in the world, isn't it? People always talk about smells like cut grass or petrol, all that sort of stuff that people like.
Yeah.
The sound of a can opening is almost as satisfying as any of them for me.
Yeah.
Villa
Do
looking
people
good.
still nick people's diesel and that?
What, out the
What,
car?
siphoning
So
it?
you know, yesterday I put a full tank in.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know them weird pumps and a fucking thing don't pull out properly.
Yeah.
So I'm there struggling with it, pulling it out. That looks all types of wrong. But I'm there doing that anyway. And then I've finally pulled it and it tugs and it snapped my fuel flap off, yeah.
Right.
So, like, I had to keep looking at my car to see if anyone's nicking my fuel every 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah, but in it, it's
and
the
it's
little
nicking my
screw-in bit that's got the lock in, though, hasn't it?
Nah.
Has yours not got
It's
that?
basically when you shut your car off.
Oh, come on, we need to
It
cut the
locks the
crosses
little
out here.
flap so the flap can't be pushed open.
Ah.
But now it's just exposed.
That was a foul.
People might nick your diesel then. A lot of older cars, the flap was just a door. that you
McTominay
could
and Fred have got to get a grip of this game.
and
in
underneath
midfield
it was
here.
a key lock on
Not
the
getting
actual
out of
side.
defence at all.
Yeah, Villa are on top and have been for the last 5 minutes. Come on then now. That's the thing. If we're going to
But
let them
United
play a bit,
may
we've got to
want these
counter-attack.
passages of players.
Yeah,
well, you
exactly.
have
But
to
we
say.
need to make the most of them. It's good
Unlucky
defending there,
Scott.
McTominay. Not the best pass, really. Good
That's a
tackle
tackle
by
there from
Wan-Bissaka
Wan-Bissaka.
on John McGinn. Bruno, good pressing. But again, he's pressing by
He's
himself.
shown
So
him- he's shown
you
him the
turn
way he
around him
wanted
and
to go.
that's it. And now they've got space again. McGinn to Traore. Last 5 minutes, we're letting them have the ball. Or not letting them have the ball. They're having the ball.
They're having the ball.
But you know, I know I don't want to say this in a score, but sometimes United may want these passages of play where teams have the ball because they may be confident enough to go, well, you play like this, you're going to give us the opportunity to break on you.
Yeah, and it's, you know, like we were saying, you can see the difference already between this and the Wolves game, and that Villa have come here and they're up for it in terms of going for it, not just sitting back and expecting or trying to
That's too easy.
get a draw.
So easy.
Like Rashford showed him the way he wanted to
Yeah.
go.
We're literally pressing with one man at a time and they just pass it round them and then they're straight onto our midfield. Like it's not a coordinated, cohesive press at all. It's a sort of solitary press from United's front players and then a huge gap in behind them. So now John McGinn's, 30 yards out with the ball. Ball in the box. Eric Bailly heads it out for a corner. We're fucking asking for trouble here.
Eric
Bailly's
Bailly's not happy with that. He's not happy with that.
Of course he
is.
is.
Sure he's having a dig at.
Yeah, Shaw's not getting out to his man. Look,
We're asking
get
for
out
trouble.
to him. Like, get out to him. You've already got Pogba on that side, who isn't the greatest defensively. But when your fullbacks backing off people,
good header that.
Good defending.
It's a great header that.
Diving header. Clear
Diving header at foot level.
Yeah, could have just
It's the
kicked
most
out.
Eric Bailly thing defending ever.
He puts his head where his foot
Traore
should go
puts
and
it
his
in.
foot where his head should go.
Well won by Marshall there. Don't like this.
We've got good forwards in that sense. Cavani and Marshall, they'll
Keeper.
always
Fucking
play
hell, there,
Pogba.
look. The
Play
ball
Pogba.
comes all the way from there.
Paul Pogba did well
a
there.
high lofted cross, and it lands.
But again,
Right, give it Pogba back.
3 yards
our
out.
fullback fell asleep because
Right.
it was Pogba who had to
He
clean
did,
that.
but I think De Gea's got to come for that.
Oh, what a ball.
Go on then. Oh, the goal does well there.
keeper's read that
Pogba does
well.
really well, but when the ball comes that long, big lofted cross to the back post, and it's 3 yards off your line, and you're not even
he just
remotely
doesn't
coming
seem
out for it.
confident out there.
He just
does he?
never has done, has
No,
he?
and I don't think you're ever going to change that in him. I don't think at the age of 29 or whatever.
No.
He's suddenly going to start doing
Play
it.
Paul.
It's not. But
Tell you
it's
what, this is better from
frustrating
Pogba
still.
especially.
Yeah, Pogba's been really good.
Right.
Marcus.
Oh, he slipped
just
in the middle
fell
there.
over.
That's all right.
Bruno overlap.
Rashford Takes it himself. It's it.
Oh, mate,
you gotta use the
three men
overlap, Marcus.
in front of you.
Come on,
Come on, man.
Bruno on the right. Into Pogba in the box.
Oh,
That's a good chance. That's basically the same position he was in when he left it for Fred, almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
18 yards out. Ball
Why
coming.
didn't Marcus use the overlap, man?
I don't know, man. He sort of made it harder for himself.
Yeah, he did. So then it was Fred out to Bruno. Bruno with a lovely pass into Pogba, who makes a bit of space for himself. And actually, it's probably
well
five
He needed a
yards
bit of
wide
that
in the end.
body
wide.
look, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, where he just hits off Mings.
Someone in the middle just fell over when we were counter-attacking.
That's
He like,
Douglas.
put his arms like that, did it? Just fell over. Left him loads of room to run into.
But
I don't
that's
even think
why
he's
then,
injured.
I don't think Rashford clocked that.
No.
Because he probably thought that player was still tracking Bruno.
Yeah.
But he should have given it Bruno, because then Bruno gets it wide. He's either got the opportunity to just shoot across the goal or cross the ball to Rashford.
Either
or
way, we
Marshall
should have
or-
had a shot off
Yeah.
from that. Not, one wide from Pogba.
Go on, Fred. Go on, Fred. Looking quite good, Villa, aren't they? In attack.
Played Paul.
Again,
been really
Pogba,
good.
this is more like
Yeah,
it,
he's
man.
been really good.
Seriously.
Just need a bit of end product from someone, don't we?
Yeah,
That's all
you're
now.
right, we do.
It's the final pass, though,
Yeah, it
every
is.
time.
Although that last time we did get that final pass, it just happened to come after Rashford had missed the final pass a few seconds before. Got slightly lucky. Villa passing it back to the goalie. Luke Shaw accidentally wins a header on the left-hand side there. Keep the ball now, lads. Keep the ball. That's awesome.
This is the first game. Well, not the first game, but this is one of those games as well where, like, the intensity has been there from both teams. You know, that's been missing at Old Trafford sometimes this season, but, like, especially. I know there's no fans anywhere, or not many fans at most grounds anyway, but this feels like there is almost the playing at the same tempo like there are fans there. Well, you've not always seen that this season.
No.
Some of the games, especially.
Villa,
earlier.
especially. Villa,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you know what I mean? This is like end to end almost.
It's like we're having to keep pace with them almost.
Yeah, which
Because
is-
they've come in, they've really pushed the speed of things. and
sloppy.
They're pressing high and they're passing it quickly. And then the odd just oof by Tyrone Mings there. But yeah, we in having to keep up with Villa.
Again, he's done well there,
The
Pogba.
pace is quick, and that's a good pass.
Right,
Go on, McTominay,
you've got
you
options here
room
now.
to push into. Push. Great pass. Oh, good
shit
defending.
pass.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
If
good
he hadn't stuck
defending.
his foot out, I think I'd have gone out
Goal
for a throw
kick,
in,
you're
yeah.
right. Marshall tries to go past his man and just loses the ball in the box. It's a shit clearance though.
Right, help him out there. Is it? Is with him?
Wan-Bissaka.
All right,
Back to
commit someone now.
Scott.
Oh, he's almost
1-2.
lost it
He
there.
should have went for the 1-2, Rashford. Played Aaron. Take some of them away from Marcus, will you?
Oh,
That's
a
a
good pass
ball.
and run. Rashford to Bruno. Bruno fake shot, sort of turns back and gets
That's a
bundled
foul,
over.
isn't
That's
it?
a foul, ref. Come on.
How's that not a foul?
Tackled him from behind by pushing him over, and it's not a foul. That's a ball, McGinn.
Play Bay again.
Turn.
Bay's done a very good job with Watkins. He's never letting him settle. Every
Some
time
of
the ball's gone up to Watkins, Bay
Yeah.
has either won it or fouled. Not
Yeah.
fouled
Bruno's
him,
going
but-
mad then at Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, Bayer's been good on Watkins. Pogba leaves that one out to Bruno on the right hand side.
Pogba making a run into the box now,
Chips it
just
in.
how you want him.
Who's
Who's
coming?
there?
Who's arriving
here now?
Fred.
Oh, God.
Bit of pressure from United.
That's what you want to see from Pogba as well. Getting it out wide and then running into the box.
Yeah. Be on the receiving end of it as well. Rather than just trying to sort of
'Cause he
make
is
stuff
very
happen
good
from
in the
deep. Yeah, he is.
Yes.
I say very good. He's good in the air. Do you know what I
Move,
mean?
ref.
Oh, mate.
Lovely passing on the edge of the box. Pogba.
That's a
corner.
shame that. You know,
Yeah.
Marshall's pass back to Pogba. Pogba
Yeah.
let it just go wide
Yeah.
a bit. Otherwise, he could have got the shot away. That would have been one of the best goals this season.
Lovely interplay. We do a lot more of this sort of stuff now than we ever used to under
Pogba and Marshall love that shit. You know, the little.
Yeah,
Rashford
yeah.
loves it as well.
Yeah.
Bruno. When them get them little.
This is the thing you almost forget. We've got amazing players.
We're not crap.
And it's rare that we get to even see Pogba
all
in
those
an
players you
advanced
just
position.
mentioned then, a mint.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's nice to see Pogba a bit further up the pitch as well, isn't
Playing well today, Paul Pogba.
it? Corner, Shaw into the box.
Nah,
Just
it's
won
not the one,
easily,
is it?
really. Yeah.
Remember Zlatan and Mings? when they
Pogba
had
down,
it?
looking
Was
like
that the
he's
stamping
hurt.
thing?
Yeah.
That was like,
Pogba hurt there, I think, in the box,
Oh,
holding
God,
his
here we go.
face.
Penalty?
yeah, 100%.
Don't know what he did.
I'm just joking.
He,
I've
he
not
went
seen
up
it.
for the header.
Might just be a
Did
little
Pogba.
bash in the face.
Oh,
his
he's
lips
bleeding.
bust his lip. Hopefully.
Either his lip
it's-
or his
it's-
gums bleeding.
Yeah. Probably, yeah, maybe lip against tooth. Hopefully, it's just that.
That's
a
foul. That's Mings.
Tyrone Mings jumping into Pogba, arm first. That's a fucking
That's
penalty.
a penalty.
That's a red card.
That is a penalty. He's not even near the ball.
Mings just jumps towards
How is that
Pogba
not
like
a penalty?
That's a foul.
Are they checking this?
They're not. No word of him checking it. Tyrone Mings just jumps across the
How
box
can
with
they
his
not be
fucking
checking
arm out like
this?
that, and he goes straight into Pogba's mouth with his arm.
How can they?
Why is Ollie looking pretty casual
It's
about
very.
it?
I don't know if it's really a red card, but it's a
I
foul.
think he's watching it. I don't think he's seen that yet.
You can't jump in. You can't jump at
Yeah,
the ball
with
arm
that,
first.
yeah.
It's not. He don't jump up and do that.
And
he
he's
jumps
made his
like
lip
that.
bleed. So whether it's hard or not, it's a foul.
If that's again, you say it all the time.
If that's two
anywhere in
people
the
jumping
box,
up for a header rather than everyone
Yes,
in the box.
exactly. He jumps into.
That's
Pogba,
horrible when you put tissue in your mouth
and
you
it
get bits
sticks
of
to the
tissue.
cut
and you-
as well. Yeah. Hopefully, got some kitchen roll.
I
With a bit more
don't
substance to it.
understand now. Like that's like, oh yeah, that's okay.
Does he win the
Are
header?
we not
Mings, or is it
checking
someone
this?
else?
No.
I don't like.
Isn't that what VAR is
Yeah,
there for? Like,
he's led
things
with
like-
his arm nowhere near the ball and smashed Paul Pogba in the mouth, and it's like, yeah, that's all right. Don't worry
These are
about
the
it.
kind of things before VAR. You'd have the picture in the paper of him the day after, like of the elbow hitting the head. Like,
Oh, it's a drop ball.
No check. Was Mings anywhere near the ball? Then?
I don't even think it was malicious, but it was a foul. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's gone. Oh, let me elbow Pogba in his
but
face.
You can't jump.
But he's
arm
jumped up
first.
elbow
No.
first. Yeah.
I don't get it at
In
all.
his fucking
I don't get
mouth.
why it's not being checked.
Yeah.
And I don't get how like with VAR that's not a penalty.
How many
Not even
yellow
a check's
cards has
weird.
Marouane
Yeah.
Fellaini got for that for United? A dozen at least.
Yeah.
He used to get one every week for that.
112.
Jump up with his arms out and get booked all the time. He jumps arm first into him. Anyway.
He's
United
dirty.
looking a
He's
bit
dirty,
better.
Tyrone Mings. He is.
He's got a bit of
We
history
were just
for that.
about
hasn't
to
he?
talk about him and Zlatan.
Yeah, he is. He's a dirty player.
He stepped on. Was it he that stepped on
Censored
Zlatan's head, or did
himself.
Zlatan
We
step on
start
his
with
head?
player.
Yeah.
If he does one more,
Then we'll start
Start
using
using the
profanities.
expletives, yeah, exactly.
So at the moment he's there.
He has got a bit of that,
No, but it
hasn't
was
he?
when because didn't Zlatan, he stamped on Zlatan, so Zlatan elbowed him.
and he stamped on someone else when they were in the championship as well.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was it who Mings?
And they had cuts all over their face. didn't
Yeah,
they?
who was it who Mings stamped on when they were in the championship?
Yeah.
Which was much worse than the Zlatan one. It was really bad. The one in the championship. Stood on someone's face, if I remember right. You like it now, don't you?
No, it's just mental.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he stood on Zlatan's head.
Oh.
Yeah, Nelson Oliveira was the person whose face he stood on.
Oh, we're just looking at images
When he was
there,
at
mate.
Reading. It's
That's
disgusting, honestly.
So what that tells you is Tyrone Mings is dirty.
Look at that. And it's
Played
one of them. Look,
Maguire.
you can see Tyrone Mings
shit.
there. We've seen a picture of when he stood on Nelson Oliveira's face. That's not a fully extended leg. He's not trying to step over him. His leg is like pulled back a bit. He's not. When you're trying to step over someone, you stretch your leg out fully to get over him.
He's
not doing
proper dirty.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, he's like he sort
Yeah,
of
he's-
gives you the like. Oh, I don't know. I think I might have
how's that
stood on
happened?
something. Oh, yeah, it was someone's face again. Anyway, not that means that every time he jumps up for the air, he's trying to elbow someone in the lip. But he did, he did do
Get
that.
Dan James on, he'll deal with him.
Yeah, exactly. Cass with the super chat. He won't be able.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
One of them ones where
Let me
you're
at him. Big just picks him up like that.
Cass with the super chat. He says, "This is where you miss a C asterisk 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 like Zlatan, who will go out to hurt Mings." Do we want that? Do we encourage
C-bomb.
that?
I love a bit of a
And
C-bomb.
didn't also Zlatan stand on his stood on his head, but Zlatan went back in.
Zlatan
for him,
elbowed
didn't
him.
he? Yeah,
elbowed him.
And it was
Proper.
retaliation, self-defense, so it's fine.
Taekwondo.
Self-defense.
Well done,
Great
Paul.
tackle.
It was actually Rex.
He's been
Kwando
brilliant so far.
That,
Rex Kwando. Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Anyone who's seen Napoleon Dynamite know what that means.
Yeah.
Anyone
Anyone
who
else
hasn't,
who
what the
hasn't, sorry.
fuck? I'm the sensei here at Stretford.
Does anyone want to get a roundhouse in the face for a fella wearing knees?
Oh, very good. Pogba, United's best player so far?
Easily.
Yeah, he's been good, hasn't
But since the whack,
he? Yeah.
They did that good tackle though.
yeah.
Lovely tackle.
You say Pogba's got a lovely tackle.
Yeah, bit weird.
Interesting.
Wouldn't know, mate. You tell me.
Done you there, mate.
Villa,
All right, Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, exactly. Proper basic stuff. Oh, well, you tell me if it's good then. Unlucky. 1-0. Pogba on the ball now.
Release now, ball.
Goes past his man there. Well done.
Right,
McTominay.
keep going.
Come on.
Wan-Bissaka, I think, is it there?
McTominay, Rashford sort of stepped in there. Just a bit early. Huge delay on your stream
Rashford
tonight,
doesn't
lads.
look on it today,
Apologies.
does he?
No, but when's the last time he did look on it?
Who?
Rashford.
That's true. He's been scoring despite.
Yeah.
Think he's injured.
He is injured.
It's just
not sure. I said it the other day,
we've
didn't
always said, though. You know, Wolves was the case in point. If you take him off, you're running that risk of he will get you a goal. No matter how he couldn't have been playing much worse against Wolves than he was, and he pops up with a goal.
Oh, come on, played Scott.
And it was the same against PSG, wasn't it, away?
Come on, Scott.
They're getting lucky here.
That Wan-Bissaka slide tackle.
That was great defending. That great defending.
Get off him.
Bailly and Pogba have been our best players. Yeah.
He did very well there, Bailly. Because he just shielded it, didn't he, and waited for the foul.
The amount of times I've been waiting to say that sentence.
What?
Bailly and Pogba have been our best players.
Enjoy it while it lasts, mate.
Yeah,
one's going to go, one's going to get injured.
One's
Yeah.
gonna leave.
In 6 months, you won't be saying it, I guarantee it.
Do you think Bailly's going to stay at United for another sort of good chunk of years? Or do you think he's on the list of players who can leave?
I'd keep him because when he's fit, you can use him. It's just
kind of sad for him, really.
It is sad.
You
and
have
even
to
tonight,
feel sorry for players, even like Phil Jones and that.
Yeah.
Like imagine being as highly rated to get signed.
That was a bit of
for
a
Man United.
short pass,
Great
but
pass
he's
by
made
Maguire.
it work there, Maguire.
Yeah, it was. Bruno.
Oh, mate!
That was almost the best goal I've ever seen.
I thought that
What
was
the
dropping in
fuck
as
was
well.
that? Was that the outside of his... What did he even
No,
do?
was it
Nah,
inside
he
of his
turned it, didn't he, on his inside.
Shaw into Bruno, turned and just
well.
chipped it.
While the ball was spinning. So the ball's spinning on the floor, look, see?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's hit it, so he's got...
Just curls it, and it is...
it's not
a foot wide?
not that
It's a
far.
width of a ball wide.
Yeah, yeah.
Mate.
And I don't mean Joe's balls.
No. Football.
King Kong's balls, not,
Not
ping pong balls.
We've had 10 attempts on... 10 attempts for United, 3 from Villa, not on target, obviously.
No.
That'd be crad. Crazy.
Crad.
Crad.
Oh, crazy and crad. Sai says, Marshall is not making the runs B/T the channels. What does B/T mean? Behind/to the channels? I don't really know, but I guess he means
possibly.
he's not getting out in the channels and making those
No,
runs.
he's done all right, Martial. I don't think it's just that final third not being quite as crisp. I won't blame it on Martial's runs.
Down the channels, it's
specifically.
been Rashford and
Bruno.
Yeah, I
and-
just
and
feel
Bruno,
like
and they've
just not quite. Had
If
that.
you look at the one time we should have had someone played through, it was
That sloppy there
Rashford
by
to Bruno.
Eric Bailly.
By that.
After all the good work he's been doing.
Good tackle from Fred, and then Bailly just sort of stepped onto the pass. Between B/T means, so yeah, he's not making the runs between the lines to go out wide.
Yeah.
He got to override the voice of God sometimes.
To say, I heard one thing in my ear and then you said a completely different thing.
He said B/T, not B/C.
What, has he got a free kick there?
Yeah.
Corner?
I don't know.
I think he's got a
Traore
free kick
on
right on
Robert
the edge of the
Shaw.
box.
If he's giving a free kick for that.
It's a dive!
That's a fucking booking, that. Is he giving a free kick for that?
That's a complete dive.
He has, hasn't he? He's giving the free kick for that. That's just fucking
But
shit.
the thing is, if he's given that, which it's a dive, it's a penalty, right?
No, it's outside the
It
box.
started outside. Oh, if it's
It's literally just on the box.
That was a dive, though. Like,
That could not have been less of a foul.
Oh, Michael Oliver, he's such a little
Weasel.
whoever was
Sorry.
defending that day as well, they like moved back like,
Luckily,
oh my
it's
Jesus.
the worst free kick I've ever seen.
They looked back like, what's this guy
know.
doing? You puddy. That's what you deserve for diving, you little prick. Fucking chud.
Should be kicking off there more, Luke Shaw.
I know, like,
I know it's not going to change the
that's
mind,
a
but
foul,
I want to see a bit like...
fucking Mings.
Yeah,
jumping
like, what
that
are we
into
just
Pogba's
soft?
face.
Let's
isn't a
just
foul.
let him bash us around the pitch and dive and we won't say anything.
De Gea.
Do you know what I mean?
Big boot. Who's
Come
going to
on.
win this then? Rashford? No.
No, I need him.
Pogba, take it down. Oh, he'll do it.
Oh,
That was class.
Go on then.
And
That's
that.
good. Wan-Bissaka now.
Keep going. Go on, Aaron.
Go on, right hand side.
Far post.
Chips it in. Oh, yes!
Gets
Fucking Martin got a header.
Yes!
1-0 Man United.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
He was meant to score that against Liverpool.
We're back! Guess who scored from that reaction?
Not Jack Grealish.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine, yeah. Villa 1-0 up, Grealish.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Well done.
Mate, that was
It's the old 1-2 from Stamford Bridge last year.
Pogba
Here's
there.
what does it. It's the quality from Pogba here. It's the quality to bring that ball down.
Nice touch there from Rashford. Quality from Wan-Bissaka here, though. Quality, look at this.
Look at the run. Cross the men. Yeah, bang.
Oh, mate. Hey.
Yes. See, the problem is his second goal was supposed to come on May the 1st.
I just said that before.
You just chatting shit, aren't you, about his second goal?
That second goal was meant to
Stop
win us the
telling
league.
lies.
Yeah, great header. Well, good header, great cross, great play, great positioning from Tony there. Getting in that position.
Well, I see you said the old combo from Stamford Bridge. Once every 6 months.
My favourite goal last season.
What a Marshall goal was your favourite?
Yeah, because it was
a bit of a weird one for someone that hates him.
Yeah, exactly. Almost as though I don't, because it didn't prove, but it sort of defied the public opinion on Marshall's ability to head it and Wan-Bissaka's ability to cross it. It was brilliant.
Do you know what? Sorry, go on.
No, I'm just saying I'm glad for him as well because he's been playing well, but he's not been getting goals, and you don't want to be on one Premier League goal when you've played like 10 games or whatever. So it's good for him. I don't think he's necessarily his confidence getting knocked, but he can build on it.
In terms of, and I'm not saying he's played well or delivered in terms of stats, but for someone that's having a down period in terms of his stats and his goals, I think that's his 5th goal this season now.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And he's got 6-7 assists in like less than 20 games.
That's
so actually having 10-12 goal contributions when you're going through a bad time isn't that bad at all.
It's when you look at, people are obsessed with stats and they'll just go, oh, well, look, what did Martial do today? Didn't score, didn't get an assist, he's had a bad game. When you actually watch his play, he's not like, what you do, Martial?
Yeah.
He's just not been getting.
He's not had any stinkers.
Yeah, no, he's just not been delivering.
Sorry, did someone say Firmino then? Like just not.
Oh, but there's a big difference. Martial's
Mate,
never had a
someone
phase.
said,
never had a period.
Someone
like
said that the other day, like, oh, he's like Firmino, don't start.
I'm only doing it to wind you up.
And I said, you know what? I said on the preview that I did on my channel, like all strikers go through these phases. And someone went, no, they don't. I was thinking, bruv,
hang on a minute.
what are you
What do you mean,
like,
no, they don't?
Ronaldo and Messi, maybe they don't.
Yeah.
But apart from that, all strikers go, like, I think Mane had a phase of 8-9 Premier League games without a goal this season.
All strikers go through this period. No, they don't. Well, they do.
Oh, right.
They do.
Interesting, that, isn't it?
Like,
no strikers just had the best career, like just never stopped.
Always scored
Apart
every
from
game.
Ronaldo and Messi. Ronaldo and Messi
they-
have fucked up the game, bro. They've messed it all up.
Like
Back in the day, you scored 25, 30 goals.
Yeah.
You are elite.
Even people like Zlatan and Cavani and Lewandowski and Neymar, who are in that bracket below them lot in terms of goal scoring, even they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games where they don't score.
Come
or
on.
get 2 goals in 12 games.
Yeah,
or
of course,
something.
man. It's
over
people
the
are
course
just
of a season,
being
isn't it?
contrary there, just be contrary.
Yeah. We've got a super chat.
Harry Kane used to go every August without scoring.
Exactly. May Amateur says Wan-Bissaka crosses to Martial
He's
and Martial
rubbish.
scores with a header. 2021 is greater than 2020.
20.
It's true.
1 is coming. 21 is here.
20 becomes 21.
21 is here. Is that what you're going to tweet on May the 15th, whatever it is?
May the 1st when we beat Liverpool.
Oh
Is that Paul Labille?
Imagine we beat Liverpool to win the league on May the 1st.
And it's the first game back in stadiums.
Oh.
3 weeks before my birthday.
Would you... I've got a question for you, Adam.
Olé.
Would you...
Oh, he's unlucky there.
Would you soil yourself right now if it guaranteed United won the league?
Yes, he would.
I'd
Yes.
pull everything off.
Yes,
bro.
it would.
I'd take all my clothes off, sit on this table. I'd squat on this table and shit for you, bro.
I know. I'd get him
I'd curl one
laxative
out.
to do it.
You know when
if that was the
Cartman curls one
guarantee.
out on Mr. Garrison's table? That'll be me on the
Here's the
Watchalong.
annoying thing now.
You'll be like, remember, when Bielsa
Go
sits on the sidelines and his balls are just dangling? You'd
Yeah.
get that view of me.
Here's
And
the
I'd
annoying thing.
be
is
happy
we
to
can't
see
be
his balls
certain
if it
that
meant
if he does
title
that,
number 21.
we can't be certain that if he does that, we'll win the league. But we
Obviously.
don't know that it won't.
Do you remember when you
That's
was
a
a
good
kid?
point.
So
and you'd be
now
like-
what do we do?
I
Remember when
think
you was a
better
kid and
safe
you'd be
than
like,
sorry.
walking somewhere, you'd be like, I can't step on the cracks
Correct.
here. Otherwise,
When
Or
you're a
this
kid,
isn't gonna happen.
when you're a kid, I'm 14. I still do.
yeah, I still do that, and I don't walk under things like.
Yeah.
Let's not be
Like,
silly here.
Yeah.
But you play these tricks with yourself. Like if I don't breathe for the next 30 seconds, God will answer my next prayer, which is, I need some fucking money.
Yeah.
Mate, I do that. Bargains all the time. Do you know what I mean? Playing bargains.
Yeah,
With it.
like if I don't blink, like if I don't hold my eyes, if I don't hold my breath for 10 seconds, my whole family will die. You're like, and people are talking to you like,
My mum might die in a minute.
Nice one. Now what you've done. Killed my family.
yeah, just a pint of Strongbow, please, mate. Like,
Mate, I think
still doing it.
think you've had enough.
yeah, exactly.
Joe went pub when he was 12.
No, I'm saying I still do
No.
it. What was it? How old were you when you first went to the pub? We were about 15.
Yeah, you used to be back in the day. They weren't that. I don't know how they are now, but they weren't that strict.
I used to go into pubs.
Go on.
Sorry,
No, go on. I was going to say when we had our GCSEs, got our results. I remember the teachers came for a drink in the pub. O-levels, yeah. Sorry,
Don't
yeah.
lie. No point lying. And TJ passed the 11 plus and then got his O-levels 3 years later.
During the Blitz, it was a time of rationing, and I was so happy to have like a sandwich to celebrate. My mum had been saving rationing all week, but no, the teachers went in the pub where we were all celebrating, having a beer, and told the landlord that we weren't old enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Like proper
So
in between his episode 1 fodder, that
grassed
innit?
us all up.
Samuel, he says, at Stretford Paddock, Watchalong with Adam McKola. That's when Adam curls one out.
That's good. That's very good.
Very good.
We used to go
Samuel.
to, I think a lot of Reds go there now when we play West Brom. The Grove pub. They do mixed grills and all that now. So it's famous. Like everyone goes there in Birmingham.
love a mixed grill.
But basically, like back in the day, it used to just be a pub on a corner with a fruit machine, a bar, and just crowd of men just watching football in there. It never used to have all that space with food and that. And that was our first pub as school kids. We'd go in there, like if there was a Champions League game on or, a game on the weekend, we'd go in there and we'd chill, watch the game, get a pint of Coke. They'd know we were underage, but it just, they'd be like, well, no one else is buying any drinks, so let's serve them Coke, you know what I mean? And we'd sit there and watch the game and, I just remember, that was my first experience as going in pubs underage and that. And when I was a kid growing up, I remember my nan singing Patsy Cline on karaoke. So my family used to always go to karaoke nights. I grew up with an Irish family. You get me in pubs and that. But I didn't have my first drink till I was like, year 7, I had one.
Year
we
7?
got fucked up. We had remember I told you the session last week?
Oh, bad touch, Scott.
We had that session.
Yes.
But after that, because I was like, I want to be a footballer and that, I never really drank or anything. And then once the dream died, I was just
are we having a halftime show?
We are, yeah. Stephen Howson and Ronaldo will be back for halftime. In a few moments, obviously.
I mean, they come down at half-time in half-time.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes before they're done, they go, oh, yeah, we're going over there, yeah?
Fucking hell, Luke Shaw just absolutely...
Waits someone.
I think it was Traore, just chucked him on the floor, like, from behind.
He shook his bum at him.
Very weird.
Just twerked for him. Oh, yes, we're winning.
Half-time, Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0. A great goal. Cross from Wan-Bissaka and a nice header from Anthony Martial, who just sort of peeled off the line of defenders. There was 3 men there and only Martial in the box. He just took a step back, nodded
It's a
it
striker's goal, that, innit?
Proper.
Hey,
That's how you want to start
goal.
2021, innit?
Told you. Oh, we'll worry about that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Decent performance from Villa, though. And there's a good comment here as we look a bit of the wider perspective of how things are going this season. Shaira Takar says, based on the league performance, how should the team be prioritising the FA Cup, the Europa League, and the League Cup?
Forget about the Europa League.
Yeah.
Forget it. Seriously. Play the children. League Cup, we have to go for it because it's against that mob.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can't be not going for that because we're in a semi-final, so let's not be too silly. And FA Cup, fringe players again. Do
you think?
Not complete Europa League, play the children, but if I've got to rest someone for a game, I'm resting them for the FA Cup.
Are you not thinking, though, that, whilst we are in, there or thereabouts at the top of the league at the moment, our genuinely best chance of winning trophies are the likes of the FA Cup and the Europa League and obviously the League Cup, which, as you said, we're going to put players out in.
Can we really afford to go for it in Europa and challenge at the top of the league? That's my only question.
Yeah.
I don't think we can.
And I think
That's
this is a season where I know it's all very tight, but if we challenge or aim to close that gap on Liverpool, it'll guarantee Champions League football. If you get what I'm saying. I know it doesn't, but it does. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas in the season where we had Jose, and it was a normal season, this is an abnormal season. In the season we had Jose and we won the Europa League, it fucked our Premier League campaign. It could be worse this time around if you... But the good thing for us is we're rotating. We can go into the Europa League, play Donny van der Beek, Mata, fucking Cavani and all these second team, B team.
And also
do it piece.
The difference between that, as you mentioned, when you get taken away from your league form for the sake of the Europa League, when you're only really going for 3rd or 4th anyway. Whereas now, if we get sort of sucked off the top spot for the sake,
we get what?
We get sucked off the top spot for the sake of the Europa League. That isn't
the Europa League.
That isn't a trade-off that's worth doing, is it? Whereas maybe 4th to 6th for the sake of winning the Europa Lease is a trade-off that's worth doing.
I think some players would rather get sucked off than play the Europa League. Kyle Walker, definitely.
Tejas Tate says, go for the league. Come on, you Reds. Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do. We're going to send over to Stephen Howson in just a moment. But before that, Jay.
Yes.
The first half, then, man of the match. Give me your man of the match so far.
Let's not kid ourselves. Anyone that says anything else is lying. Paul Pogba.
Yeah. Adam?
Eric Bailly.
Shut up.
No, come off it.
You're lying.
I only said that
you lied to me. You lied twice to me today.
Right.
Right. You lied to me twice. You said Martial's second Premier League goal will be against the Scousers. So you lied.
Sorry.
And now you're lying about the man of the match. Yeah.
I meant his second goal of 2021 would be against the Scousers.
We're not waiting another 5 months for him to score.
How about his 22nd goal? Can we just agree on that instead? I'll take that.
His 21st goal.
His 21st goal. Well, right. Enough of this tomfoolery.
Anyway, energy.
Yeah, we're going to go over to Ronaldo and Stephen Howson now for the half-time show. We'll be
getting
back
top billing.
when Manchester United are back on the pitch. We'll see you in a minute.
All right.
You can ask me this every single time, the same intro, you're right. I'm gonna always say I'm good.
Okay, cool. Someone on Twitter coined something during the game, and I love it. #ShawWatch.
Listen, we're 1-0 up. Big game. Let's not talk about Luke Shaw.
I'm just saying, someone, if you want to join in on that hashtag, it's on #ShawWatch. It's all right, that wasn't it? Some sensational one-touch play from United at times.
Yeah, some great play. Last few weeks we've been quite scintillating going forward at times.
Just defensively, we look like a bag of spanners.
But defensively, we always look like we can give something up, and that is a problem. And that is
the
old adage: defense will always win championships.
Yeah,
it's the most
attack
important.
wins games, defence wins championships.
100%.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's never boring Reds.
Never boring. And we did say before the game, we looked at the formation, we saw the diamond, we said how important the full-backs providing width will be.
Yep.
And lo and behold, Wan-Bissaka bombs down the right and gets a very rare assist. But
bombs down the right, puts in a first-time cross, and we was unsure at first whether it came off Mings or anything like that. It looks like it's gone straight onto Tony Marshall's napper. So fair play to both of them in that, yeah. Fair play. Happy days.
What do you think of Pogba's performance today?
And I heard them saying that they think Pogba's been man of the match. I don't necessarily disagree with that.
I think he's been great.
Yeah,
I think this is one of his better performances he's had in a United shirt recently. And that's not just on...
Can I have a complaint now?
Go on.
When he dummied that ball. Wasn't dummying it for
you know what? Because
Fred,
it doesn't matter. Fred's coming onto it, and it was slightly behind Pogba. You can't criticise him for doing it, because if Fred happens to put that in the top corner, everyone's like, oh, what a dummy. So hindsight's always 20/20, innit?
No. Because it was Fred, and it was never going in. Was it?
No, probably not.
I was like, who's he left that off, Fred? No, man.
I think XG's skewed low when it was Fred. But anyway.
I like the look of that, mate. Please stop being dumb. Please stop being dumb.
I can't believe it.
Please clip that up and send it to me.
They've not seen
Please
that.
clip that up and send it to me.
The Paddockers have not seen that.
It's on the telly right there in front of you. It's a 50-inch telly.
Don't point like that. Anyway, United joint top, that's what we like to see. 21 is coming for definite. If we continue to play like we have been, then we definitely will.
How far away are Man City?
Where are City? Arsenal just about made it.
Is that David Moyes' football genius level on points with Pep Guardiola?
Nah, Moyes, you know.
Fuck off.
This Premier League campaign does not make any sense.
Mate. Yeah, not a lot. Chelsea are in that too, Cam. Wow.
Very tight though.
Wowza.
For the 26, Chelsea.
I'm a bit gutted that Arsenal have had a couple of games lately.
They play two shit teams though, Chelsea and...
This is true.
Yeah.
Can we have some comments on the screen, please, Cameroon?
That would be good.
Thank you.
But what I was going to say about Pogba and his performance, it's not just on the ball. He's also been great off it as well. He's worked hard.
Notice that set pieces, we've just been leaving people on the edge of the box, which I'm not digging.
I never like that. I don't like leaving players on the edge of the box, and I don't like not having players on the post.
No, I don't really fully get the zonal marking thing, because I think you can, like, hack it.
Yeah.
Because if people go, I'm going to line here, and line here, and line here, I go, cool, I'm going to put 3 people on one of your men.
Just man mark.
Yeah, man mark.
And then when the ball gets in the air, you go and head it out. That's basically how you do it.
Isaiah Lufkin says United scoring a header from a cross from a right back. What the fuck, man? 2021 is going to be a good year.
I thought
21
the year started strange, didn't it? Martial header, Wan-Bissaka assist from a cross.
Juan
Definitely
Silva says superb. Paul Labille Pogba. So many teams have 26 points. Eric better than Van Dijk. Don't know about that, but I've forgotten how nice it is to be seeing some slight confidence in your defence. And I'll give you that, Jack. It is slight confidence. It's not supreme confidence. This isn't like 2008 when you got Wes Brown, Evra, Vidic, Rio, and Van der Sar, and we've not conceded a goal in 15 games. That was good.
That was absolute.
Just go, hey, do us a favour, score us a goal. And it's like, yeah, we got Ronaldo. You might have heard of him. He's decent.
Right next year. But what has also been what's also been good in the first half is...
Not your jokes.
Nah, not that. Well, that wasn't in the first half. That was right now, so that's different. But we've kept Grealish quiet. Has Grealish played today?
Please, just...
actually, that's a bit too early, isn't it? That's too early.
We'll talk a lot about it after the game, but for now, go, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cover our bases. We're going to go, Grealish looks dangerous. Let's keep him quiet. Okay, now. No matter what, up the Paddock and 21 is coming. Yes, Dalton. Bay won't last the whole season. That's the point. Right, he's played 4 games out of 4, right? Yeah. When was the last time he even played? Was it under Joe's? Has he even
I don't want to jinx by it. I don't want to jinx. But 4 games
in quick 2 years and went,
succession.
Who the fuck are you? It was like been here the whole time.
He might do like a complete U-turn where he becomes almost invincible.
Right, stop reading comics.
No, 100%.
This shit doesn't happen in real life. 2-0 Rashford to score next. He's not looked on the boil today, Marcus.
He's a trier though.
We need to score a second because I don't trust that defence.
I don't trust it either. I did say 2-1 as my prediction before the game.
I don't think I give one.
Did you not? You can't do one at half time. It's a little bit. Really. It's cheating a little bit. But love house. Who's Stefan? Is that meant to be you?
When did I tell you it was short?
I don't remember. Oh yeah, when I was talking about Grealish. Yeah, I think that's going to be on me now. I think
Rashford hasn't looked for a good game, but he still scores. You take that, don't you? Am I trying to sing Taylor Swift? I don't know any Taylor Swift songs. Know any Taylor Swift songs?
Yeah. Taylor Swift's got bangers.
Name 4.
22. I don't know. Caught me out there.
Balled it. Ewan says, I get happier. I was happier before I was keeping an eye on Shaw's defensive positioning. See? I told you, just don't tweet me. Just watch him, and then we'll talk afterwards.
You're going to get... you're getting everyone on that, innit? On Shaw Watch.
All I ever wanted to do was people form their own opinions. That was it.
And now, it might benefit you, though, because they'll find out you weren't chatting shit. Because I started to realise it watching a game of you upstairs. If you do pay attention to him, he does very strange things. So he actually is one.
The chance where the overlap
you've made people watch in the first half.
Well, that's all we're here to do. We're here to guide. Yeah. And then you make your own mind up. I won't tell you what to think. I'll tell you what I've seen and then invite you to go look at it yourself. Right. That overlap where Villa caught us out, where Shaw was miles off, the guy that, I can't remember who it is, but the guy that ends up doing the overlap starts 30 metres behind Shaw.
Yeah, I did see that.
They get to the player. Is it Grealish? Yeah, it's Grealish. Because Fred's had to cover his ass.
Yeah.
Shaw stops. There's no communication with Fred, as in like, you stay with Grealish, I'll get the runner. Nothing. He just stops. My guy goes into the back.
And then somehow someone will find a way to defend him and argue. He mistimes a header. He flicks it onto their player. Matty Cash, the right back, starts 30 yards behind him, like he says. Instead of sprinting back and bursting the gut because you're playing for United.
He jogs.
You're trying to defend. He just jogs or he ambles.
And doesn't even look
Matty
to his right and go, oh shit.
Just sprints past him for the overlap. And then McGinn almost scores, back post. But apparently it's just an agenda and not facts.
All I'll say to you is, watch the games. And especially when we don't have the ball. Because it's very easy to watch the guy on the ball. Very easy. Like we all get sucked into it, and the TV cameras are designed to follow the guy on the ball.
I think when you watch football, you're meant to kind of watch where the ball is, though.
I think you are, but I always found that, certainly where my seat was in the Stretford end, I have a tactical view in front of me. I'm right in the middle of the pitch. I see all the shapes everyone's making. And that's where you really start to lose your shit with some people.
Okay.
Because you just see someone doglegging it out of the way and you're going to fuck this up. Or you see things that maybe should have happened and the TV cameras don't always pick them up. But if you just keep watching Luke Shaw, at some point, you're going to shout at your telly.
A couple of people saying that Scott McTominay has been awful today as well.
I'm not sure anyone's been awful. I think that
awful.
Villa have been good value in this game.
Fred's been good, I think.
Villa would probably feel a little hard done to it going down behind. They've been good value in this game.
I think we were a little bit more cutting edge though than they were, because even Bruno came close. If you just had a little bit more curl, Pogba, little snapshot on the edge of the box. Martial's chance as well before he actually did score. No, I think 1-0 is about right. I think we deserve to be on top at the half, and hopefully that's how we end the game. But I think we are in for a bit of a nervy second half though.
A couple of people asking, is the Bay and Maguire partnership going to be key for us for a title challenge? It's 4 games in. There's every chance that you're going to see Bay injured at some point soon. I wouldn't be thinking...
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. Come
on. Some of the comments here saying, Tellers has been wanked since he's come, but Mike Bassett doesn't mention that. I'm assuming that's a dig at me. No, I think Tellers defensively is not Wan-Bissaka. But he's still good defensively. Because
he's better defensively than we expected. When he came, we thought he was just a wing back.
Yeah, like a Trent almost, but he's not. I'd say there's more to come from him offensively. I didn't enjoy 7 crosses the other day with a 0 success rate. That's not good enough. But there's levels to this, and you've got I think Solskjaer's doing a pretty good job at easing most of the players in. The only one who's not had to ease in was Bruno, and he just played him every week. Everyone else has kind of been eased in a little bit.
He's a bit of a machine.
I wouldn't say I've been impressed massively with Tellez, but I think he's good enough to start for us. I think he's less of a liability.
You look pissed, lads.
Not even pissed.
I might have had a sip or something. I won't say what.
How good would Alphonso Davies be in this team? Potentially.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I think he's tailor-made for the Premier League as well, Alphonso Davies. But if you're at Bayern Munich, I don't think you'll ever leave.
No, you don't usually. Like I said, you don't get players out of Bayern Munich if they want them to go.
No, you
unless
don't.
They want them to go. If Eric stays fit, we've got ourselves a super solid centre-back that's also agile. Romanting, just a good guess. Excited for Diallo. A couple of comments on that.
Yep. And
I'd temper those excitements. I'm not sure he's going straight to the first team.
Who?
Ahmad Diallo.
No, I doubt it. But we have a right to be a little bit excited, a little bit optimistic.
Yeah, no one's saying
quality,
poorly.
man.
Just listen. Why do you always have to put names to stuff? Just enjoy the ride, man. Just enjoy the ride,
that's not how fandom works, though.
You don't have to be on a title charge or relegation or sack this guy or do that or the other. Just enjoy the football. It's a pastime we all voluntarily choose to go into.
Especially when United
enjoy it. And the United are back out on the field, so I'm going to pass you back over to Jesus and his disciples. Sit a bit.
21 is.
I don't know what that dude's chatting about. Calm down. Don't put a name on it. This, that, and the other. The title's in our hands as we speak. Win all our games. We are champions. So don't listen to Steve. Don't let Steve put a dampener on this title parade that's coming up in May 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Just chill, yeah?
Interesting as well. At the start of next season, if we win all of our games,
we'll be listening to Taylor
the title's
Swift.
in our hands. The title's in our hands at the start of every season. It's just that we blow it in the meantime. But you look at the stats there. United controlled the first half pretty much.
Steve's watching
Villa
us.
had a
He's
few
nodding along.
decent spells of possession, but never really looked like getting a goal other than that John McGinn shot that De Gea handled quite comfortably.
No, I think they've sort of not played into our hands, but it's suited us to away the fact that the game's open, because this isn't Wolves. I keep saying Wolves were sort of shutting up shop, keeping it tight between the lines.
Yeah.
Villa just gone for it almost.
Which is impressive, really, because they've still been relatively defensively good, despite the fact that they've had almost 50% of the ball.
There's good balance in this.
Yeah, they're a good team.
In both teams. But you wouldn't expect an Aston Villa side that were battling relegation last year to come here and have that ability to attack and defend and still look quite strong in either and quite balanced. It's what they got. You know what? Their owners though have spent a lot of money on it.
They have had to say Villa like
this hasn't come cheap.
Because even before last season, they spent money, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like I think they spent about.
Traore went. He come from Lyon. He's highly rated. Ollie Watkins was sought after. And
even Tyrone Mings, they spent.
Yeah, and they've
money
bought
on.
in players that haven't quite worked out, like Western players like that, and then gone again, haven't they? So it's not been like just. It's not like a Sheffield United bit of a shoestring.
Not to the same extent, of course. But there is it almost reminds me a little bit of that improvement from finishing barely in the league to being this good. It almost reminds me of Leicester a little bit, the team that went on to win the league. Obviously, they're not going to do that, but how they almost went down the year before.
Well, and was it 8 wins out of 9 or something that kept
played Marcus?
Yeah, genuinely feel like a good team to play against.
Go on,
drive.
Look at him, he's gone. You got to release that ball.
Oh, that's a terrible ball as well.
That's shit from McTominay.
Come on, bro, you're better than that, man.
Shit. That's shit. That.
Come on.
Turn there. Rashford was steaming through the lines.
I think he'll know that. He'll know that. I think
quality's got to be better there.
He didn't trust himself to make the pass through to Rashford, and then he played the pass out to I think it was Marshall.
Rashford, Pogba, sorry.
Was it just put it out for a throw? Poor from McTominay there.
But no, you're right. I get where you're coming from. That they've gone from relegation fodder to the fringes of a title challenge.
Yeah.
Very Leicester-esque.
Who was?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We've gone from. I think the difference is,
where were we when Chelsea left?
The difference between Leicester and this Villa team is they've got their Mahrez in Grealish, but they don't have their Vardy.
Yeah, I don't think Leicester had a player as individually brilliant as Grealish. But Villa don't have a striker that can win you games on his own.
Yeah.
Like
Jamie Vardy.
And Kante in the middle or whatever.
Yeah.
There's none of that for this team.
But I know Douglas ain't on the Kante level,
No,
but he's very, very, very good. And this is the kind of season where someone like this...
Fred, there's no need for that. Do you know what, right?
Played Harry. Just foul him there. It's all right.
He's getting a yellow there.
Is he?
You'll meet him on the
with his team as well is like Fred doesn't need to be trying those balls. You can give it to someone like a Bruno or Pogba or just play it short. Do you know what I mean? If he doesn't think it's on.
No. Maguire had no intention of trying to win that ball.
No, did he?
He just thought.
He stepped up and thought.
I think it's one you take. One you take.
He's very good at the reacting when he gets a yellow as well. Harry Maguire. He's like he genuinely looks innocent when he reacts.
Free kick to
this game.
Villa.
This game is far from over as well. They went behind the edge. Chelsea.
Yeah, they're good.
Careful there, Maguire.
Set piece won by Paul Pogba there. Good defending. Now Bruno takes it down. Not the best touch actually.
Fucking up.
Couple on this right side here. Marshall and Rashford.
Go on, Toto.
Counter attack here.
Give it Marcus.
Marcus better. Marshall up to Marcus. Good defending. Gets in the box though. Rashford pulls it across. Straight into the
geezer to foul him.
I did. I thought he was going to go down there, Marcus. I thought he sort of
The ball was good, but it was too close to the defender.
Yeah, it was.
And it's like
the
defense. Matty Cash, is that Matty Cash? He did well not to dive in.
There wasn't enough on it for him to go down and get a foul.
So we're pressing here, but
go on. But if you look at this,
goalie clears it.
Rashford's gone through the middle for a bit, and Marshall's on the left now.
Maguire with a headed through ball to Paul Pogba on the left hand side. To Luke Shaw, heavy touch there.
Goal kick.
Good bit of play from Maguire and then Pogba, but Shaw just sort of.
We were just saying this off camera as well. Maguire just seems to be like the pressure's off him when he's alongside Eric Bailly. I don't know. He just seems a little bit more like the old Maguire that we saw at Leicester.
Those two players, in terms of like, if you were thinking of like opposites attract top trumps almost, that could be characteristically the perfect centre back partnership.
One's mental, one's a bit dull.
Yeah,
one's quick, one's a bit slow.
The odd couple.
One's got no hips, one's got hips.
There's a sitcom here waiting to happen. But the Eric and Harry
Maguire
show.
completely dominant aerially.
Yeah,
I think physically he's a bit stronger than Eric Bailly, but Eric Bailly.
Oh come on!
Fuck off.
Was that at the bar?
Eric Bailly much faster than him.
Yeah,
very decisive, very aggressive in terms of his decision making.
Yeah.
I think together they, in theory, make an almost perfect partnership, don't
it's
they?
Like Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect together. Itchy and scratchy.
But again, it's just the fitness of Eric Bailly, isn't it? Good pass there. Traore against Luke Shaw, who again, that's an overlap there. You can't blame Luke Shaw for that one, but Luke Shaw has done all right there. To say that he was meant to be the slowest player at United, he doesn't often get done for pace, Luke Shaw, does he, one-on-one?
You got to look at when those stats came out, man.
Luke Shaw was. That's going to be a goal. That great.
Fucking yes!
That is a save and a half from David De Gea.
I had accepted that this was 1-1.
Me too.
You know?
Yeah.
When I saw that ball fall into Watkins'
the ball
head,
chipped up to Watkins there. Great.
I'm surprised he didn't go far corner. Not far corner.
Jack Grealish with a cross. He's
gone back across the goal, which I thought was a mistake.
Yeah, just head it down near post.
Yeah. See,
if he goes,
actually
he's got
a
no
relatively
chance.
comfortable save in the end.
To be fair, he's made it easier.
Grealish does very well. Yeah.
Onside. Well onside.
I think he was onside even if it was just by. To be honest, they were level with each other. Does really well. Just gets off.
Yeah, he shouldn't have. Like you say, Maku, he shouldn't have gone.
That was too easy for him to peel in between.
He peeled off Maguire too easily there.
Was it Maguire and Wan-Bissaka? And he just went in.
It was Maguire's man, and he just took.
Get rid of it, man.
Got it.
Fucking hell.
Got the space easily.
My God.
Yeah, Maguire should have done better.
Play fridge.
Well done. Oh, I thought he kept it in for a sec. Bit of pressure here from Villa, looking quite good, holding United back. But they did a lot of this in the first half, didn't they? Didn't really make many chances as good as that.
I never felt goalier.
No.
Can't be letting
Keeping
Jack
the ball
Grealish
well.
pick out passes.
Was it
like that,
2-2
man.
last year?
Yeah, it was 2-2.
I thought it was 1-1.
No, it wasn't. It was, yeah.
So who?
Come on now, counter attack.
Ball.
That's a good pass. Bruno on the left hand
Far
side.
post there, is it?
Counter attacking.
Stay on side.
Yeah.
Played Pogba getting in the box because Martial got took out.
Come on, look at. Go on, Tony.
That turn by Rashford was ridiculous, but he should have left it to
He should have
Martial.
left
You
it
know.
there, yeah.
That turn though was ridiculous. Go on,
Fred. Well done, Fred.
Shaw. Well done, Shaw.
Between them, Fred and Shaw.
Shaw held him
Jack
up.
Grealish
getting the ball off Grealish.
It was maybe in the foul.
Shaw looked like he fouled him, didn't he? Bruno on the left. Into Rashford, back to Bruno.
See, that's annoying.
Couple of 1-2s.
Because you make your run and then got man just doing short 1-2s outside the box.
Shaw pushed up.
See.
Been very fluid, the front four.
That's better. Good
football.
football.
Get a cross in. That's a good cross. It's a good cross there.
That was better. Shame no one was on the front.
I know.
Close.
Yeah.
Well done, Bruno.
He's left you there.
Traore and Grealish playing it round. Bruno and Fred there. And Traore plays it up to Watkins on the edge of the box. Takes it down well. Not from there, mate. Was it El Ghazi? Outside.
Bruno fell asleep though. He should have went with him. That's a typical attacking player.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I'm here, so I'm doing my bit. But then I'm not going to...
It's a great pass from Grealish.
Can't be giving him
Which Bruno's
any
allowed
space.
to do, but in that instance, too easy.
Poor touch from Watkins, really. Just happens to fall for El Ghazi, doesn't it? Who sort of outside of the foot hits it over.
He's got
the near
5
post.
in 5, I think, our guys at the moment.
Yeah, he has, hasn't
He was getting a lot of stick online as well.
he? Well, why?
Yeah, like I don't know why, but it was a thing that he had deleted his socials, and
Really?
Jack Grealish had come out in an interview saying, or one of the players had come out saying,
Play the ball, pass.
"Oh, you all criticise him when he gets it wrong, and when he plays well, you don't say anything. So give him some love."
Shit pass from Rashford there. Trying to find Marshall 50 yards across the pitch, straight to the defenders. When was that, recently or before he went through?
Just I think like when he got his first goal in that run.
Was it?
Oh,
Good
that's
play there.
too
Great
easy.
tackle from Fred.
Who did that get inside there?
Bailly,
Pogba.
man.
Bailly. Yes,
Fucking
Bailly.
hell.
Offside. Is there an offside?
Look, he's offside because Bailly's just flown through someone there. Someone was offside there. Eric Bailly's been booked.
Why, if the game has stopped?
Yeah. Is that not like Pickford on Van Dijk shit?
I
that?
don't understand it. Again, it's just so
Or
confusing.
is he getting fouled, booked for this foul?
I don't know. Someone got booked there.
Yeah, Bailly.
Eric Bailly got booked.
But we've got
So
an
it's
offside that happened
offside.
before the tackle.
No, after the... So I think basically what has happened is the ball's come back out here. Bailly's committed a foul, but while that's happened, the Lino's had his flag back up.
And he got the ball there.
So Bailly's committed a dangerous challenge deemed by the ref. I don't think it was.
No, I don't.
But the Lino's had his flag up for offside, so he's booked Bailly, and we've got the offside. But if that's the case, then Pickford should have been sent off for what he
Yeah,
did
exactly.
to Van
The
Dijk.
foul happened. The offside happened before the foul. Rashford in the box. Oh, he went past two on the edge there.
Martial was there in space then. He did the hard bit.
By the time he got past the two on the edge, there was no way he was going to pass it here. There was there.
No, to be fair.
Should have probably scored, to be
there's
fair.
a good line.
It was
Yeah,
straight
a
to
great
the-
line to goal that he just Not enough power on the shot. Who's that? There?
Fred, you have got
Fucking
mugged off
Fred,
there,
man.
bro. Shame the
Fred.
fortunate that the ball was poor through to him because Douglas is just.
Yeah. He sprints into tackles, Fred, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like he just sprinted at him there and just chipped it around.
But if
him.
you've got wing mirrors, yeah, like some midfielders have, like Douglas, you know my man's coming. You're just gonna give him a little,
just chips it around him.
Little cheeky spin.
By bringing the ball out.
That's mint, that.
Him being on a yellow scares me.
Yeah,
No,
me
he
too.
does,
Because
doesn't it?
that's what he just got booked for.
Yeah.
Trying to bring it out, overtaking it.
Oh, he should have went
Go on,
down.
Luke.
Why didn't you? If he goes, do you know what I mean?
Well done, Bruno, tackling there on Traore.
Is he giving it? Oh, I thought he was going to free kick.
I did as well. It looked like he.
Yeah, he went like put his
whistle
whistle to his mouth before he's blowing for that.
Luke Shaw there, yeah, had ran into the ball. He made a great run. He's chipped the ball past the defender.
They're going past us like
and
we're
he
not
could
even
have
there
kind
in
of like
midfield.
continued
Sorry.
his run and got fouled, but because he knew the
It's too easy to dribble past Fred and McTominay in this game.
It
It's
is.
been
You're
way
right.
too easy.
You're right, and they're not even near the
keep
ball.
going past
Not
him.
even near the player.
No.
Would you bring Matic on?
Yes.
Yeah, I would. You don't dribble past Matic like that.
Get over to him, Scott.
It's a good cross. Back post, Traore. 1-1.
1-1.
It's been coming. Been going past our midfield like it's not fucking there. We can't defend at the back post from crosses, and we haven't been able to all year. And it's happened again. Back post cross. Straight
Defense
to
has fell
Traore.
apart, man.
Fucking shit.
Is that Shaw's side?
Yeah. Too easy.
They're
Seeing
looking at
Wan-Bissaka there
Wan-Bissaka.
like he's done something wrong.
Eric Bailly looks like he's shouting to someone here to help him out.
Wan-Bissaka stood on the ball there and just walking. That's why.
Right, so Eric Bailly's
That's why.
pointing there and he's got his arms out.
Wan-Bissaka's just not in position. He stood on the ball instead of trying to get back. Luke Shaw just lets the ball go
But
past
if you
him.
look at that, it's so dumb from Wan-Bissaka. He's so what's happened before this goal? Yeah, Villa have gone to take a quick free kick.
Yeah,
Wan-Bissaka stood on it, and then Villa have asked for him to get booked because he's stopped the quick free kick being taken, and then. While that's going on, instead of Wan-Bissaka thinking, all right, let me now go and get Grealish, who's in that position, he's kind of made a run half forward
Yeah.
and then thought, actually, nah, it's backwards where I've got to go. But by that time, the ball's already there to Grealish. He's got the right hand side of our defense free, and he's made the cross, and it's got through bodies, and it's got to Traore. Now, it probably could have been cleared before he gets to Traore, but that's real poor from Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah,
and I mean, Eric Bailly's telling him on the pitch,
get back,
and
get
no
back.
one's
Just
reacting,
not
no one's responding.
And if you're going to stand on the ball, you have to stand on the ball so they can't take the free kick. That's what you do.
No, but then once the ref has gone, we're playing to whistle.
Yeah.
You go and get in your position.
Pogba pulls it back into the box. Marshall just a little bit flat-footed there. The defender got there before him.
That's so frustrating, that.
Yeah. Options off the bench. Do you think we need to change anything, or do you think we're all right?
You
for
were
now?
saying, weren't you, about Matic maybe for Scott?
Oh, penalty!
Yes!
Penalty to United.
Yes!
Pogba fouled. Shit. We haven't had a Bruno in a bit. Oh! Hate it now. Douglas Luiz.
Douglas looks like it's not a penalty. But everyone looks innocent and they consider a penalty,
Yeah.
don't they? That's a penalty.
Penalty, that, surely.
That's a penalty. He's clipped his heels, hasn't he? I don't see Pogba diving there either. Yeah, that's a penalty.
It's similar to the dive. It's sort of on
It's
his
not a dive,
shoulder.
it's not a dive.
And his legs are kind of getting in the
I
mix
can't,
as well.
I can't see
I feel
Mate,
sick.
I'm with you. Are you going in my cupboard?
Yeah, come on.
Get that team news off the screen. Where are you going, you two?
I don't watch penalties, Joe. It's got luck.
Just me in here then for this one.
Sorry, Joe. Let me
The-
wait.
the
until-
VAR in
let
it,
me
I don't
wait
know if
until
they're
the
gonna give it, you
I'll
know.
wait until the VAR decisions come in before I
I don't
start
know if
getting
they're
ahead of
gonna give
myself.
it.
It's a penalty.
Yes, he took him there.
Pogba can't make his heels click. Wait, if he does, he'll end up at home.
Yeah, no one can hear you, Adam. Just say no.
Sorry.
That's a foul to me.
The ref's giving it, which is the important thing.
Yeah. Because for it to be overturned, it now has to be decision, penalty, foul.
Beautiful Portuguese bastard.
Sorry, Joe. You're on your own.
Yeah, go on. I'll celebrate to this one on my own if we score it. Free penalty to United, obviously. That's why everyone's fucked off, because these two can't handle it. I feel sick. Bruno steps up. Yes! Perfect penalty. Bottom corner. Smacked it inside of the post. That was a very Van Nistelrooy-esque penalty, that one, Jay. You'll know what I mean when you see it. When you see it. Like you're not fucking here to watch it. These two have to sit outside.
Joe, you know the rules. I can't watch penalties, man.
And I'm not copying him, but
yeah, next time all three of us just fuck off, shall we?
That
Watching empty
quality.
chairs. Yeah, look at this. Van Nistelrooy is best this.
Oh,
Perfect.
Martinez has gone the right way.
Mate, that is quality. You ain't stopping that.
Do you know Bruno, yeah?
Yeah.
He knows this keeper's good, and he's
Yeah.
gone, I'm not messing
No
about.
hopping.
Yeah.
I'm going to whip this. I'm going to put some real power behind it. 50
Are my eyes
goals this
deceiving me
season.
there or what?
Bruno Fernandes, 11 goals in 16 games in the league,
See,
15 in all competitions.
That's why Marshall hasn't got many lads, because Bruno keeps licking them all.
Is anyone else almost...
I'm joking.
Bruno, I'd hate to play
Share them
alongside
around, yeah, will you? God's sake.
So bloody greedy. Martial should have took that penalty.
Bruno's one of those
Rooney
people...
should have had 30
Yeah.
when Ronaldo scored 44.
Bruno's one of those
Just
people at a
Ronaldo's fault.
buffet, just standing at the buffet table eating the mini sausage rolls, and you're like, how many sausage rolls you had? One. He's like, why? He's like, because he's eating all fucking 70, that's why. Fucking buffet hogging bastard Bruno, isn't he? Eating all the breadsticks and dip and that.
For those that don't understand sarcasm, I was joking. We are joking.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Does it almost worry you how
Someone's going to
good
say,
Bruno
Adam
is?
blamed Bruno for Martial's scoring record.
Jack Grealish.
That's
It's
a
bit
yellow
of a
card.
dirty
That
goal,
should have been a
Bruno.
yellow card.
Why is that not a yellow?
Bit dirty. Because they can't use VAR for yellow cards.
It was more like samurai Jack Grealish there, isn't
Aha.
Yeah.
it? Don't shake it. Yeah, actually, you can shake his hand because you'll be
Bye.
able to
I
see.
like that. Jack Grealish wants to shake his hand. Bye is fucking fuming at him. Bye's like, not giving him anything. No smile, nothing. Not even looking at him. Good.
Why is a serious prayer?
Yeah.
Do you remember him on Vardy? Do you remember him on Vardy?
Bye's not
Mate, that
there
was like
for a
the
laugh.
Charity
When
Shield.
he dragged him and kicked him and
Like climbed over him to get
Like
up.
fucking
Yeah.
like, leaving legs
Vardy
in on
going
each other.
berserk.
Zlatan used to do that to
But
defenders.
they've got like a touch of the same thing about Vardy and Bailly, haven't they? Like,
Little
I bet they
bastards.
both fucking love that sort of shit.
But if-
Just little kicks
I
and
knew,
elbows.
I
and-
knew Bailly was the truth from when Troy Deeney went, yeah, I ain't fucking with Bailly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if Troy Deeney don't fancy
I don't
it,
like playing up against Eric
then
Bailly.
you know full well that he's
Yeah,
not,
he
he's
fouled that
serious.
by Bruno. Has Bruno been booked?
No, I don't think so.
Who got booked earlier?
Eric Bailly
Maguire.
and Maguire's been booked.
I'm sure one of our attackers did. He's on that coke again.
Matic is coming on like we requested. Ollie got our text.
Ollie obviously listens
Cheers,
to us.
Ollie.
He watches the Watchalong, Ollie. That's what he's watching on the
Got a
monitor.
walkie-talkie.
Not the game. He's watching this.
Yeah, you see there on the bench, Matic who's coming on. Who do you think out of that lineup he's coming on for?
McTominay.
Yeah, me too.
I think I'm not.
Energy.
Not heard that
Trophies.
not heard that for a
In the
while.
AM.
In the AM, that's the killer line for me. In the AM.
Energies, trophies in it.
I can't see what number he's put up there. Oh, it's McTominay. We called it.
Yeah, McTominay's coming off for Matic. Not McTominay's best game,
No, he's
especially
not.
after what we saw against Leeds, where he was sort of Zidane.
It was one of the
And
best
now he's sort of-
performances ever.
Yeah.
A bit underwhelming. Passing wasn't
Scott
quite
Dan.
at the races, and he wasn't getting close enough to his players, to the Villa midfield.
Oh,
pass from
Bruno
Bruno.
fucking Fernandes.
Rashford, Marshall overlapping, bit of space for Rashford, edge of the box, straight at the goalkeeper.
Greedy bastard.
Here's the Premier League table as it stands. Then
You got to start
Manchester
using
United,
the runners.
equal points.
I know what you mean.
With
It's
Liverpool.
annoying. It's annoying. You know
time,
how
man.
much I love Marcus Rashford, but if he's there, it's
But sometimes, I mean,
But bro,
But
it's
that-
the fourth and fifth. It's 2-1.
yeah.
It's not 3-0.
Yeah, but
It's not
he ended
4-0.
up with a shot for himself.
He did, and I appreciate that.
Uncontested shot.
That a lot of them will go in, and he scored in the same manner against Wolves. But
that being said,
bro,
That being said,
that's
There is the
You know when
counterpoint.
when you miss a free kick and you know, all right, the next one's not mine because
mate, this is going to be 2-2 if we don't fix up. Look at him on the overlap there, Luke Shaw.
Grealish with a great cross to the back post.
Played
Good defending.
How did
Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka had to get that
you
completely
can't ask
right.
for high
He
foot
could've
for
kicked his
there.
fucking
Bro.
face
No,
off then.
if someone's, I hate that. You know when someone goes down for a header and then they give
Yeah.
high foot, bro, your head's not supposed to be down here.
Jack Grealish's passing is sensational, by the way. He's done about 6 of them so far.
That's quality, that from
You have to
Wan-Bissaka.
sign this fella up.
He's
man.
got to get that
Grealish
right.
is
Like,
sensational.
Fergie wouldn't let him leave the stadium. You see, after he scored that goal against us at Old Trafford last, Fergie would have said, "Yeah, cool, you're not leaving."
Grealish is
Remember
a
Ronaldo
sensational
style?
player.
Yeah,
Sam
you-
Ronaldo after the
He
game.
would have made Dean
against
Smith cry
Sporting.
in his office,
Yeah.
like Bill Kenwright.
Filled him full of wine.
Have you heard that story, Joe?
No, go on.
Bill Kenwright, David Moyes, when Fergie
For
wanted
those who
Rooney.
don't know who Bill Kenwright is.
Bill Kenwright was the chairman.
He's
at
still, I
Everton.
think he still is the Everton
So
chairman.
Everton had to sell Wayne Rooney, and they put him up for sale. United didn't want to go for him yet. They wanted to go for him the following summer, and obviously he was up for sale now. So United thinking, oh shit, and then Newcastle went in for him, and I think they were close to getting a deal agreed, weren't they, Newcastle?
Imagine if
for Wayne Rooney,
absolutely sheared
and if
us.
you know, but you know what's mental. If you listen to Wayne Rooney now when he speaks about it, he said that was like a temporary thought for him. He was going to do it, but it was like all right, I'll go Newcastle. Everton have got their money, and then I'll move in the future. And then United had to make their move. But when they were doing the deal, Fergie and Bill Kenwright and David Moyes were all together in the office. And Bill Kenwright was crying because he had to sell Wayne Rooney.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I like that a bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, what everyone forgets, the Everton fans used to forget this as well. Rooney loved Everton, but he knew he had to go because they needed that money. Like, and
30 million.
Yeah, it was like, so he had to go. Everton had to sell him, and we had to act because, like Marcus just said, Newcastle were in for him.
Imagine if Rooney had gone to Newcastle.
It was very amicable. It was weird that he left Everton. And then they started hating. It was really weird.
Remember at Goodison, they always used to give him grief.
No, but at the start, he wouldn't do anything bad against Everton
No,
at
but
the
then,
start.
then he kissed the badge.
And then I think it
That's
was 07.
There, ref. Come on, he's
07 when
pulling
he
him back
walked off.
there. That's a fucking booking, that.
Is he onside?
Nah, he's off.
I was about
he
to
got
say.
fouled there. That's a yellow card there. He pulled Pogba back and he kicked him.
He's given a foul. Or Rashford just kicked it away from the West.
Marcus can do what he
Good,
wants.
because
Feeds
that was
kids.
just because Pogba's got a good dribbler and he's strong.
He's
you
very
don't
strong.
notice
He's
when
very
someone's
strong on
pulling
the
him
ball,
back.
Paul Pogba.
But
He's good at that.
he did give a foul good. Because he
I
gets
feel
pulled
Pogba
all the
suffers
time.
from the Peter Crouch thing as well sometimes, because he's a bit gangly.
Yeah.
People think he's fouled when he hasn't fouled.
Yeah.
He definitely suffers from staying on his feet sometimes as well.
Because he likes to show, I've beat this guy twice. Like he gets the ball, he turns one way, turns him back, and sometimes he'll go. Great touch by Paul Pogba. Sometimes he goes in for a second bite. He likes to dribble past someone twice before he passes it.
Rash.
Pogba's been really good today.
Rashy.
I fully expect Mino Raiola to come out with a statement after this game.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Pogba only played well today because he's
He'll come
he's
out
definitely
and
not
say-
going to be at Man United.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to be at United. I hate Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And
Let me know if you want Mino Raiola. I mean, Erling Haaland.
yeah, that's what it'll
That's
be.
a foul there, ref. Come on.
But that was close to not being a foul as well, if you get what I mean. Like,
Well done, Luke Shaw. Good running in behind. You're in the box here, lad. You're in the box
Give
here.
a free kick
What
for that.
Referee! In front of him!
Are you for real? Don't give me that, Macca.
no, that weren't a foul.
No,
I know I'm
sorry,
saying the
sorry.
same thing.
Luke
Like,
Shaw runs round the outside.
Thought you was
going
gonna
to
contest that one,
and then
mate.
just gives a free kick for it. Oh, fucking
Oh,
hell,
mate,
ref.
no.
Pathetic.
That's so soft.
Shocking.
it's soft.
And we're on there as well.
Clever play by the defender, but it's
It is,
soft.
but he had to do it because he was fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like, Luke Shaw got the wrong side
Shaw's
of it.
running in this half particularly has been much better.
I've not seen him do this.
It was a quality pass that as well. Was it Pogba?
No,
too?
he has
Yeah.
in the recent weeks.
It was a quality ball from Pogba, wasn't it?
Yeah.
His running and distribution has been
Yeah,
a
I
lot
mean-
more focused,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
been it's like someone said to him, when Rashford has the ball in this position, do this. And it's like, with that instruction, if you remember what Jose said about him, like, I need to be his brains and all that.
mate.
You can kind of tell, like, the instructions to him have been very simple, like, do your defensive stuff, but also, because he makes the same run a lot,
That's
which is kind of inside.
Paul Pogba there.
The defender.
Just spreading the play beautifully there. Right, come on, support him. Marcus Rashford's moved over to the right here.
Fridge,
Was that
what are you
Fred there?
doing?
Mate, there was absolutely no danger on
Oh,
Well done, Eric Bailly.
Bailly.
Well done,
The
lad.
best centre back in the whole wide world.
Rashford.
He is.
On the right hand side.
Back post, look at the back post.
He's kept the ball, put it back to Fred.
Oh, here we go.
Not from there.
Bad touch. Again!
Fred's been shit.
Fred's
today,
having a
man.
shocker.
Ryan needs to have a word. Played. Who was that?
Luke
Matic?
Shaw. Luke Shaw.
Was that? Oh, sorry.
You can stop
Whoever that
clapping.
was.
You can
Whoever
stop
that
clapping.
was, it was very good. I thought it
Marshall
was
edge the
Matic.
box. Goes past his man. Left foot. Goalie
I thought the
slaps it
keeper
back
fucked
into
it.
the...
Yeah, I thought that got in
Slaps
at
it
one
back
point.
to the edge of the...
Oh, play Paul.
Bruno with a good tackle there.
Move, ref.
Yeah.
Villa get a lot of men in behind the ball.
Move out of the way.
Move, ref.
It's just stood in the way.
Shorey, come on.
Nicky Shorey.
Who's Nick Shaw?
Nicky Shaw.
Nicky Shorey used to play for Reading. And
Yeah, it's like that's why it made me laugh. That's like one of your obscure footballer things that you used to do.
Just going to say Shorey.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka confused me, confused his opposition, confused himself, confused his teammates, confused the cameraman.
I don't know whether that was good or bad. I can't tell you.
I don't even know if he did what he wanted to do.
I like it. It sort of worked.
Oh, unlucky lads.
But
their right back, has got lucky today.
Oh,
Traore's done sure there.
No!
Fucking hell, Fred, man! Giving the ball away so many times. There's
Get
a fucking
Fred off,
obvious
man,
pass on to
seriously.
Matic there, and he's tried to chip it over Traore, and they've had a shot on target from it by having to clean up now. Fred has made so many mistakes today.
He's been awful.
Him and McTominay, shocking. Great
Oh,
pass from
Pogba!
Rashford was scared of the goalie there.
Oh, it was offside, apparently,
Offside,
but it was
anyway.
a very good ball and run.
Yeah, Fred for Van der Beek, maybe.
100%, I'll do it now.
Yeah, he's really
cannot
good.
I don't know why Matic didn't come on for Fred.
McTominay was just as equally bad.
But McTominay wasn't playing well, but he has less tendency to try and do these stupid things.
At the time, I'm not going to lie, I thought McTominay made sense.
Yeah, me
but
too.
in those last 5 minutes, Fred's literally given the ball away about 5 times.
Yeah.
Played Bailly. He's done that a lot today.
All he
You
needs
see
to
when Ollie
fix up, man,
Watkins
and
has
make a
looked for the
change.
ball into his
Seriously.
chest. Bailly's got in and around him a lot.
Aside from Yangon, sorry, I said Rashford's been selfish this game, shaking my head.
Yeah.
He has a little bit, but like you making a point there, Joe, I get it. You can almost forgive him because he's on fire in terms of goals.
Yeah.
You wouldn't feel that way if Villa score late, though.
No,
and it's
no,
2-2. That's the thing, isn't
yeah,
it?
well, probably
And I
won't.
think that's a
Luke
maturity.
Shaw. What is Luke Shaw? Luke Shaw's been, going forward at least, very impressive.
Give
today.
it to Anthony Martial.
We need to
there.
capitalise.
Marshall.
Go on, Toto. Give it him back.
Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. Pulls it across. Pogba! Oh! That's a fucking
That
inch
was
wide.
it, man. That was it.
That's
that was a
inch
chance to
wide.
win the game.
Martial's runners probably confused him a bit.
Oh, I can't. That's no
Right.
excuse, though, is it?
No, he should have scored. But if you look, Martial
Great
one
cross
goes
from Luke
cross
Shaw.
him, and they both reach for it.
Oh,
That's game over as well if we score
excuse
that.
me.
That's game over. He's got to score that. He's
I
got to
think,
get that on
I
target.
think you should sit at the target there.
Yeah.
I think you're right. You know
He's
what I
gone
mean?
with the wrong foot, I think,
Yeah.
almost. Because he's gone to...
He didn't open his body
Oh,
enough.
yeah, he's gone to hit it away from the goal.
He knows it as well. He knows he should have
If
scored.
that's a
and
left footer,
that's the
they
game.
score that.
Thing is,
He would have got a goal he
he's-
deserved as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's been good. Like the video. If you're happy that Man United are winning, give the video a like. Nearly 6,000 people watching and under 2k likes. Come
I hate
on.
when he's like this, Pogba.
Let's get 2.5, 3k
When he's like
likes.
this.
What, good?
Yeah, because he's just going in. It's
You're going,
like,
fucking hell, why is
do
he
you know what I
leaving?
mean? You're like, fuck
What
off.
if we win the league and he decides to stay?
Don't Macca.
Neither of those things are happening.
Well,
except
one
us
of the
winning
things.
league.
One of them's
Except
happening.
us winning the league.
Yeah.
Good
Yes.
defending there. Good tracking back by Rashford.
That is
He
not
just picked
a
the ball. He didn't even give a foul, did he?
foul.
Did the ref even give a foul?
Fred, you've been booked, bro, I think.
Has he?
Nah,
I don't know, I
think
think-
it's Bailly's been booked.
Thank God I'm not the ref, eh?
Maguire.
I don't like this game at the moment.
Mate, for me, Ollie's got to make a change here because it's just
Luke Shaw's 2-on-1 here. No one near him. Oh.
that's a.
Fucking
Is that Watkins again?
yeah.
It's another
Tell
free
you
header.
what, if they had
If he could
a
fucking
striker,
score.
who's
If they had Marshall, they'd be winning.
Grealish again.
yeah, so
With
we've
a
got
great
we've got,
cross.
Bailly and Maguire on bookings.
Yeah, not Fred like we thought maybe he was.
No.
Would you take
I'm-
one of our centre-backs off, Jay?
Sorry, I
I
was-
love way Macca just answered the voices on the headphones. Just saying no. I wouldn't take the centre back off. No, I don't. It's very. They've
been good as well.
It's a bold move to do something like that, and it's a bit risky.
It's a position
And-
where you should be able to not get another yellow if you're trying.
And
I
it-
would take
like-
Fred off if he. Well, I would take him off anyway.
Great pass.
No.
Shit pass. Good roll.
And I know I'm in danger of saying this and one of them gets sent off, but they've not been playing like, if Fred was on a yellow, I'd be like,
Yeah.
take him off, bro. If he's going to.
Fred
But with them two, they've not played like that.
Marshall fucking battered it
twatted
into
it
Pogba
at
there.
him. Yeah, good
Knee
job it was
high.
Pogba and not
Yeah,
someone
exactly.
else.
Luke Shaw beat him behind
Oh.
again. Get a crossing, lad. Get a crossing.
You got to put that in first time.
Martial's
you know.
fuming now.
Yeah.
I think.
He had to put it in
Yeah,
first time. He
Martial
let
was
the
fuming.
Villa players defend.
'Cause
Yeah.
I think it's Martial who makes a run for him here.
Good run again by Luke Shaw.
Look, you got to put it there now.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
Come on.
Look, he's played well. I'm not going to screw at him, man.
Carl Hagan with a super chat. Happy New Year's, lads. I'm worried about Fred and our defence right now. I'd add Axel into the mix.
I don't know, man.
Axel on for Wan-Bissaka, maybe.
Maybe. Corner to United. Luke Shaw, good cross. Marshall.
Oh, he had a free
just
header.
took it off Marshall's head there. Well done, Bruno. Edge of the box. Go on, lad.
Oh!
Fuck off with that.
It's
Bruno
class,
tackled Grealish, and then a shot from the corner of the box, and it's a
He
great
literally
save.
stopped the counter-attack.
Great save
and then
onto
launched
the
his
bar.
own.
Oh, it's a fantastic save.
Did he hit the bar?
Yeah. It hit.
Saved onto the bar.
Superb.
That made me feel sick.
He's fucking classing him.
Oh, yeah, he did. And he still nearly dropped in.
He's so ridiculously good.
He's so good.
Has he had a... Oh, yeah, he scored. Fucking
Has he scored?
I was about to go, there's a goal contribution
If
today.
we've scored 2, he scored one of them.
Yeah.
Or
It's
assisted
just
one of them, yeah.
a matter of fact.
Villa have scored 7 goals in the last 15 minutes of games. They haven't conceded
none.
one in the Premier League this year.
That then, eh? Luke
We are
Shaw.
into the last 15.
Maguire, just took off his head. Now Rashford from the same position as Bruno.
Another save, exactly the same. Was that a save?
Again?
No, it's just gone over that.
Rashford
Exactly
with
the same
identical
position.
effort.
Oh, it's 5 inches over.
He was moving that.
So close. It skims the crossbar. Fucking hell. Few of them.
Come
in
on.
there.
Never mind that stat about they've not conceded in the last 15. Get another
Go on, Marshall.
Good pressing on Mings
Play.
there.
Well
Mings
there, Andy Marshall.
slings it up the pitch. And Eric Bailly's
Eric Bailly's
collecting.
onto this.
Oh, he should
Bailly
just
to
nodded that back
Wan-Bissaka.
to the keeper.
Wan-Bissaka, lovely pass
Right.
into Matic there. And United are counter-attacking.
Overlap.
Fred out to Wan-Bissaka. Cuts inside.
Played.
Lovely
Well
play here
done.
from United.
Release the ball now, Wan-Bissaka. You get
Oh, hello. Little back heel from Bruno back to
How wide is
Wan-Bissaka.
it?
that. Oopsies.
Go on, Aaron.
Oopsies, go on.
Oopsie.
Oh, oopsies. That's what that is. What the fuck was that?
What are you doing, Marcus, lad?
Just absolutely chins it into Rosette. Rosie. Lovely play out from the back there, though, wasn't it? Wan-Bissaka. Substitute for Villa. Traore, the goal scorer, coming off by the looks of things.
I'm glad he's coming off. He's rattled a few of them defenders.
Look, Grealish again. He's done all of their passes into the box, hasn't he, Grealish?
He's been mint.
He has been mint.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We let them score that goal as well. Like, it was a weird period of play where we sat back and... Go on, Jay.
No, I mean, you mean more. You felt like it was coming. Do you know what I mean? It was like almost inevitable they were going to get a goal sooner or later because Ollie Watkins had a pretty clear-cut header. He had a lot of pressure and Grealish was getting more and more the ball and he was getting it in space as well and McTominay just wasn't coping with him.
No.
McTominay kept going out to him, trying to close him down and he was just turning him like he wasn't there. So, yeah, it wasn't like that much of a shock.
No.
But we've kept at it and we should have a 2-goal cushion now.
Yeah, we should.
We should have converted at least one of them chances.
Pogba could have scored, Bruno could have
Pogba
scored,
could have got a
Rashford
couple.
could have scored.
We've had at least...
Shaw could have put the final
Yeah,
delivery.
it's been, you know...
Oh, is
Good
that a
tackle by
foul? Is it a
Wan-Bissaka
good
and somehow
tackle?
kept the ball there.
He's well moved that.
Yeah, he sprinted up the pitch, down the touchline, Wan-Bissaka with the ball in his hand.
Matic has made a good difference.
Yeah, he has. He just settles things down, doesn't he? And he can do that.
He can
Let it hit him on the head. I thought he'd won the header.
Right,
Good
he'll have
foul.
a yellow there
Good
for that.
foul.
Taking a yellow.
Don't mind that.
He don't give a toss Grealish though.
Don't
does
mind
he?
a bit of that.
He'll get a
I
foul
think
out,
he
he'll just get
likes
up.
being the
He'll
most
just get
fouled
up.
player.
Yeah, he don't
as
bother.
well. I think
Yeah,
that's
He's
something
definitely
that
checking that stat in.
He'll go down, but he's not like Neymar. He don't make a meal of it. He's like, he'll have it. And like, look at him, he's back up on his feet.
reminds me of Ronaldo. With where he used to get whacked and just get back up and keep going again. Play Bruno.
To be fair, I think the first one was a foul. I think that's what he might have done it for.
Joking.
And I know Ronnie used to roll around and do stuff, but he was brave as fuck.
Yeah.
Like some of the whackings he used to get.
Super chat, sorry, from Joe Cucurio says, that goalie is why Villa has such a good defence. He came from Arsenal after winning them the FA Cup because Arteta committed to Leno and the Finnish kid and let him go. Hashtag
that's a
Arteta
good
in.
point, actually.
Hashtag Peel Piss Take.
There you go. I was about to say that's one for you, lads, isn't it?
Martinez was a very good signing.
Yeah.
Make sure you're liking the video as well, guys.
Yeah,
If you're
give the
watching,
video a like.
Give us a like.
They were linked with
Pogba,
Dean
Tony,
Henderson a little bit.
great touch. Keep the ball. Unlucky. Sort of played in between two
How many
players
games?
there, wasn't he, Marshall? And their goalie's got
games?
8 clean sheets this season.
basically they concede 1 a game, but he has kept 8 clean sheets.
Yeah.
In 14
done
games.
well then,
That's what I mean. They've got 14 goals.
That's
I
a
mean,
foul.
I think it's 15 now.
That's a foul there.
Because Liverpool have conceded 12 or 16 maybe.
You can take the ball down there, Tyrone Mings, if you want. You're wasting your
he
own time,
thick
not mine.
or what?
And when a teacher would say that at the end of the day, you're wasting your own time, not mine. I can stay here all day.
I live here.
I'm
going through a difficult time at home, so I live here. So you're wasting your own time, not mine. I'm sleeping under the desk anyway. Yeah, they do. Wait,
Like
what?
with the
What
caretaker.
do you think? Don't tell me this.
Yeah, teachers.
No good moaning now.
Do you reckon, like, when you're growing up and you say to your parents, why'd you always say that? And then you realise you say the same things as you get
said
up.
into that.
Do you reckon teachers are like that? They're like, I don't want to be the typical teacher. I don't want to do it. And then they find out one day that they said, you're wasting your time, not mine.
Yeah,
and Fred's
exactly.
fucked it again. Play Bruno.
Did he give a free kick for that?
Jack Grealish again.
Bruno's done this weird thing to Grealish twice where he's poked the ball from behind him but pushed him in his back.
Yeah.
Now, I thought he won the ball there, but...
Look like it. Grealish just has a knack for winning fouls.
I don't understand why Ollie doesn't make a change for me. I just think Fred's a bit of a liability.
What change would you make?
I'd Van de Beek for Fred.
But theoretically, Luke Shaw...
Is that another foul?
Yeah, El Ghazi going down again. Holding his face.
I think.
Now, for me, and I'll have to see it again. What's he do? Step across
It's a big
it,
man
maybe?
to run into, that, innit? Luke Shaw.
6'1".
You see Finger run into Traore over there and just die.
Yeah.
There.
Traore's like...
I was just breathing, man. I was
Mate,
just
sorry.
existing.
Yeah, it's like, you can't really blame him for that. At the time, I was like, what? And then I was like, hang on a minute. It's not really his fault.
Free kick to Villa.
Come on,
35 yards out on the right hand side.
Why am I shitting it?
Because it's
Shitting it as
fucking
well.
vital.
It's a
3
great
points, mate.
cross. Oh.
How did they miss that?
Tyrone Mings at the back
If he'd have
post heads
scored,
it
mate,
wide.
I'd have been going home.
That was a
Seriously.
fantastic cross. They've got some
How
really
did
good,
they miss that?
brilliant cross.
Look at this here now.
How is a sitter? How have we let them have that? And how have they missed that?
He's climbing all over Harry Maguire there. I think
I
that would have
VAR,
been given.
I think
that
given
goal
a foul.
gets
Sorry.
given.
Yeah. No.
I think he'd have given a VAR.
He's got his one arm on his left shoulder to start with, and then he puts both arms on the other shoulder and jumps over him. I think that's a foul.
I agree with both of you,
Yeah.
but I don't think VAR. would have
Okay,
given
that's
it.
a
I think
reasonable
they would have,
response.
gone, 2-2, there you go.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like, Maguire where he kept his arm around him for a sustained period of time.
Yeah.
And it's funny, that game, everyone talks about that instance, but we should have had a penalty for the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, so 16 including these goals,
Yeah, I
14
said that.
before today.
I said that before.
If
Because
you-
Liverpool had conceded 12, they'd conceded 14, and obviously now another 2 today. But still, the
Sage Shaw.
Liverpool conceded 12.
Yeah.
Foul!
That's a foul there, ref. Come on. 3 crosses into the box again. How many times have they had uncontested crosses into our box? Either from deep like that or from the edge of the box with Grealish chipping them in. Too many times. See, that's the thing. You can give credit to Luke Shaw for his attacking in this game. That's just an uncontested cross. Chipping balls onto their strikers' heads with no one near him.
Stressful, innit? I know, mate.
It's happened loads.
I agree. This shit does me head in. 18 attempts by us, 12 by Villa. It shows you the sort of nature of the game. This hasn't been like, a boring game by any stretch of the imagination.
It's a shit touch there. Press him there. Press him there.
Did Jack Grealish just hoof that back at his centre back?
I don't know what happened. Tyrone Mings took it
Go
down.
on. Press! Oh, that's shit!
Shit press.
That's a shit press, man. That's why Rashford needs a change.
He's not.
Because he didn't even bother then.
No.
Yeah.
We've got 2 subs remaining. Matic was our only sub for McTominay.
So many fouls in this, by the way. Sorry, it's like watching a fucking La Liga game.
And it's the other way around. It's United committing the fouls.
Yeah.
I just feel, I keep saying it, I know I'm a broken record, but I would bring Donny van de Beek, and I think he's good at keeping hold of the ball.
Yeah.
Just tidying up in midfield.
And if we get a chance to counter attack, he can do that as well.
Yeah.
Do you think Villa have... We mentioned the free kicks. Do you think because there are so many free kicks, do you reckon Villa are looking for them?
Oh!
They've seen something defensively, maybe? Played Wan-Bissaka.
Keep the ball. Well done. Pogba's got a bit of space in the middle now.
Get out
Who
of
can he
the feet.
find there? Left foot. Swings it out to
what a
Rashford. Out for a threat.
It's all right, we'll say that.
Yeah, keeping the ball out of our half. Sorry, what were we saying? He's lost it. Sorry.
You asked a good question.
Game got a bit exciting.
I said, okay, so it was about the
hang
fouls.
on a minute. Sorry to insult you, Macca. Daniel James is coming on.
For
Rashford.
For Rashford, who's looked...
Or Bruno?
Bruno.
18 or
18.
10?
Can't tell.
I think that's 18.
18, yeah, Bruno. I think maybe fair enough.
Is he
Bit
in
of
it?
legs to press.
Is
You
he
know,
booked?
He's shaking his head.
Rashford isn't... Bruno isn't offering too much defensively at the moment. And I think the press of
I think they're
James
trying
on
to...
the counter-attack.
Yeah. I know probably people will be questioning that as the most bizarre substitution.
No one's disappointed
why,
to come off.
Why you taking Bruno off for Dan James? But
I would have taken Rashford off, to be honest. And I hope he scores and proves me wrong.
I know.
I still feel Bruno was. If you look at Bruno in this game, he's given a few fouls away, but he's been winning the ball, trying to get involved. And we've just seen Rashford there, who's clearly not quite fit enough. And I'm not criticising him.
Yeah.
But in terms of what we need, he's not bringing that at the moment. He's not pressing. He's not getting back at the defenders. And maybe that would have been the right substitution. But, oh no, here we go. Rashford might score in a minute. Go on, Matic. Played, Matic.
Dan James on the left. One-on-one with his defender. Goes inside. Hits it. Oh, lucky. Gets a shot on target. Shot on target. And Villa are trying to counter us now. Rashford coming back to counter it. And this is why Dan James is on that press there. Because that forced a sloppier pass from them. And Luke Shaw pointed back.
Foul!
And he went to foul there. Well done. See, that was good by Dan James, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was better by Rashford.
Yeah, it was.
You see, he finally ran back.
Just as you say, he looks knackered. It's like he hears what we say, Marcus.
His brother's watching us and he's
like,
relaying a feed.
Yeah. Marcus, you say you're looking a bit
Max
leggy.
talking shit again, mate.
Yeah, go on.
You just said
Have
Marshall
a sprint, son. What? I don't think so.
We love you, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
We expect more from those that we love. Isn't it?
That's nice.
That's a
shit pass.
Shit ball, yeah, thank you.
Well done. Matic to Dan James. That's good. Keep the ball, Tony. Keep the ball, Tony.
Oh, immense.
Great turn.
Immense.
So strong, Tony.
He's got so much better at that over the last couple of years as well.
Cheeky, that was.
Tony, that's a foul.
That's a fucking foul!
Come on, ref! That's a foul! And Luke Shaw getting fucking spun about there.
Played Luke. Fuck off, ref! Hey, bro!
That's a foul on Tony on the edge of the box. I don't know how he's not given that. Good.
Played. Everyone start fouling now. Come on. You know,
so
in
many
FIFA, when you
fouls.
just think, all right, we got to foul people now before they
Slide-
get in our own half.
Slide tackling, slide tackling, slide
This me,
tackling.
man. Seriously can't.
Stressful, isn't it?
It is fucking stressful.
Come on, press him there, press him there.
Don't commit too much, Harry.
Whose fucking bright idea was it to have a title challenge?
Well done,
Mine.
Harry.
I just feel-
Yeah, nice one.
Everyone's
dickhead.
blaming me.
Well done.
Oh!
Keep the ball, keep the ball. Go on, Marcus. Marcus, run at the defence. Dan James on the left.
He megged someone back
Slightly
there.
overhit it, chipped it to the back post, straight to the goalie.
Awful, man. Danny James. You would have been
The
better
pass
just
to-
holding it in the corner.
Yeah, he would. Especially because the pass was overhit by Rashford. But by that time, you're better off not trying to get it in the box.
Smash him.
Well done. Watkins, who, despite getting on the end of a
Played, mate.
Eric Bailly just did the most Eric Bailly thing
He chipped the ball
I've
off
ever
Watkins'
seen.
forehead
Yeah,
for a
how
break.
frustrating must you be to have your Ollie
Feel
Watkins?
sick watching
Don't
it.
say
know.
that yet. Don't say that yet. Don't
Yeah,
say that
that's
yet.
a good point.
Don't say
Sorry,
that yet.
but Eric Bailly there just wins a throw in for United in the corner by chipping it into Watkins' head. Basically,
Yeah, well, not basically. Exactly.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you doing, mate?
well, let's not
Rashford
fucking be
there.
stupid there.
Yeah. Like Rashford don't want those side. Oh, fucking Jack. I've never known anyone win fouls.
Is that
He
a
got
booking
a booking
Jack
as well.
Grealish. I've never known it. He must have been fouled about 14 times today, Jack Grealish.
That's a great guess.
I can remember at least 5 in this half.
That is a foul.
He's been fouled 3 times by Bruno.
He's been
Once
fouled
by
twice,
Matic.
I think twice by Fred as well.
Yeah, Fred. Like, they're probably 6 just in this half.
Yeah.
Matic gave the referee a thumbs up, then he gave me a yellow card.
Correct.
Yeah,
kicked
I think
his
you
balls on
have to acknowledge
purpose.
it, don't you?
Yeah.
It's because if the, you know, like when a player don't look and they just look at the
Yeah,
floor,
yeah, then you
the
see-
ref,
I
the
didn't
ref
know- I
stands there for ages. Like,
I didn't know
Free
I
kick
was.
to
I didn't
Villa.
know I was on a.
5 minutes at a time.
Go on, Dan James.
Counter-attacking. Go on,
Go
lad.
on, my son.
Get down the fucking
Go
line,
on.
lad. You
Be
can't-
the hero,
Tyrone
son.
Mings has stayed with him.
He's
That
overhit
shit.
it.
Nah.
Overhit
That
it.
was literally the last thing he should have done.
Should have just run into the corner.
Yeah,
shit,
he
that,
like
man.
ran into the group of players and then
Yeah.
lost it.
He always does that.
And then
you know.
Pogba had to foul Grealish to stop a counter.
Oh fuck.
4.5 minutes to go. Grealish
fuck
on the
off
ball
with
on the
your
left hand
stats.
side.
Stats, man. Villa have scored 4 goals after 90 minutes
off,
in the Premier
seriously.
League this season. Only Man United have scored more than them.
Lucky they're playing
So
Man United,
the
innit?
bookies might say there's guaranteed to be a goal in the next couple of minutes.
Go on, Matic.
Don't dive in, son.
I feel sick again now. We fucking wolvesed ourselves, haven't we? Get out there, because that's Grealish on the ball on the left-hand side.
Hey, Wan,
Wan-Bissaka's tight to him now.
Get close.
Come on,
Don't let
Aaron
him get a
Wan-Bissaka.
fucking
If anyone
crossing.
can stop him, it's you.
He didn't. Played Bailly!
Corner to Aston Villa, though. I hate this. I fucking hate this. 92nd minute.
Can we start 21 with a 2-1 win?
Hashtag never
route
wanted
to
21 if we draw this.
That fucking knobhead.
Hashtag 21 is here. I was talking about the year.
I meant 2021, please. Corner. Headed away by Dan James. Out for another corner.
How the fuck is Dan James heading anything away?
Why are you at the front post?
What is the point in that? But it's words, so there's the point in it. But I don't know how.
If he was an inch taller, he could have
No,
headed
but
that
why
out.
isn't he on the edge getting ready to just sprint?
Yeah. Like what? I don't know.
Is there anyone on the edge?
I think when you're on the front post, you do run out first, don't you?
Played short of the corner. Now it's Wan-Bissaka not Wan-Bissaka. It was Dan James 1-on-1 with Grealish.
Matt, it's too easy.
Oh, great save, De Gea. Fucking hell. 30 yards strike that.
Matty Cash.
That fucking.
He's
I've
limping
seen
as well,
way
Matty
too
Cash.
many fucking close-ups of Matty Cash today.
Fucking tango and Cash.
Goes past.
more like.
Nah, comfortable,
Fucking
really.
hell.
Not comfortable, but.
It's not when you're going back across.
No,
the
it's a
goal.
good save, but, you know.
And they've got another corner, and they score late all the time.
Corner. It's a deep one. Pogba!
Oh, that's our ball. Take your fucking time now.
Ollie Watkins should have scored today.
Yeah. Again, he's missed some big chances, which is what he's been doing all season.
I can't cope.
What's he done there?
Fucking
Just
physically ill.
missed the ball completely.
He has. Just missed it.
It was different. If he headed
He's
that,
trying to squeak round the back of Wan-Bissaka, and he doesn't get round him far enough. So when he's trying to head
Squeaky,
it,
squeaky.
he's leaning rather than stepping into it. Because he waits too long to get round the back.
We've played this game against
Right,
Aston
finally,
Villa.
Oliver
Like it's
Solskjaer,
against
I think he's taking off Fred.
Chelsea or
Yeah.
Arsenal or
for Axel
Liverpool
Tuanzebe.
or Spurs, or we've got in front, sat back, got in front, sat back. We've shown them a lot of respect here. Now I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Ultimately, the only thing important is the points. But if you think about Arsenal game, we showed them way too much respect.
Yeah.
So, are we bringing this onto ourselves in this sense?
I think they're quite good, and I think we're
I think
shitting
you
it.
have to
We're
you have
shitting
to
it a
admit
bit.
the levels that Villa are at though. Is
Yeah.
like they're much better than Arsenal. And
No, I agree with you.
And I think that
Win that, Paul.
in,
Well
in a
done.
way, we've
Hold that
done
up.
tactically almost what you'd
Brilliant.
expect.
Marshall.
Oh,
He's
Rashford's offside
Why
again.
did you touch that, man? Why did you touch it when you knew you was offside and James was there?
Tony did brilliantly to hold the ball up again there.
He's our best number 9. I've been saying this. I know he hasn't been scoring recently, but we miss him when he doesn't play.
I'd always, when he's fit, put Marshall in number 9.
But obviously, we need competition because when you go through phases of not scoring, you need a Cavani knocking on your door to make you stressed. Solskjaer must be thinking like, "You man want an easy ride, bruv? Are you jokers?"
Yeah, exactly. You want to just come in and be our only striker, our only left
The
back.
best season of my life started with me having to reject the move because Fergie said I could go.
Yeah. Eric.
Oh my God, that could have been a penalty. You know.
Yeah. Come on now, counter attack from
Just
United.
get in the corner, Marcus.
Yeah, he is.
Take it in the corner,
He
lad.
is.
Stay in the corner. Stay in the corner.
Well done. Pogba's going out there with him. Pogba can hold it up.
Stay. Why do that?
That's stupid.
What's he doing
That's
there?
so fucking thick.
Villa have got the ball again now. They're trying to counter attack. Up to Grealish. Fucking Pogba there. Could have just held on to the ball. Harry. He's on a booking. He can't go in there. Watkins.
Played
Throw
Harry.
in. It's a fucking throw in to Aston Villa. 10 yards out. Because
Rashford
we
and
couldn't
Pogba
fucking hold the
well,
ball
Pogba
in the
needed
corner.
to look after that.
Pogba, just
Pogba
hold the
just-
fucking ball, man. Come on, ref. Blow your whistle. Why didn't Pogba hold the ball there? Ball in the box. It's dropped to their player. Great fucking block, Eric Bailly.
Maguire, that.
Back to him. Bailly swings a leg through it again. Come on, ref! Blow the whistle. Come on, then. It's fucking 30 seconds past here. Full time.
Yeah! Yes!
Yes! Man United have won.
Oi, Pogba, man, you're giving me...
And he got it up the other end and had a fucking...
I was just about to say so, lads. Poor Pogba, man of the match.
Yeah, and then he did that. He just turned around and went, yeah, have it back.
Fucking hell. The review, which we'll be cutting to in a few moments, is the pinned comment in the chat. So make sure you click on that. Be ready for the review with me and Jay in a few minutes. We've got a big super chat from Eddie Trooper 666. James versus Mings. It's on. Well, I mean, there wasn't much of it, but it was a good
If you
dub
saw
at the
that
end.
one sprint James had, he left everyone for like 10, 20 yards. And Mings, look at
Look at that!
Look at that!
Eric Bailly, Fred,
Lads,
Fernandez,
they
Bruno,
can feel it.
Tellez,
They can feel me.
Wan-Bissaka, Pogba,
They
all
know.
of them in a huddle together on the
They
pitch.
know. These
It means a lot.
motherfuckers, you need to
This is
know.
it.
Eric Bailly's getting, everyone's on Eric Bailly.
They're well up for it. They're fucking well up for it, aren't they? This is a different
Bailly's
mentality.
getting a lot of,
This
like,
is a different
everyone's hugging
mentality
Eric
to what
Bailly,
we've
as
seen
Mackie
from
just
Man
said.
United in recent years, isn't it? We haven't seen stuff like this. We haven't seen anything like this from Man United. The way they're reacting after this game isn't the sort of reaction of a team we're hoping for top 4. They're fucking going for it, aren't they, Jay? They're going for it. Shut up, you!
You can
Shut up,
fuck
you!
right
You
off.
get 21 is coming on in 2 minutes. They're fucking going for this.
Listen, Bruno has come.
Right, yeah.
Give us hope.
it
Listen, we
on.
got the live review.
Yeah,
coming
let's
up
get it
now.
on, come
I'm
on.
going to go do my fan cam with Mr. Stephen House and with myself.
Yeah.
7 Reasons is coming up tomorrow. You got these two on the review right now. You can also check out Steve's review. I've already said that.
Yeah.
What else? That's
You're
it.
getting giddy. And before we go, Craig with a $4.99 super chat, you better start believing in title challenges. You're in one.
Yes.
See you in a minute.
Let's...